Blame yourself there. Nice confirm on the crush counter, and EX uppercut into the corner here. Big damage.
Oh, put himself in there. Oh, it was a risk, but you know what? It paid off.
Yeah, that's why he went with the back throw, right? That's why that was the first option in his head. Usually when someone corners themselves in those situations, that's like one of the first things you want to look for is that back throw, because everyone's like, oh, I want to go back into the right position.
Absolutely.
All right, so there you go. So Tan, losing game number 1. You see a smile on his face right there. There's Anti. Appreciate the 90s Nirvana t-shirt right there. Let's go.
A little caution out of Anti, right?
I do like the, so when Tan got those couple of jabs while walking forward, I felt like he got a little too aggressive afterwards. Was like, oh, here's my little jab mix-up, and I'm going to ride this home, you know. But, like, you really have to adjust every microsecond of what's happening in a match. Oh, that was definitely supposed to be a drill. And that came out as an uppercut. Yeah, Obviously, with the drill, you get better position.
Oh, here you go. Oh.
There we go, drill. Now you get the mix-up. Yep, there you are, right there. Although I would like to see Tan dash after the drill, because that sets up the perfect meaty frame kill setup. Okay, anti-air. We've got the anti-air right there.
This goes on. I like more of what Tan's doing, but here's anti. Into the corner, just like that. Super's there, and we've already seen Tan bring it out.
Yeah, but
crush.
Anti's not scared, just going for those meaties anyway, and he gets the stun. And I don't think he's going to spend the whole bar.
No, for sure not. Yeah. No need to have done that. But I really like how he moved in the corner right there. He presented a crush, a couple of crushes, in fact. They were both blocked, and he read, okay, Tan's just hanging out. Time to grab. Time to dash in and grab.
Also appreciate that both. Oh my God! No, that is not what you want to have happen at all. And now you are in the corner. And there we go, proper meaty. Oh, but he didn't get the confirm. He mistimed that. Oh, but he got that one. Counter hit jab. Counter hit as well from Tan this time. Spends both halves. Just goes for the damage right away.
Putting up a bit of a wall right there. Oh my God! Anti's already. It's almost got triggered. It might not even come up.
He baited.
Oh no! He may lose.
No, but no.
That would have been. You know what? I don't know that she would have killed in that situation.
Right.
But still, would have gotten the knockdown into one more situation for sure.
I mean, it depends on how much meter that Tan was going to be willing to spend. If he had gone for the back strong target combo, no hooligan, EX uppercut, probably could have killed in that situation. But I just feel like Tan wasn't ready for that whole situation overall, because Anti definitely kind of got away with that one. But you know what? He'll take it. He'll take it.
So the first time that I was reading through this bracket, I somehow missed that Jobian is also in that pool. So that means that second round on just that side of the bracket is going to be Gamer B versus Anti and Cali Power versus Jobian. On the other side, El Chakotay versus Flaquito is going to happen, and we'll have to see what else comes up after that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because
but it is being updated live. You can check it out on Smash.gg.
It's really funny because literally, the players are sitting, right next to us. And so if they don't have the headsets, they're totally listening to us right now. And Anti was definitely not playing with a headset on.
No, he was not. Yeah. Who do we got coming up? Looks like Brian F's coming up to play.
Yes, Brian F. Definitely one of the, stronger American players here. Another one of those players right now that, on paper, if you didn't look at the brackets and everything like that, you're like, oh. LCQ, but again, there's just so many killers here that, at this point in time, it really feels like, appropriate to Vegas. It feels like a crapshoot right now at this point in time.
Yeah, man. Now, Mono is listed as being in that pool, but I believe he said that he can't come.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
Yeah, I hope that I'm wrong about that, but I believe that I read from him that he won't be able to make it.
All right, well, look, if Mono can't make it and he's watching right now, shout-outs to you, Mono, because, Tio of First Attack in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I know. I mean, we can just, get it out of the way right now. Man, any of these matches in this pool could have been the grand finals of of this last chance qualifier, so.
Not sure I go that far, but yeah, I hear you.
But, we've been seeing a lot of the cool costumes over here and everything. And you know what? Also, the prize pool here is going to be increased for the Capcom winner, the Capcom Cup winner, largely in part thanks to the Pro Tour bundle that you see here. If you purchase this bundle here, part of the proceeds does go to support the Capcom Pro Tour. And for purchasing this bundle, you do get a few costumes. You get the Mena RD costume for Birdie. You also get the CPT stage and the CPT 2018 Premier Pass. You get a lot of different titles, a lot of different extra little things. So you want to consider supporting. And of course, you can get all of Street Fighter 5 if you're watching this and don't own the game yet. You can still grab it right now. Includes all of Season 1 and 2 for 50% off or 50% off the deluxe edition, which gives you all of Season 1, 2, and 3. And of course, Season 3 has been a nice little set of characters here. Sagat, G, Cody, Falk, Blanca, and Sakura.
I love the variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, a lot of these 6 characters, all very, very different play styles.
For sure.
And you know what? Regardless of the play style, it'll be very comfortable to sit into a nice Vertigear chair here. Using the promo code Capcom18, you can get 10% off all their products this weekend for the Capcom Pro Tour, the official gaming chair of the Capcom Pro Tour.
I'm excited to watch Itachi here, who I've heard a little bit about, but his opponent is the guy who I named as the eventual champion of the last chance qualifier.
Well, don't talk about that right now.
Toy.
Don't talk about that right now. There's that commentator's curse thing.
What I want to talk about is not that at all. What I want to talk about is I mentioned Toy. We busted right by your prediction.
I said Vi, right? So
yeah. You gonna stick with that?
No. Shout out to Vi though. Hey man, he sent Knuckle Doo to losers at Evo.
I hear a lot of waffling over there, James. I hear a lot of delaying.
Oh man. Honestly, I don't have an LCQ pick because it's too scary for me. I would like to see someone like Didi Mukov make it out. So again, it would be one of those things where I'd probably be more picking with my heart than anything at this point.
That works for me.
So,
and if you want to say Didi Mukov, I'm all for it.
Yeah. But again, that pool is rough because we mentioned all those Dalsums in there, but Eli the Curry there as a Laura player and Dogura as a Urian player.
Oh, but that's not the one that he's in. He's in the pool with
he's in the other one.
Bushin Style, Iparu, and Ricky Ortiz.
Ooh, okay.
All right, here we go. Pretty cool costume over there on the Bison side. Oh my God, he's in there immediately.
Okay.
Stomping on Akuma.
Yeah, and Itachi, obviously Akuma, a very, very popular character these days, considered one of the strongest ones out there. But really, honestly, outside of like Haitani and maybe Tokido, I don't feel like people talk about Akuma and Kami. And we obviously see like 7 billion Kamis all over the place, but I don't feel like we see the same kind of situation with Akuma a lot of times.
He's not an uncommon character, but yeah, who's had the most success, it really is theirs.
Right.
And not to the same degree for sure. Whereas Bison won Evo this year. Toy's doing well, Pinoy's doing well.
Yeah.
Hot Dog's done well.
Oh, nice little juggle right there. And just going in, that demon flip is just like the auto mix-up tool. And it's been that way for its entirety that it's existed.
Here you go.
Okay, reversal to get out of there. Nice.
Wake up fireball. Oh my God.
And there it is. Okay, so Itachi taking round away. And Toy probably also feels a little pressure. There probably a lot of players, when they get those sponsors, even if it is just Justin,
Oh, it's big. Here's a punish. Yes.
Nice.
And then you waited. Oh, this is big news.
Oh no, he's going for the jump full damage. Even Bison's floaty punish.
Grab just in case.
Scary time right now as soon as Akuma activates that V-trigger one. Oh, flush counter!
Oh, GP from that range!
Well, you get true invincibility in the V-trigger activation.
Just a risk, that's all.
Oh, there we go. He's going to be able to punish that. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Knowing his ranges, knowing from that range he wasn't going to be able to get a good crush counter combo, so just goes with the Fierce into the Psycho Flame, and of course, even if had that not killed, he would have been able to get the
little trade right there. Not exactly to Toy's benefit, but I like the idea of it. Oh man, we are seeing some good stuff here out of Itachi!
Yeah. Finally got him standing up in his game right now. I'm just going to dive kick at you, uppercut, and I'm just going to demon flip at you and pick one of those three options. He hit him a bunch with the punch options, which is an overhead, got him to stand up, so he threw him, and so Itachi had all the perfect reads. Characters.
Look, I didn't mean to curse him, okay? That's not what I want.
We'll see what happens here. Like we said, too many strong players everywhere. But again, you know, Akuma, there's a reason why people think that he is one of the strongest characters.
Yeah, it feels like basically here somebody says that he's second best.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to get any lower than that on most people's
there's no way.
tier list. But again, you know, we've seen at just even recent World Finals, you know, tiers obviously can be shaken.
Sure.
You can have low-tier characters win all sorts of things.
Okay, he's gone for the switch of costume. And it's a much slower start as well for Toy. Remember the first round, he started off with dash forward.
Right.
So it's a slower start right now.
And you know, that start right there can also just be a sign of adrenaline, too.
Oh, man, this demon flip is killing him.
Yeah.
Itachi's.
One of the problems is that I feel like it's also a matchup thing, too. Bison, you know, not having any sort of like EX anti-air. Like if it was Karen, you could EX for Senha or something like that. But I would like to see maybe a crouching Fierce from Toy, you know, because that covers a lot of space. But so
I feel like if anybody knows what the response is, it's going to be Toy. Got to be some reason. Oh, it's neutral jumping. You know, one of the things about Itachi's playstyle, and then, man, he's willing to take risks. But here we go with Toy hitting the cross. Yeah, we've seen off.
Right. And you know what? But that's the beautiful thing about fighting games is that you're playing in a tournament and hands won't do it. Your brains won't do it because thinking about it. You know?
The back Fierce. Look at this. Talking about prepared. No encounters.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting away. Oh, that would have been a cool conversion.
Yeah.
It's on the wrong side, unfortunately. Now it's on Itachi trying to make this happen. He has no more trigger. But he still has those 60.
Nice.
Toy now,
Okay.
moving forward. So he started that round, he started that game, in fact, very slow. By the end of it, again, he was moving. So he kind of established that he's willing to play patiently, but still got to watch out for that explosive play.
So your comment between the last two games was your attempt to uncommentators curse.
Correct.
Yeah.
Trying to bless him.
All right, so here we go. Game number 3. Again, Itachi all the way from Japan. But, you know, one of the crazy things about it is, you know, we talk about players from Japan. There's so many strong players from Japan that a lot of people haven't, you know, that haven't had the same kind of publicity. And we see right now from Itachi. But look at this. Toy now all of a sudden turning the offense up.
Yeah, I'll say. Now, Itachi did try to Dragon Punch at one point there, but he didn't have invincibility, so it just didn't matter.
Man.
So now it's on Itachi, all right? We've talked a lot about Toy. Now I want to see something good out of Itachi here, trying to make some changes for himself. Already he's lost 35%.
Yeah, I mean, that's also, you know, Toy willing to spend that meter. But again, I like that idea because, you know, getting damage early on and around is, you know, your attempt to discourage the opponent early, you know, especially when you're on match point.
Here we go now. Itachi's got the corner. He's got to make this one count.
The jab trick.
No, he's in the corner. So okay, but he does find the hit.
And, of course, side switch, but didn't
it's okay, you know. Here he goes. Almost stunned. Is it enough? It is.
Okay, but as much damage here because of all that. So again, the trade.
Okay, setup comes.
He's still got that
trigger.
There it is.
Here he comes. Which side?
Oh, he did nothing. He was trying to bait the EX uppercut out of there. But you know what? In that situation, Itachi was probably being so focused on whether it was going to be left or right that he probably wasn't going to wake up with an uppercut.
Oh, and now we got
Oh, let's go!
Yeah, he's done it twice.
That's a great start for this
DPs.
round.
Itachi trying to be patient over there. He just gets away. His own pressure. But Toy backdash again, we've seen it twice.
Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed, though, is that Itachi really has had a lot of control of the air. He has been able to jump a lot, demon flip a lot of neutral jumps.
Oh, boy. He's got the pressure for himself now. And it's a bad look. Toy's stun is already pretty high. Oh, that could have been stun. That could have been almost the round right there. Toy lives.
Oh, boy. And now look at this damage, V-trigger activation. So he's going to get good damage off of this.
The reset. And this guy, he may kill on this.
Reaction.
That's not enough.
Oh,
so hold the get away this guy. Yes. Just like that, everything's changed. Itachi has pressure now. He can take the round on this next hit.
Okay, EX to get himself out of there, but here comes the pressure. Dashes out into the throw. And Toy popping off right now. Excited about that win.
That was as close as it comes, James. That ending right there, dashing to the other side, still had some trigger left.
That was a call out right there. He knew he had the frames to be able to get that forward dash in there. And the fact that he went for the throw instead of a hit actually really surprised. Like, I thought he was just going to go to the side and try to hit him. But you know what? Akuma always recovers off of those air fireballs, like, instantaneously. So he went for the throw. Smart stuff for Toy. Wow. Toy does advance forward through. But, man.
Shout outs to Itachi. That was super, super well played. I've heard of him before. He came well recommended. And no surprise in terms of how that played out. That was as close as it gets.
Yeah, and again, you know, this is just a perfect sign right here. A player that one of us has chosen to make it out of the pools. And I'm not saying I don't agree, because he definitely make it out of the LCQ. But it's just that a player of that caliber.
It's Ginny, in fact.
Oh, okay.
So to play against K-Brad, who just beat General Azad. Another strong dictator player.
Ah, yeah. So here we go. Look at this. We got Romance on the right side, a player who probably didn't have to worry too much about sleep. He's from Vegas right now, so, you know, very easy for him.
Sure, yeah. If you're from the West Coast, then it's easy,
yeah,
right?
But check him out, though.
Oh, he looks so good. Man, what a well-kept dude.
I can never pull off the stuff that Romance does, dude.
No, look at that guy. He's not paying attention to you, but yeah,
I know.
great.
I'm trying to talk to him, but he's looking at his phone right now.
You can chat him up later. He'll be around.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to, you know. So, I mean, he's DMing somebody, so, you know, I'll have to try to slide in there, you know.
Somebody's sliding there, for sure.
So, but he's going up against Gustavo. He's not a bad-looking dude himself, to be honest
that's
with
true,
you.
that's true.
You know, so Gustavo over there getting ready to play. And Gustavo, of course, you know, he has been playing so strong, and he was doing so well with Laura, but he has since then fallen in love with G, and he loves that character.
Yes.
So that is who I'm expecting him to go with.
I think I agree with you. I've talked with him about G a few times, and he thinks G is very strong. There's a little back and forth in the community about where to place G because he's so volatile. It's just the nature of the character.
Right.
He levels up and he gets really good. Everybody knows it. But what if he doesn't have levels? Or what if he gets knocked down and he has no 3-frame button? He has no EX moves that are invincible or armored. He's really stuck. So does the good offense of higher levels outweigh the negatives of kind of the rest of the character? Gustavo thinks the character is very strong overall. He likes the mid-range game, the neutral game a lot. It's very strong. He thinks the pressure is crazy, which I agree with. Even in level 1, he's got very strong stuff pressure-wise.
I mean, you also have to remember, too, Gustavo was an able player in Street Fighter 4. Another character that had pretty bad defense.
That's true. Yeah,
right?
not one of the better ones.
So one of the nice things about Gustavo is he has a lot of experience in that kind of gameplay style of counting on his own defense, right? Counting on his own solid, rock-hard defense.
Okay.
But let's see what character he goes with, how he feels about Manat?
Oh, yeah, Romance has been playing Manat.
Okay, I thought he was going to go with Karen, but
no, he's been playing Manat for a while now. You know, I don't know if I'm stepping out of line here, but I feel that G beats Manat. And I feel that he's one of the best characters in the game at playing against Manat. I feel like he's one of her worst matchups.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, what's the reason? What's the reasoning?
So he does a great job at nullifying the orb. His very easy reaction V skill on the way out. Super easy. So it's not a big it's tough for Minot to zone in the way that she typically does. And then his pressure is crazy strong. He kills, most characters in 2 mix-ups, including Minot. And she only has a 3-frame button. Other than that, she's just stuck.
Yeah, a very, very short.
Does really well against her kind of zoning. I feel like he's got so many tools to deal with her. And his own fireball is actually super legit.
I just want to know, like, for Yarn here, because, like, how is that going to do any damage, right? There's got to be, like, a giant metal sphere inside there or something like that,
She's got boxing gloves, but she fills it up with all sorts of iron.
Exactly. Strong as possible right
now. That range right there. I like Gino. Here he goes.
Skill all about. That was maybe he was trying to V-skill into activate or something, but it was just right outside of the range. And look at this juggle.
You're one mix-up away. She's gonna have super. No, that sucks for. Oh my god. And just like that, that's it. Think if that had been super, there was a pixel between Minot and having super and having a credible defensive option.
Right.
And there was not. Defensive option. Strider got to go in again.
That round right there played to exactly as you were saying, right? G gets the knockdown, and then all of a sudden everything goes downhill right away. And you see how much meter Strider's been using EXs liberally, and he still has 2.5 bars right here.
You're right.
Well, you know what? Speaking of meter right now, Romance has everything in store.
Oh, it was too far!
Oh boy.
Here comes
There was one bar that he used, level up, and that's perfect for the meaty into the commando jump.
I'm worried for Romance.
Yep, here we go. Again, this time goes for the meaty again, but look at the stun right there. But who cares about the stun? It's about the death right now, and that fireball, like you said, such a great zoning tool. Oh, look, he goes right through the orb.
I'm telling you, that trigger is so great against so many characters, but G can actually attack through it with Axe Kick. That V-trigger doesn't work the same way against G. I'm telling you. I believe in this.
Well, so far, the way that match played out, I don't think anybody is going to disagree with you in the chat right now. So, once again, I want to give a shout-outs to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in for the Capcom Cup Last Chance Qualifiers. We are watching some Romance versus Gustavo right now. But so far, it has really just been watching Gustavo at this point because his G has just been destroying Romance.
Well, think back to the first half of each of those rounds. What if Romance had not whiffed the slide that caught him put into the corner? Like, very little things like that really could have changed it up. So I don't think Romance is out of this at all. And again, I like the range he's playing right now. I think this is fine for him. He was ready.
Time for... Oh, okay. Got caught by the EX there. And again,
just like that, your corner. From anywhere.
And then the meaty, here we go, damage, juggles.
Romance is in big trouble. Next one's for stun and death.
Oh, the empty jump low. Gustavo doing a great job with the mix-up right there. And this is, it's really interesting because, in older Street Fighter games, obviously, we had characters like M. Bison and Super Turbo who was like all offense, no defense. And that's kind of what G is in this game.
No, that's exactly why I'm playing him. Because I played Bison in that game. I mean, also, he's good Q. There's two reasons. I love him. Yeah, he's so great.
Yeah. He is definitely all about. Look at the spacing right now on those I want to call it crack shoot from CBS2, but
here comes EX. Corner carry still good now. Romance is stuck. He has resource.
So much damage. Oh, those orbs. Okay, but not spending the meter just yet. Gets the throw. Okay, so one hit from Romance could take it at this point in time. There we go, perfect. And this one will definitely kill.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources used, but you got to do what you got to do. And I continue to like a lot of what Romance pulled the rounds well throughout most of the time. It's just a matchup of.
So the interesting thing about with their orbs.
Nice pressure comes now. Strider has his own super all of a sudden.
Oh, the forward throw not going to be quite enough.
Oh, the block!
What a block.
Oh my God!
Oh,
No.
you could be dead.
Yeah, all bets are off. I've never seen that happen.
Side switch, maybe? But here we go, into the juggle. How much meter is he going to spend here?
I don't think he needs to spend any.
Jeez. Empty jump, low, no, goes for the punch.
Oh my God, no, it's just
he's just going to chip him.
What is that going to do?
Is it going to kill?
No, she's out of there.
Oh,
She's out of there.
Reversal, a V reversal, of course.
But why? Gustavo, what are you doing?
He forgot.
I can't believe it. Look at the smile on his face. It didn't need to happen like that. It didn't need to happen like that.
Man.
Wow. Like, what if that just hadn't been a block string and he had just done super?
Right.
That would have been it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So Romance lives another day. And like I said before, I still continue to like a lot of what Romance does in Nooch. Mixing up here. All right, let's see what he got.
What's really interesting to me is that the way that Romance is winning this right now is that, as we mentioned, G is all offense, no defense, and Romance has been going to town on the aggression now. He has just been playing so forward-moving.
I think that's the way to do it in this matchup for Manat. It's not the typical control. It's not the typical, V-trigger pressure, whatever. It's, you have to be in there because you can't get pressured.
Yeah,
sure.
how often do you see Manat think about trying to jump forward with the jump fierce to get in on you?
For sure.
Not very often, but that's what Romance was doing. Oh boy, command throw.
That's the round.
Into the stun, and since that's just one move, this is going to be a lot of damage here.
That may be it if he gets super right here.
I don't think he wants to spend it though.
Oh, you're right.
Because he's got all this meter.
He didn't go for the combo for super anyway.
And I mean life meter, so yeah, he's just chipping out with those there, that she can't really get anything activated. And she wants to get that slide into activation or something.
Making her block stuff right now is giving her super, so I don't know if that's advisable.
Yeah, but you know what? Even still, it's going to take a reset with a full resource
Oh my God.
everything.
Now she has super in part because of what Gus was doing,
right.
And now it is Romance's time to shine. Gotta make something big happen.
Yep, there it is.
There's one. He needs more. He knows it. Oh my God, the gutsiness. Now there's no V reversal anymore, and Gus has one of the best ways to just move in there and do the super. That's what he wants. He wants chip kill.
Yeah, because he knows he doesn't have any meter, so that's why Romance out there. Oh no! Oh, he saved the meter.
Wow,
Gustavo,
I can't believe it. But all right, it worked out for him. Now we got match point on both.
Yeah.
Romance and Strider. This is
last round
I mean of the pool. It's round 2 of the pool.
Oh, okay. And they're both sitting on full critical art meter right now.
Oh, he takes the chance and doesn't end up mattering.
Man,
knockdowns get rid of the levels.
Whatever that adjustment he made after game number 1 has been working so well for him, because look at this life lead that Romance has right now.
Yeah, and I feel a little bit of impatience on Gustavo.
Yeah,
you see the movement from him is a little impatient, but he does have trigger, and that's one of the better comeback V-triggers in the game. I don't know if it's going to come up even. Romance is pressuring so well. That's it. Look at that jump early fierce. That's going to do it. Romance takes it over 801 Strider, sending Strider to losers, and that's going to be Romance versus Smug in round 3 of pools.
So Romance looking good in more ways than one right now, so...
Absolutely. Look at that classic look on that man. I love it.
I know, right?
He could be from any decade. It's just one of those good classic looks. I like it.
Well, look, I feel like he could be running a circus right now, and he definitely just, had a nice little circus match against Gustavo over there. So the ringmaster doing his job here at the Capcom Cup. So, all right,
well, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more Street Fighter V in just a little bit.
Dad, how do I eat all the ghosts? Dad.
I can teach you, buddy.
Bring the classic arcade experience home with Arcade One-Up. Cabinets and risers each sold separately. And now it's time.
spacing on that down forward fierce.
Oh, this is such a good sequence here from Knuckle. Do another stun. How
And here's the stun. Big round.
Great hitting of builders.
And after all the reversals we saw baited out, put the fear in Ricky to let that EX Billy Bird fly again.
Just needs to not be in that situation. Great whip punish. Wake up.
With buttons.
Yeah, in winner's side. Now it's fine for Ricky if that happens. Great throw.
Corner pressure, here we go. Let's see. Oh, the clap!
Between the string, it just keeps hitting. Oh, goes behind. Big damage.
Oh, that time it does work. Oh,
Oh,
gets clipped.
Activation.
Oh!
Oh!
He was ready.
Ricky Ortiz with the reason.
And that time Knuckle did risk it all with a critical art. Ricky Ortiz hadn't pressed anything, had the down charge, was ready. This grand finals. It's underneath with the crash medium punch.
Ricky, not
And
full
it's
of
on the
that
splash.
anymore.
Here we go.
Meaty throw. Needs more of those. That clap. Sticking it out. And again. We're not ready. I'm not punishing it.
Looking for that hard punch.
Oh, wow.
Corner.
Pulled the screen back. That's towards there. Connects this time. Drop kick.
Really not a good situation to put yourself into. Not able to react to that drop kick.
Oh, this time it hits.
I really like how he's changing the time up on the charge drop kick as well between the level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, it really does keep his opponents guessing. Ricky fighting so well from the corner, though. He's dealt with all of that pressure.
Generally how Mika plays, right? You just vary your options up until one hits. And then just try to make the most of that corner. Nice confirm there off the medium punch. Here we go. Catches the backlash. Activates.
Let's go. She's coming. Oh! Just as she went for something. That's so unfortunate. Probably went to try and throw.
Ricky Ortiz just hesitated to punish that whip splash. Could have done the critical art actually. Would have won the round. And Adesco would have been nowhere to be seen. But just hesitated. Because that fear of that V-trigger activation. But now it's in the corner.
I'll try to press the button afterwards.
I like to get frame advantage.
In this round. Big hit.
That was a huge, huge turnaround. And the stun's gone as well. Gonna get clipped. Oh, ready. Adesco saves the day.
Oh my word. What a sequence.
And that was all about Nadeshko turning the momentum round.
So ready to convert off of that trade as well.
Goes into the lead 2-1.
Tournament game now for Knuckle.
This young man had such a difficult year. He's come into form. Really flying the flag for the United States against all the international opposition he's been up against. But right now, it's an all-American affair here in grand finals. Ricky Ortiz fighting for her life in this tournament.
Thousands of players all year.
Of course, she doesn't even have to win this set. She has to win 2. Find out the loser's bracket.
It boils down to these two. Best Ricky Ortiz in the corner. Backdashes on wake up to escape the pressure.
And another drop kick. Has to be reversal. Doesn't want to take that pressure, especially not in the corner.
Oh, good splash. Wow, 2 forward fierces in a row.
That's using the jab there to check. No whip punish on the down forward fierce again.
And great defense from the corner there from Ricky. She's come out of that one alive somehow.
Oh, instant air legs.
Oh, that's changed everything.
Come out. This is going to hurt.
Let's go.
Oh, that's going to be the round. And we are going to set point. Knuckle Dude is looking to close it out and get his name put on that cup. His name put on that check.
Tournament point here for Knuckle Dude. He's been the player of the last few months, undoubtedly. Looking to confirm it here. Can Ricky do something about it, though? Off to a great start. Lovely hit confirms. Missed her meaty throw just when she could have got the stun. Let's throw it again. Can't let the Knuckle Dude get going. Well interrupted and gets across underneath. Beautiful round from Ricky Ortiz. Saves himself 1 run from match point. Can she do the rest? Final round. Fight. Match point here. Tournament point here for Knuckle Dude. But still. Oh, walks into a collab.
It's a lot cagier play from Ricky Ortiz. She's playing a lot more reactively, defensively, trying to zone.
Oh, this could be the moment, Logan. This could be it. Ricky's got to get out of here.
Oh,
Great choice.
and a great use of that EX spinning bird kick. It's been the real lifesaver. It's keeping her in the game.
And that drop kick has been a big problem.
No V reversal there again, and not a reversal. Finally,
Oh, and still under pressure.
doesn't really get you anything though. Out of the corner, fought away
Nice,
up.
nice. Back in this. Knuckles gets clipped. Oh,
Tries
that's
to
not
lock
lucky.
but it doesn't work out.
No, still alive. Still in there. Tournament point. EX spinning bird kick.
Want to activate and try and get something. Here we go.
Oh, jab, jab.
Oh,
That's
and he
it. Come
puts it
on.
out.
Knuckle do.
Knuckle-Do is your Capcom Cup champion.
What a
This young
performance.
man.
There you have it.
You're watching the Capcom Cup Last Chance Qualifiers, brought to you by Arcade 1-Up, the official arcade cabinet of the Capcom Pro Tour, Victrix, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour, Vertigear, the official gaming chair of the Capcom Pro Tour, and Razer, the official fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour.
All right, we're back. And it's
And-
going to be Jones Arcade.
Yep, once again, back onto the stream. We saw him play earlier, doing very, very well.
But this is also SZY Zumi, and I'm really excited to watch this. Zumi is one of the best jury players on the internet.
And that is a character that I think is super underrated.
Okay.
I think that character is much stronger than people give her credit for. I don't think she's going to be top tier or high tier or anything like that, but I see people mention Jury as, you know, bottom tier character and stuff like that, and I definitely do not think that that is the case.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what Zumi's going to do with this character. I haven't had a chance to see a lot of his matches.
You know, I see him now and then on uploads put up by the various YouTubers who just like take good online players and put them on the internet on YouTube. So I've definitely seen him play a lot, and there's a lot of strength. He does a lot of cool stuff. He really milks a lot out of the character.
But we saw Jones Arcade earlier. So this is Japan versus Jones Arcade is from the UK. So we've got Japan versus UK going on over here, and that's actually kind of exciting to me. A very international flavor here, as I mentioned.
SZY Zumi. Okay, just like that, he's got the crush. It's a big chance already. Jones Arcade thought that he had the anti-air, was not ready. Oh,
See
almost
right
stunned.
there.
It's so close. And backing off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart thing. A lot of times when the opponent knows that they want you, that you want the stun, and so they can play this kind of really reactive defensive game. So I like that Zumi wasn't pushing too hard with that.
Sure. Yeah, no, I hear it. Look at the spacing right here. You see that spot?
Yeah.
That was a good spot right there. That's hard to
Standing
battle.
medium kick with Jury is like one of the most underrated normal buttons in the game. That
It's
button
strong. It's
blows
strong.
up so many things, and it actually has that ability to beat like low moves. You know, it can hit like crouching medium kicks and stuff like that.
Here you go. Jones Arcade has the pressure.
And what's interesting about the way that
Very
it hits
light.
at those ranges too is that it's bufferable if they touch a button and
Big
not
chance.
bufferable if they don't.
Here we go. Jones is going to spend one bar on it. That's great damage for that. Waking up with buttons. He was right. I mean, he had the right call. Just like that now. It's triggered.
All right, back dashing away from the throw.
But the thing is, the Jury's mobility, especially in trigger, is just so good. It's hard. Even if you reversal her away, she's in your face again. She's right there. Look at that.
Okay, crush counter sweep.
Wake up grab.
No, wake up back throw. Oh my God! And confirm on one pinwheel, just like that.
Pretty
In the-
impressive.
and even to just think of doing the pinwheel in that situation, you know, that was definitely that you was gonna walk forward, try to be aggressive.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Very, very strong stuff. I love the mobility. I love the pressure. And it was often pressure from just smart spots. You know, he did a great job defensively as well when it seemed like Jones probably thought that a wake-up, EX move was coming or wake-up super was coming. Instead, Zumi had the back grab. Understanding exactly
Yeah.
right? The little wheel of options right there. So that was just all around super well played coming out of Zumi. Very interesting stuff. This is in Pool A1, by the way, which this is to get into winners finals. The other side will be either K-Brad or Toy.
This is the same pool as the toy pool
Yes,
that
it
we saw
is. Yes, it
with
is.
Itachi and everyone. So Itachi and Zumi were both in this pool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, here we go. Jones Arcade coming back in here. He's really got to find a way to get past this like aggressive style of play right now from Zumi. Okay.
There you go, yeah.
Not quite safe jump.
And then again, it's just excellent defense. Look at this.
What an
The anti-air was
autocorrect,
right
yeah.
there. I'm super impressed by the defensive choices coming out of Zumi. I think that's the thing that I'm thinking about the most. I like the pressure from Jury, of course, the movement from her, that's what you expect, but the defense has been so on point.
And the great thing about that defense, it is the defense while playing the offense, you know? So she is being aggressive, you know, and able to...
Here you go. Jones Arcade turning it around just like that.
Okay, he said, you know what? I know that that's not a true block string. I'm going to uppercut right in the middle of that and blow you up. So good stuff. The Jones Arcade taking that round. Oh, wow, what a start. Just goes right in there, confirm on one button into the EX.
Great spot right there by Jones, and he's looking for something big. It looked like he wanted the Dragon Punch, didn't it?
I mean, I think that's why he was crouching. He just got hit during the down forward position right before he hit the button.
I love the button places that he's bringing out. Again, the auto press looking good.
Uppercut, yeah, good stuff. Oh, the battle of heavy kick
Here you go.
right now.
Here you go. Jones is a big threat. One more for the stun, maybe the round as well.
Oh, no, anti-air right there. Jones Arcade definitely could have uppercut in time, just wasn't ready for that back jump. He's going to get hit. And, of course, the cancel right there from the V-trigger activation.
That's match point. SCY Zumi.
Yeah, we saw Jones Arcade, as we said earlier on stream, he was able to win his first match, but fighting up against the Jury. And again, you know, it's one of those situations that you kind of ask similarly when we saw Nash. It's like, how often do you get practice against this character, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Not a common character. Again, back and forth, out of Jury. I love the movement from her. One of my favorite things to watch. Ooh, the little setup, and it's the stun. You gotta think that's it.
And you know what? He's already taken off the headset. Jones Arcade had already taken off. As soon as the stun happened, he just, I could see it out of the corner of my eye. The hands reached up, he took the headset off, and that was it right there.
Well, extremely impressive showing from SCY Zumi, who will play either Toy or K-Brad in the winners finals of the pool. We'll have to find out what happens. Again, if you'd like to follow along, go to smash.gg and search for the last chance qualifier. And like I said, everything's being updated live.
Yeah, and again, you know, Jury is one of those characters that I feel like is going to sneak up on a lot of people, you know, because, like I said, people who play the game, they know, like, she's not a bad character or anything like that, but I feel like she just has this reputation because of Season 2, you know, and Season 1 a little bit, like, people are just like...
I do think that she has some problems. Some of her stuff,
her
stuff is
sure.
not real if you see it for the first time, and you might think it is, but there are gaps in things. Some of her normals don't really work in the way that you would expect, but I definitely don't think that she's one of the worst characters.
Right,
in the game,
and the reason why I was bringing it up is just that I feel like that's why she's going to catch a lot of people off guard. Because you don't feel like, even Zeku, I was talking about how it's kind of like a sleeper character. I feel like a lot of people are probably, you know, studying Zeku now because they see Angry Birds in here, but like, I don't know if anybody's out there going like, well, let me make sure I know how to fight Jury before I'm coming into this last chance qualifiers.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Kind of situation.
Maybe.
So it's a tough thing to handle.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go to, let's see, this is, oh man, this is pool A4. Let me see where we are in the bracket as we have Ryusei versus Denka Diaz. This is winners finals of the pool. Denka Diaz. So Aziz took out Hochi.
Oh,
then
wow.
Denka Diaz took out Aziz.
Okay.
So that was all one side of the bracket.
I know
Dang.
Hochi, you know, I apologize ahead of time. We keep bringing it up. But we remember him last year. He had the kill combo on Nemo and dropped it.
That's right.
And,
allowing Nemo to move on in the LCQ and ultimately get third place in Capcom Cup.
Exactly.
But that could have been Hochi.
Yeah.
No, it's well, I'm sure he'll never forget that either.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be winners finals here.
And it's Ryusei, of course, Evo champion Ryusei. Of course,
although not in this game.
Not in this game. But that is obvious what kind of caliber player that he is.
Absolutely right, yeah. Now, on Denka Diaz's side, he has been moving away from Dhalsim. And he's not giving up Dhalsim entirely, but he is bringing in a couple of other characters. I've seen him play Blanca quite a bit. There's somebody else, too. I'm not sure.
That is definitely
Gonna be
vibes.
Dawson here versus Ryusei Urian.
Well, this is the matchup that we were expecting.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure that I did expect this out of Denki Diaz because I feel this is a little tough for Sim to try out, at least at the start. He does get a chance to play against strong Urians. We have California. Here we go. Winners finals of Pool A4.
Of course, Ryusei from Japan, Denki Diaz from the U.S.
Yep, from
Never
Southern
give
California specifically.
That's right, and we are coming to you live from the Luxor Esports Arena here in Las Vegas. First time Capcom Cup being in Vegas.
A little bit of chasing. You know, one of the things about Denki Diaz's style is that he's more setup and pressure heavy than many other Dhalsims. He didn't come to Dhalsim as like a lifelong zoner player. In fact, he wants to move, and that's why he picks Dhalsim in this game. He likes Dhalsim's setups. He thinks he's tricky. He thinks he's that kind of sim, and I think that actually is better in this matchup. It's not as easy to just zone out Urian.
Yeah, we had an execution error right there from Denki Diaz. It's going to cost him a lot of life and get stuck in the corner position. You can see Ryusei taking advantage of that fully right now.
Here you go. Oh, well, that's fine, too, for Denki Diaz, who backs off. He's been set up, too.
Denki
He's
Diaz.
got, oh, my God.
Denki Diaz, one of
Look
the
at this. One
best
more for the round.
at the V-trigger.
Absolutely.
He is so good at using this thing. And
Keep it going. He wants it. There it is.
Oh, got to the
It's
side.
still there. Oh, my God.
He got him. Can he juggle? Oh, he doesn't even need to juggle. He gets a side switch, and there is the Denki Diaz. I love it.
What a stolen round, by the way. Ryusei did so well in the first 2/3 of that round.
And it just went away. But I like how that, you know, Denki Diaz didn't come in here with the traditional Dhalsim mindset. He just played the character because he likes him. And so, yeah.
He likes Street Fighter 5 Dhalsim. I don't know if he likes Street Fighter 4, Super Turbo Dhalsim, and those characters.
Exactly. So that's one of the reasons why he's so effective with this character, because he can approach
You
the
can't
character.
do that. You can't do that. Ryusei, chill out, buddy.
Oh, man. I love how he just, like, sleeps in the air.
Oh, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Now, but that said, I do like that he got a couple of hits.
Yeah, it's not a big chunk of damage unless Dhalsim can get like the combo stuff off of it.
Right.
So a lot of times
unsafe.
it's better just to run into that V-Trigger 2 fireball. I've seen people literally just jump
me
into
too.
it even before he gets to ignite it, you know. And that's one of the tricky things too, because as a Dhalsim player, you want to activate it at a range where the opponent can't just run into it right away.
Look at this mobility right now by Ryusei. I love the dashing from him. He's picking great spots to do knees and to do chariot tackle. It's very mobile. And that's you know, maybe a style that works against maybe traditional sim, red zoning sim, but that's not really his opponent right now.
Nice setup.
How many times?
Oh,
the pressure comes out of
Okay.
Dhalsim. What's going on? Look at this. The Gale's way plus frames, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Super plus on block. Oh, nice charge right there. Chariot tackle right under the jumping roundhouse, but there we go.
Oh, it's still there?
But only got hit by one hit, and that's great for Denki Diaz.
Yeah, I'm worried right now
Oh,
for Ryusei.
boy,
Look at
here
this.
we go.
Into the sky.
He's got
Yes,
it.
keep it going. Oh, my God.
All right, and one more. Uno más. You got to deal
Look at
with
him
another
sliding.
one coming
You want to punish. You have this feeling in your gut, like you see
Right,
Dhalsim slide. You got to do something about it, but you can't. You got to back off.
Right, it's not like if Dhalsim gets hit, it
It's
goes
coming.
away. You
It's
know
coming.
what I mean?
Where's he gonna go?
He tries to get out. He can't get out. It's still there. It comes back down into it. It's set up perfectly for the instant air jumping medium kick right there.
That was worst case scenario for Ryusei because that activation came so far away, and then Denki Diaz, his approach with it was so slow. He didn't like go in for the teleport immediately. He very slowly forced Ryusei into the corner, and that was so well played by Denki Diaz.
What a cool idea for a trigger, because I mean you do that and Dhalsim of course can teleport all around the screen, and he's like the perfect character that can take advantage and reignite it and send it ping-ponging around the stage.
Here we go. Ryusei finally has the corner for himself. In round one he did, since then not. And again he's got to deal with this. How does he already have trigger? Ryusei in trouble. Backing off. He gave a pressure order to set this up. You can't press
you can't, and you're gonna fall on that again. But you know what? Like we said, maybe sometimes that's just the better way to do it. You know, take the trade and the way
very
up
nice.
EX. Okay.
Activation
Oh,
point
here we go. Mirror time. Oh boy. Oh, look at Dhalsim. He's just chilling in the sky. Not even worried about it at all.
That's somebody who knows the matchup right there.
Oh, and he got the standing medium kick in time against the fireball. But was that a fireball, or was that supposed to be a V reversal, maybe?
I think, well, it came out as a fireball, certainly.
Right, so he might have been holding down back and then hit slid it to forward and, punches to try to do the V reversal? Because that was a weird wake-up fireball situation. He didn't have the meter for the EX, so it's hard to tell.
You can see him really trying to figure out where to stand against Denka Diaz's Dawson. And so far, he has not found consistently good spots. He's only had the corner once since round 1, and that was ended almost immediately. So we got to see more out of Yusei here. He takes the time.
God, look at that evasion right now.
So as Sim, you can't just V-scale right up into this guy normally because he'll get hit by Chariot Tackle. But if you jump and then do it, Denka Diaz knows you're going to be safe there.
Here we go. Gale mix-ups, and he goes for the throw. Oh, look at that! And just teleports away. I love that. The in and out right now, just making it so that Ryusei has to react to everything. He's like, okay, got to prepare for the pressure, and then all of a sudden Denka Diaz teleports away.
He's so ready for everything right now. Ryusei is in big trouble. He has triggers, and look, he's got one of those. Here we go.
Make it under it. Okay, here we go.
What's the mix-up? Got to make it big.
Okay.
Punish! He could have had so much more. And now, I am concerned for Ryusei. Don't press the button, friend.
Yeah, and it eats it up. Oh, he thought he could hit him from the other side, but the fireball was still coming. There it is, Denka Diaz. And you said that was the winner's finals of this pool?
It was.
So Denka Diaz makes it out on winner's side of his pool to semi-finals. Ooh.
Now, in loser's side, Hochi has made it into loser's semifinals. Got to see if it's a Z's or DGAL. So there's a lot to be done left in this pool. If you'd like to see all the results for the pool so far, again, check it out on Smash.gg. It's all being updated live.
You got one of your Dawsums out there in the semis, so Denka Diaz.
Are you contending that I was rooting for Denka Diaz just because he plays Dawsum and is from the same area that I'm from?
Of course not. We're completely unbiased. We are completely unbiased here as what? We're too biased? I think they're going to kick us off. I think they're going to replace us with a couple of other commentators. Guys, we're going to take a break, and we're going to get some other guys on here who probably are a little more unbiased. So we'll see.
They're from SoCal like we are as well.
I know, right?
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
Excuse me, this is hanging here. Let me get this tightened up.
Come on, straighten it up.
We out here. Tasty Steve, IFC Yipes. Y'all already know what time it is. Last chance qualifier action here at the Esports Arena. Hold on, time out. What's up?
Before we go anywhere, we need to talk about this jacket, though, the Young Sting.
Listen, I asked the Capcom Lords if it's cool if I could rock this, and it's a beauty. They stamped the seal of approval, and we are here. So it's beautiful. Not only did we start off with some drip, we are going to get with the quips.
Oh,
yeah,
let's
there you
go.
go, boss. Boss.
Look, I hope you guys are ready. We already saw James and David up here talking about some of the matches that we already have started, but this is Capcom Cup. This is what everybody's been fighting for the entire year. This is what everybody has been waiting for, and we have another match waiting for you guys, and it's a banger. If you don't believe me, just look at your screen. That is Bushin style, Diddy Mokov. Diddy Mo.
Diddy Mook. No, listen. You know what I love about this setup right now? It's pretty intimate, right? We're literally right next to the players, so I can actually feel the salt and the excitement all at the same time.
Oh, yeah. The air gets a little thicker when you start perspiring. That salt comes right out of the pores. It's a little musty in the room. That's what happens, man. People get beat up. They don't know where to go, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Bushin style is a sleeper.
Zeku.
Dude,
Zeku.
People come to SoCal. This dude has beaten Zhao Hai at Wednesday Night Fights. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen Zhao Hai crack a smile of comfort and defeat at the same time, but there it was. But Diddy Mo, that boy is also a boss. He's been around for quite some time, doing a lot of work, still rocking the Dawson like a champ.
This bus ass is brought to you by...
Brought to you by Looking Cool While Bussing, said ass. Get those outfits right now. Deck out your characters in the coolest.
No, but this is going to be dope, though, for sure. The Bushin style, of course, represented as SoCal. We always see him in the Wednesday Night Fights. Diddy Mokov, though, all the way from Brazil, moved over to Las Vegas just to step his SH up. And this is a beautiful thing that we're going to see here. The pool action, of course. Rashid versus Dawson. A lot of Dawsons actually don't like this matchup. But you know what? I feel like Dawson's one of those characters that actually evolved during the game.
Yo, also, you got to remember that Bushin style has switched over to the Zeku train. He's been playing more Zeku than anything. So the fact that he switched to Rashid in this matchup lets you know how he feels about this matchup. However, Diddy Mo, clear your throat. Yeah.
Diddy Mo. Diddy Mo. No, but seriously though, one of the things I like about Diddy Moka's gameplay in general, he's one of the most aggressive style doubts I've seen in a minute. Of course, granted, we see guys like Commander Jesse that take that aggressive approach sometimes. Even Dan Cadillas, even Sticky Dillas. But at the end of the day, though, Diddy Mo is actually a Dowsim that rushes down. And you know me, I'm not too fond of the lane play, but I give this man a stamp of approval. Diddy Mo.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You talk about like the different styles you can play Dawson. When we have a lot of them now, man. You have like super defensive Dawson coming from like F-Champ. You have like the super backdash heavy at the right time, Commander Jesse. You do have what we talked about, Dank It Is. And then you have Diddy Mo, one of those guys who plays really solid, but not faring too well in his matchup already. As you can see, Bush's style with the switch up. Also, let's talk about the fact that we're just now getting to the point in Street Fighter V where people are confidently counterpicking at this point. Like, there's not a lot of people that have those pocket characters now and who are willing to pull them up. I can tell you right now, Bushin has had a lot of time with Rashid, so having this character confidently in his pocket is really good, especially from what you said about the matchup.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is a good pick for the simple fact that once he gets him in the corner, that's when it's all eyes on Rashid. But Diddy Mokov, though, doing an excellent job keeping this man at bay.
Oh,
nice.
Crush counter.
Jump.
Break the glass. Teleport to the other side.
Wake up buttons. He doesn't believe in your meaties. He's a vegetarian. That's just how it goes down. The V reversal. Okay, helicopter proper. We're looking for that crush counter. I like that string just to push him away.
Oh, falls back into the whirlwind. Needs to be careful. Tries to go for the frame trap. Diddy Mokov not having any of it. Ooh, that movement.
That's punishment, absolutely. He was going a little too hard there with that dive kick, and he is dead. Diddy Mokov. Now, I want to know, though, is Bushin style, even though he was comfortable early on in the rounds, is he actually going to switch off now? Is he actually going to live up to the name?
Speaking
What's
of
going on?
Shanghai, he just walked over.
He's
checking this out. He knows.
He's like, I'm a big fan. Big fan. Shanghai, big fan? Big fan?
Big fan? Yeah.
Big fan? My man.
Looking
my
warm.
Man.
I see him. This is what I like to see, man. Zhao, one of the most dangerous people here when it comes to the world of street
Let's be
fighting.
serious. He's young. He's dangerous. Still young.
And he feeling himself, man. That's the thing about these young players, man. They be feeling themselves so hard. Out on the playground, just tossing sand in everybody's eyes. Like, I'm not too hotness on the street. Speaking of hotness, the flames.
We are taking them to the barbecue. Wow, right over the standing media kick with that standing roundhouse. Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay, big damage. Got a clean 30% there. That's good. We still getting our ball on. Let's go. Rashid. Halal, double halal in the mix.
Oh, let him cook.
Cook up la man. Cook up man.
Oh,
okay.
nice EX to get out of there. I like that. I like that. Rashid with a lot of gray on his life bar. Diddy Mokov, he said, find a hit, he draws the sword from its sheath. Smacks him in the face, takes him
That's
around.
bar. Shout out to Lupe Fiasco. I've been seeing a lot of his Aikido game. Aikido?
Shout out
have
to
it
the
wrong?
big bro.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nah, he's that karate guy. The katas.
Okay. I like that string right there. That little three pieces to push him in the corner fast. He already got him where he wants. So Rashid, this is where he graduates. Right here. Oh, but we out of there. I like that. The slide just to get out of the corner. Oh my goodness, the Gale. Watch it.
That's why this matchup is like such a problem, right? If like Dawson gets locked down at any point in time, especially with a Rashid that has meter, he's gonna question every turn. That EX not gonna work out, gets the flame back into the corner. I like Diddy Mokov controlling. Air Gale backs up a little bit, gives him a little room to hang himself. He knows that wall jump is coming. There it is.
Yeah, that was so smart though from Diddy Mokov. He's trying to keep him in the corner, keep that stun meter high. That's what he was being so aggressive, and that's what I was saying earlier. Diddy Mokov, one of the rare Dowsons that actually stays on your culo like white on rice. That's just what he does. And if he's not doing that, then he's not comfortable with his gameplay. And he's up right now and about to take this win.
And he is looking good in this matchup. And you can see right now, like, Bushin style. Okay, gets in with the EX.
No grabs for you. And I like that. Diddy Mokov always checking the delays on the frame traps.
Oh, yeah.
I like that with the standing jab. All right, we're trying to open him up. All right, he's in. The punishment, no. On the teleport, you let him out too easy. Let some damage out on the table.
Yeah, that was a really good teleport to get out of there, though. Uh-oh.
Is that actually going to hit? No, he low profile that, right? Yep, with the low forward.
Gets a lot of chip on there, but still, look at the green life he just stole away from Bushin style. Uh-oh. Diddy Mokov, he's clearing his throat.
Oh, no crouching strong there from Bushin style. Just letting him get easy there with the jump in. With the teleports, I should say.
And you can tell he's reaching. You can tell he's reaching right now. Spinning meter just to move around. And the round is looking just about done. And the set as well. Diddy Mo, jig it.
Yeah, you said Diddy Mo wins. Dawson wins.
I saw him when I walked in, man. I saw him when I walked in. And I'm glad that you mentioned it. I actually forgot that he moved over just recently, just to get that upgrade in the tech, especially like being in Vegas. That gives you access to SoCal. It gives you access to NorCal. On top of that, now NorCal has like a continuing Wednesday night fight scene. That's not including the locals that go on in between, Vegas, NorCal, SoCal. It's a good little spot to be in, especially if you moved over here from another country to try to get that tech level up. Very smart play by Didi Mokov, and it's already paying off as he takes his first set versus my boy Bushin style. But we are back. Capcom Cup.
Listen, man, we had
2018. Let's go.
Let me touch up on that, man. We started all the way from March, ending up all the way over here. And mind you, this is just the teaser. This ain't even the main dish yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This is just the last chance qualifiers, so somebody can actually get that spot in the top 32 going up against Phenom. Everybody knows in this building, if whoever qualifies is going up against Phenom. And that is no easy feat, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see who earns it on the way towards the top. To the top of the CPT boards.
Going
To the top.
To the top.
To the top of the CPT boards. But man, shout out to all my Warriors and Monsters. Please tweet it out. Twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. Tasty C, IFC Yipes is in the building. What more can you ask for?
Look, first off, if you're not here, you should be watching it. And it's early, but we still getting it. Yipes came in the full. Bruh, this thing jacket is actually
Listen, let me tell you something. I don't use this word a lot because I feel like it's corny, but you know what? I do feel drippy today.
You're dripping right now. You're dripping.
I don't use it as much, but I do feel drippy today.
Check out your Urban Dictionary if you don't know what that means. Speaking of dripping, Cal was just walking by. But this next match.
Que lo que. We got one of my fellow Dominicans, De Lo Mio, of course. D.R. Mandrake, one of the best Urians in the business. Absolutely. Going up against Furo Johnny. I like that. He's using the government. The government. Straight Johnny. My name's Johnny.
My name is Johnny. Call me as such. Also, I like the fact that we got a Urian. We have a lot of people that I feel like season 2 to season 3. I feel like Urian has always been a threat. He's still a threat. We heard Sanford, your boy Sanford, actually talk about like he's still worried about running into a very, very solid Urian.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's DR Mandrake. That's him.
Yeah.
Like, he is the guy that is stuck to this character, playing it very well now. And in all honesty, Mr. Johnny might have his trouble cut out for him.
Listen, you got to understand, anybody that's coming here to the last chance qualifiers, in their heart, I know they feel like they're killers. Shoot, they might be killers. I never actually seen this man play. This is the first time. To me, this is his debut, so let's see what he brings to the table. He already knows what the time it is. If he is very consistent in watching some of the CPT action, Street Fighter 5 in general, I know for sure he knows DR Mandrake is, and I know he's done his homework. Because, I mean, look, coming to the last chance qualifiers, you already got to look at the bracket rundown, right? As you go through, okay, if I win this match, I got to go up against this guy. If I win this match, such and such. You're already getting that knowledge in terms of the matchups, you know what I mean? But, however, you're going to have to deal with the person at the same time. There's different style of characters, so let's see exactly how he's going to deal with Mandrake. And Mandrake is such a monster with these Aegis setups. You're going to see it, though. It's 50-50. He's going to play roulette with him, and we in Vegas. Ironically. The irony. We're in Vegas.
Surprise, all in your eyes. You are definitely about to play some roulette.
But yeah, Dominican Republic versus Japan. You know, and that's been the tale as of recent when it comes to the top players, the top echelon players on Earth.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the internationals pretty much making a stand for. We always knew that Dominican Republic was one of the strongest countries out there when it comes to Street Fighter 5 and fighting games in general.
Yeah,
but the fact that they're actually taking their time out to come out here and go against the best of the best, knowing what's on the line, is such a beautiful thing. So big ups to De Lo Mio, of course.
Hey.
That's mine. That means those are mine.
Okay.
De Lo Mio.
All right.
You know
I respect that. Johnny rocking the Karen going up against this Urian. Nah, man, it makes a lot of sense, man. Street Fighter is definitely one of those games that the community is everywhere. A lot of people always question, like, they're like, why do everybody consider, like, Street Fighter like that game? It's like, because you have people everywhere playing it. Just like you said before, man, there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to need these outfits to bust that proper ass. And the sale is underway. Wait a minute. MOV, the God, master of vampires.
I don't know if this guy actually bleeds. I actually don't know.
Bro, that is the master of vampires.
You see the love and respect, man. He came up to us. See, that makes me giddy. You know what? Let me not even talk about it.
One of my favorite players of all time.
100%. All right, here we go. So, look, this matchup right here, we've seen it many times, originally from Punk versus Nemo. One of the hard things for Urians is going to have to deal with is, of course, getting walked down to the corner.
Oh, yeah. That standing hard kick coming from Karen is one of those things. What a whip punish.
Crouching strong. Pearl River. The river is Pearl. The cross-up. Wow, the trade with the crouching jab? Okay, but it's still in Magic's favor. At least it's not in the corner, so that works out for him. He got the lead. Now he can actually use those metallic spears if he really wants to. But Johnny, though,
I like that. Getting that carry right there. Didn't need to spend any of those bars. Still gets the corner. Crush count understanding. Hard punch. Back throw again. Stun.
He's out of there.
Danger.
As soon as he gets a chance, he needs to activate. He needs to bring down that stun meter. Nice anti-air. He waited for it.
Shoulder. No, a little too late on the shoulder. There's the activation. Dr. Mandrake takes round 1.
DR, that's Dominican Republic.
Nah, man, he's a doctor.
Doctor, man. He's just serving it. He's just serving it. He's serving it. You know what? You know why he's such a good doctor? Because he has all the patience. He has all the patience. That's bars.
See, DR. Let me stop.
No, but you had it though. You had it though. All right, right now, Johnny though. Looks like he got the down a little bit, and he got that stun meter high, and immediately goes to Stun City. Dancing with the Poyos is Mandrake. Can he actually finish the job? No, he's saving that meter. Are we going for the back throw?
And that is looking pretty good for Fudo's Johnny in his second game.
No, but that's one thing that Mandrake is going to have to keep in mind here. He is going to have to be very aware of the situation. Karen can easily walk down Urian, but if Mandrake actually sees these strings, he can actually walk. He can actually dash back. For example, crouch strong, you wait. That's a free back dash. So it's all up to Johnny to really know the defensive options. I like the check there with the EX chariot attack with the whip punish on the crouching strong. Johnny, that is Johnny. I might have to call this man robotic. Johnny 5?
Johnny 5.
We read in the books. We read in the books.
Oh, we're sitting here. I'm still alive, though. Let me get something cool. No, you're dead. Johnny gonna take that first game.
If I was Mandrake right now, I would actually go to the character select screen because Johnny is actually hot with the offense. I will slow him down 100%. I will throw the flag on the play right now.
Yeah, throw out one of those speed bumps, man. Make him wait at that character select screen. Make him think that you're thinking about it, which you are. There you go. Look, he's like, yeah.
I will go to character select screen right now. I will slow it down.
Just take a breath. Take a breather.
When you fight somebody, there you go. I know my calls, man.
Take some time.
I know my calls, man. That's just how it goes down. But look, that's one thing that I see Mandrake is actually doing wrong here. He's going to have to wear him down. Obviously, he doesn't have the best of the best with punishes, so he's going to have to wear him down until he can actually get a free opener. So metallic spheres, and of course, if he gets that metallic aura out, will definitely work out in his favor. Because he's trying to slug it right now against Karen.
My boy Johnny is actually stretching right now next to the setup. Can we switch real quick?
Go, Johnny, go.
Go, Johnny, go, go, go.
Go, Johnny, go, go, go. I see you.
Yo, David with the nice help out. He left these gloves up here.
You know, David, if there was a Marvel 2 around here, I would actually use those just to play. Not even to warm me up. It actually matches me. Bro, I'm saying.
And they got the gray to go with the gray shirt anyway.
Oh, my God. We going to Cigar stage.
Uh-oh. One of the sickest stages bought back.
This boss ass has been brought to you by new custom bundles. Capcom Legends Pack. Let's get it. Round the one. All right, metallic sphere is in play. Yes, wear him down. Like I said, look, I'm touching it up. I sound like a broken record when I say this, but Urian does not have the best of what punishes. He doesn't have the best pussy tools out there.
That's true.
You know, there's characters that'll just buffer it, right? In this sense, he's a charge character, so you have to commit. If you're already overcommitted in whiffs, you already lost your turn. Just off of that alone. And look at the stun meter, already going high. This man is getting oppressed. Oh, he tried to jump back. There it is, the overhead. That is time for the mix. What do you got here? What do you got here? 50-50?
Knees.
Nice. Oh, he was a little too far off for the coral punch. That would have turned into a 50-50 situation. Johnny survives, though.
Yeah, just looked like he was a little too early right there. Nice activation off of the sweep right there. Sends out that second mirror. I like the fact that Johnny was prepared and instantly goes to an answer. Yo, Johnny on set point right now.
Yeah, he has to be active. The problem with Mandrake is he's a little too stationary. You do not want to stay stationary on Cameron. You have to keep it moving. Shave off the health, too. Even if you're not opening him up, just shave that health. Throw those normals out there. Don't be scared. Wow, counter poke right there with the crouching roundhouse. Johnny is just looking over. Nice punishment there with the EX chariot tackle.
So one of the problems here, would you say, is the neutral, right? If Karen gets in, it's going to be a lot harder for Urian to contest those buttons because he's like committing to a punish because he's a charge character, like you said before. He's already holding back, hitting like standing medium punch or something like that just to be ready. That's a V reversal.
Yeah, the hard part about this matchup is Urian can contest in terms of the normal gameplay, but the fact that he can't walk away too easily due to the fact that he has walk back speed. But look at this. Is that dead? Dead.
And then Johnny with the stern head shake, like a father.
Okay, so Johnny is here to play. He just took out one of the most serious threats here in the tournament, which is Mandrake, and he advances on the winner's side of things, all the way from Japan. See, this is what I like to see when it comes to the Capcom Cup. The fact of the matter is this, that you bring all of these killers under one roof. On top of that, we're in Las Vegas, so we're taking all the gambles on top of that. It's just, you know what? Whoever comes here with confidence, it just goes to show you that they're that comfortable to come and compete at this high level.
What better place to hold a last chance qualifier than Vegas.
Yeah, man.
People coming out here cashing in all their chips. This is actually the last place to cash in your chips because right now you know all the killers are going to be here. This is the absolute last chance for you to get in. And on top of that, you know who you have to face. So that kind of lessens the power, you know what I'm saying? However, that boy Phenom is one of my favorite players and a beast. That dude is actually ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous. Also, Brian F. UYU's, shout outs to the crew, very own Brian
Yeah, but we got another Japanese representative, and just to quote my beloved Chris Matrix, shout out to Chris Matrix, white square, red dot is in the building. You know what I'm talking about? It's the flag, white square, red dot, and we say that with the utmost respect because we know the international competition, especially on the Asian side, it's nothing to play with. We've been talking about the Asians since we've been in the hood, the bodegas, the laundromat. We always, when we play, right, we like, yo, you know, I know I'm nice and all, but them Asians, man, them Asians. You know what I'm saying? We always been on.
And that does not only apply to Street Fighter. That's, I mean, you take it across any game. You looking at Japan.
No, let's not get into it. Let's not get into it.
You gotta hit them drums. All right, here we go.
Who is the master? Man, Blanc. Yo, Brian F. No Blanc. You know what? Whatever makes you comfortable. The hair is matching the skin. Good God.
I hear you. Okay, all right.
Oh, and he is an Ibuki player. You know what?
Oh, man.
I know who this guy is.
Yo, he's still holding his phone.
He took me out.
And he's hitting me with the nods.
He took me out at Evo last year. I remember this
word?
guy. Yes.
In 5?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember this guy. I met him in Losers, and he put a foot in my gluteus maximus. This guy's the real deal. I might be confused here. That might not be him, but I just, you know, when you catch
you get that feel.
You know,
it's
when
like
you get to that slip and you're like, man, I
Yeah.
remember this guy.
Like, yo, I feel the aura. His foot might still be in my ankle. Like, you just get uncomfortable. You gotta adjust to your seat. Like, is this foot still in my ankle?
Yo, shout out to Zeus. I see you, baby. I see you. All right, here we go. With punishment with the target combo, beautiful. Nice break. No back throws here for you. Every Ibuki aims for the back throws. Quick damage, plus his high stun. So I like it. Oh, okay, the jump back, all right. We got jump back OSs. That don't exist no more, but it does hit grabs, though. So it makes sense.
Really good awareness here by Brian F, too. Oh, EX kunai pressure. Keep it going. Wake up target combo. Get off me, bro. And you
my God.
to reset in the middle and push all the way to the corner. Look at the stun bar. Low. No. Goes for the instant overhead. Nice block from Narikun.
Uh-oh.
Throw.
We got shenanigans. Oh, but we in the corner, though, nicely. Wow, are you serious? In the corner? That's pretty dangerous because you're trip yourself there in that situation.
And what's crazy was he definitely could have had a defense against that. He just wasn't prepared for the outcome. Narikun takes that first round. But it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of touch and go.
Yeah. I mean, if there was one thing, of course, Brian F. already committed to the jump back short, of course. He should at least just jump forward, just in the case if he gets out of the corner and Norican messes up, at least he can reset the neutral from there. But right now, Brian F. is having a tough time. See, that's how you could tell the most solid, right, at the opening game. Whoever can walk down cool the most efficient is pretty much the victor most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the end of the day, this is Street Fighter 5. You do have a great comeback mechanic, so let's see how this works out. Brian F, though, still in the game.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, these are two characters that require that B trigger to make a comeback. And you're looking at one right now. Oh, still alive, though. Oh, you're about to eat these gloves. Lined in diamonds. Same side. Keeping the pressure going.
We're trying to open him up right now.
That stand roundhouse trying to find an opening, gets the counter hit, no confirm. Keeping the pressure going, he finds the opening, cranking on him. Dead.
Come on, Balboa.
The clover
Come on,
leg.
Balboa. Yeah.
Come on, Balboa.
You gotta put hands on the man, and look at that. Brian F just ties it up. Now he's comfortable. He got the download a little bit. Let's see. Is it 56K? Is it 56K?
I don't know, man.
Maybe it's
pretty
just
strong.
me.
Gets the crush. Follows up with an EX kunai just to get that combo follow-up a little closer to the corner. V-reversal to answer back. Nari Kun holding his ground. Nice standing medium punch. There's another crush counter. Man, Nari Kun is looking good. Nice check here by Brian F. EX.
That stun meter is a little too high. I like that. Brian F finds his way out of the corner. Now he's back by the opening game, and not a bad look. All right, he's blocking. Oh, the counter pull with the crouch is strong. No rush punch, though. No commitment. Looks like he doesn't want to be part of this relationship right now.
Yeah, really good V-skill right there. Pushes her back a little bit before going back in. That's really good versus dash punches. Catches that follow-up extension to it. Oh, speaking of extension, nice V-reversal. Jumps over the kunai. Nice awareness.
He wants no parts of those shurikens. He's fishing for those crush counters.
Oh, got the counter hit.
Is he actually trying to press buttons off Balrog? Do you not know what this man
You
is?
don't
We're
know.
actually in his hometown. This is Vegas.
This is Vegas. His stage is right outside. Why would you swing on this man? That music is going right now outside.
Good adjustments here from Brian F. I thought he was just going to get mixed the whole way through, but you know what? I like the adaptation from formerly known as Kevin Arnold.
So look, I'm gonna tell you something. Brian F, I feel like he goes under a lot of people's radars, but I feel like he's the thinking man's like Balrog player. We saw there in the match where he did crouch and hard punch, and he did not get the full whiff punish. Now we look at a player like Smug, he would have got that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Smug is a kind of like a fixed gameplay.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He is, right? Like, he likes to go in. But when you see Brian F, like, when I tell you he's actively making adjustments, he's always evolving in the middle of the match. That's why you see him do things. You see him stop doing the instant overhead option because he saw it wasn't working out. He was getting damaged, but he had to stop himself. On top of that, Nari Kun was slowing it down a lot, depending on those V-triggers a lot more, and trying to open him up with it. I can tell you right now, Brian F noticed that, slowed down a little bit, and that's what got him that round. Him staying sound, him keeping calm under a lot of these situations, because that's how people get blown up by Ibuki. They freak out, but there's a trigger there, and they're like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Yeah.
You got to stay calm.
Yeah, but one thing that I'm going to have to give to Norikun for sure is that he has good defense, but the fact of the matter is he's not making his V-trigger count. You already saw Brian F using that V-reversal to avoid the shuriken altogether. So I feel like Norikun, if he really wants that big damage, he's going to actually have to land those physical hits. Because Brian F, naturally, as a Balrog player, he's going to be blocking because he is charging. So let's see what happens here. And he's already reaching. He's leaning in with the punch. It's not a drink. It is guaranteed a punch to the lip. Going for the anti-air, I like the crosser right there, Norikun.
And you could tell, like, Brian F is playing back at a range now where those dash punches are going to be a lot more potent. That means Nari Kun is going to second-guess whipping in some of these situations. There's a throw. Crouch medium punch.
I like that, crouch medium, just in case Brian F want to wake up with that three-frame. But nice using that body
so
over there.
Good,
and that was so meaty. Oh, my goodness. We are going to the corner. This is the rope-a-dope. All right, he's looking for the throw bait. And I like how he backs off.
Oh, the check.
Oh, he's danced. Dance. Oh, yeah, dance. Optimal. That was optimization station.
Ribs.
Listen, last chance qualify. You don't want to leave no damage out on the table. Narikun.
Gotta pump the ribs, man. You hold your arm up.
Narikun.
Pump the ribs.
Excuse me. Let me get your name correct. You came here to play.
Right? I think it's Nari Kun. I think it's Nari Kun.
Narikun. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, Ono's son walking in. Came to check out the business.
AKA what?
What?
Two. He's right there, right next to me. Let me stop playing.
Right?
Fire right on the spot.
You know, I can hear you. V-reversal, nice block. Nari Kun.
Yo, imagine if he comes up to me with the proper English like, you don't think I heard those screams? And he just talks straight English.
You don't think I watched that?
Oh, wow, the check on the rush punch, beautiful. Is that enough?
Nah.
I feel like he could have spent some meter, though, just to bring it down a little easier. But it's
mean,
all right.
Activate.
Talk to him.
Activate.
We're going to the rope, though. We are in the corner now. It's time to make some decisions.
Oh,
the fake. Can he actually finish it off? Oh, almost the stun city. He's going to wake up with it again. No, not even. He's committed.
Yo, he knows. The next hit could do it. Needs to be aware of the shuriken. Super Mario to get out, get a little more kunai. 3 to be exact.
That was so smart from Narikun. He actually committed to take the throw, knowing that he could take one more throw. That was beautiful right there. And he got out of there. Look at that. Look at that. He got gifted with some good neutral, with some good defense.
The slide.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can tell right there. Once again, man, you can tell like the different gameplay styles definitely like make a difference. there's a few times you can see Brian F getting these hits that you definitely can confirm, but he's not believing in him. He's more playing that safe route, which is what you want to do. But versus Ibuki, you have to make sure she does not get started. Those V triggers is one of the things you need to keep track of. The fact that she's getting those kunai, and he's spending meter on getting kunai back. So you know he wants to control that neutral. That's the only reason you do it, especially versus a character like Balrog, who's going to stay in that neutral range, going for those dash punches, fishing for those standing roundhouses, and still staying in range of that standing hard punch.
Yeah, so Naruto right now, all he's looking forward to right now to actually take this win over Brian F is he's actually trying to force him to move forward due to the fact that he loses his charge, right? So he gives him more leeway to actually get some big damage and some quick punishes. Now it's up to Brian F, though, to be more of the aggressor right now, especially since he's down in the chips.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
There we go, nice. No meaty rush punch, not even. Okay, I like that. That is max. This just in case, even if he does block and tries to counter poke back, Brian F actually gets a whip punish.
Wow, still gets the dub.
All right,
just one punch and the throw to follow up. EX Kunai finds his mark. Needs to be really careful. Flips him, tries to jump out. Activate.
Station, yes. And we're going to walk him down. I like that, just to set him up, just in case if he presses a button for the counter poke. Beautiful stuff there from Naruto. He's not pressing nothing. He knows that he has to lead, but he got to watch the legs. Nice V reversal just to get that space. Very smart. But that gives Brian F the lead.
Tries to go for the jump to EX Kunai.
And those one of those situations where you don't even realize that he's fully stocked with some kunai. That's the thing when you fight a Ibuki. You have to be aware at all times on the resources. And in that situation, it was the kunai. Smart stuff there from Naruto.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to close out right there. I respect it.
Trying to open him up. I like that counter with the target combo. Beautiful. That is 3 frames on the start. So good stuff there. Beautiful check. Brian F. Nice whip punish there on the V skill. Beautiful.
And this is one of those adjustments that I'm talking about. Now you see those whip punishments coming in a little more. Jump back once again. Good awareness. Just, I'm telling you, he's really good at that. Walks up, closes the gap. Tries to check up with that crouching medium kick. Just walking up, keeping the pressure. Standing roundhouse. Narikun doesn't take the bait. A little gray life up there. A little seasoning on the life bar. V-skill to get the knockdown. Still checking. Get the target, EX. This isn't done, but this next mix-up could be trouble. Stun is a factor as well. Spins a little bit. There's the V-reversal by Brian F. He's still trying to take this round. This is set point for Narikun. Smart tech.
Man, I actually don't agree right there. I agree with the V-reversal for sure. Even though he lost his comeback factor, but the fact that he spent cash in this clutch moment right here, I don't agree with.
Gets clipped trying to hit him with the EX. And now Narikun's going to move on.
Did you see the Ric Flair chop on the stick, though? Wow. Well, we already know who's the victor just due to the facial reactions.
I'm going to tell you right now, man. I'm going to tell you right now. People love having access to the internet. They love having videos out there for people to watch. However, that's a double-edged sword because once they see that footage, you give them something to study. They let you know what they're coming into, and you might not have heard of Narikun, but he has probably have heard of you.
Listen, at the end of the day, they came to play. But at the end of the day, if you guys want to look as cool as Narikun's victory, go on over and get those CPT 2018 costumes. Of course, Sakura doesn't get as much burn, so please, if you want to give us something to look forward to, go and cop some of those outfits, of course. And, of course, all proceeds do go to the Capcom Cup, which we are here at the grand finale, so it's a beautiful thing. Stephen.
And of course, for a limited time only, 50% off Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. That includes all Season 1 and 2 characters. And if you get that Deluxe Edition, 50% off includes all Season 1, 2, and 3 characters. So if you haven't gotten the game and you're listening to my voice, stop being crazy. Get this game now. And of course, the Season 3 DLC. We talked about Sakura. We talked about Blanca, Falk, Cody G, and Sagat. The King returns, and you can play with him now. 35% off. Available on PS4 and Steam if you guys are ready. And of course, if you like playing video games, you want to do it like the Evo champ there. That's your boy Problem X, and that is Victrix Pro. AF, of course, you already know how it goes. Engineered for esports. It is the official headset of the Capcom Cup Pro Tour. Make sure you check it out. I love the color themes. Make sure you get that. And just in case you want to take it a little further, Bred to Fight, the Razer Pantera is right there on your screen. Use code FINALS2018, rzr.to/final2018 if you guys want to get yourself one. And of course, buy a Razer Aatrox Pantera and get or at the Evo and get an exclusive Team Razor V2 spinner. And of course, the official arcade sponsor, Arcade 1UP. We saw Justin, we saw Marn playing on it. I mean, I actually want to get one. I like that static little, overlay right there. Let me get one of those bad boys as well. And if you want one, check it out at arcade1up.com. And last, but certainly not least, the chairs, the Vertigear chairs that these people are sitting in, made for comfort. I'm telling you right now, that neck little thing actually works out. The one for the hip, it definitely works out. And if you want to work it out yourself, Capcom 18, 10% off, December 14th through the 17th. That's of this year. Make sure, if you're really trying to play like a pro, in comfort, grab yourself one of those Vertigear chairs.
The MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I gotta step my Segway game up. This man, you should have seen the whole time. He was looking like he was holding the orchestra down. Like, yeah, Vertigear, Arcade 1UP. Yo, man, blessed man. I'm just having a good time, man. But look, y'all already know what time it is. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more last chance qualifier action right here at Capcom Cup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And they've picked the characters we expect. Ultra 2 from Makoto makes sense to get through Tiger Shots.
Yeah, once she gets that Ultra built up, then it becomes that much harder for Sagat.
Her buttons are so strong, and her focus dashing through Tiger Shots is so strong. I mean, instant air axe, which is probably what he wanted there, is also strong against Sagat. I just feel like Sagat has a tough time dealing with that stuff. Great spacing on this by Mise. That said, Bonchan with the life lead.
Yeah, Bonchan's been playing this really solidly. Wow. Mise has not gotten an opportunity to get in and start any of the Makoto craziness at all. Wow.
Ultra 2 on deck.
Oh, Bonchan is not scared. You see him throw 3 fireballs in a row.
Oh, really?
Here we come.
Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Wow. I'm not sure if Bonchan saw the neutral jump, but the Tiger uppercut worked out for him, and he takes round 1.
That was risky, though. If that hadn't worked out, he might have lost that round. Nice reactions. Here's Bonchan. And playing up, too, not just playing the mid-range.
He has made so good use of that Tiger knee. Oh, wow. Did you see that? How many active frames on that stand strong from Makoto? Oh, gets the man throw.
Oh, that was enough? Still needs something else. Maybe reset on this?
Ultra, I just thought might have set up a better mix-up.
Oh, Bonchan, where does he go?
Oh,
The grab,
for the throw.
the chip.
Not enough to kill. Oh, so smart to use the invincibility frames. So that chop does not have invincibility frames up until it hits. It runs out, but he just got right in there. Oh,
this is a big one. No, he went with Manos for the knockdown. A little bit safer. Mise making his way in. Ooh, really?
Okay.
Or just like that, here she is.
Oh, landing that EX Tiger shot so nice because it just pushes them from so far away.
You see Bonchan pressing buttons in expectation of Mise's dashes. Oh, wow, a jump. Okay.
Wow. Smart stuff. Great awareness from Bonchan. Not quite enough to kill. I mean, Mise could make a comeback so easily, but went to the same round ender that he had last time.
And it is because she's volatile. You know, it's hard to control. Ooh. Okay. Yep, it's the safer one, though. Oh, nice block. And what a punish.
Full punish, yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow, he just thought she was just going to go for a regular jump instead.
Oh, that might be it. No, he didn't go for the combo one.
Or maybe went for a throw, but great reaction from Bonchan.
Oh, wanted to chase down the backdash, wasn't there. Mise now has Ultra 2. Again, those buttons in expectation of dashes. And he's been right so many times.
Just trying to chip out Sagat.
Oh,
wow. Bonchan just went for it with multiple uppercuts in a row.
And a smile out of Bonchan.
Nice. Ready for it that time. Oh, okay, but
wow.
Reaction.
Wow, into the corner. Okay, out of the corner. Well, here's Bonchan.
Nice, using the armor on the EX Karaksa. Oh no, Bonchan missing his combo. We've seen a lot of drops here, a lot of nerves from these players.
A lot on the line. The timings on those buttons have been so good from Bonchan.
Yeah, because the thing is that Mise has beaten him with that towards strong. Same button against low strong, but Bonchan altering the timing. Oh, here comes Mise.
He didn't have the juggle points on the EX. Oh, he wanted to chip, it didn't come. Oh,
he
the bait.
baited him out with the short range version.
No. It's already a bunch of stun. Oh, patience. But just like that, here's Mise. Ah, okay. So the wake up from Bonchan, he gets out of the situation.
Oof. Towards Fierce, catching him right before the Tiger Shot comes out.
Bonchan trying to stay in. Yeah, there it is.
Gonna use the Ultra, try to get as much damage as he can.
You can see him trying to stay in instead of just going back out to that mid-range where she might be able to make something happen. All right, no Dragon Punches, anything.
Good block. Oh, a trade.
Yeah.
And now Mise, match point against Bonchan.
Bonchan said he was worried. He had good reason to be.
So many of these players considered favorites. A lot of them have already gone into losers bracket.
Okay, a little bit more caution out of Mise right now. Oh, well, not there.
Once again, using the EX on that Tiger Shot. Oh, gets in there. The backdash is right out of the range of that command throw.
Okay, Mise needs one more mix-up. Oh,
Ooh,
red.
wants to stay
Oh,
in
is
there.
that
Yeah,
enough?
he gets
Not
it.
quite. He has bar. Bonchan almost on 2 bars. He has it now. A lot of danger. Oh, there's Mise!
Right in for instant axe kick, and Mise taking it over Bonchan.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Capcom Cup 2018. This is the LCQ. IFC Yipes. Tasty Steve. I hope you guys are ready. More Street Fighter 5 action. We already got our next match set up, and I hope you guys are ready. And of course, this is the Capcom Cup Pro Tour. The official arcade cabinet sponsor is Arcade 1UP. We already talked about it. Of course, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour, Victrix Pro AF, and of course, the chair. The official chair of the Capcom Cup Pro Tour is Vertigear. The official arcade stick is the Razer Pantera, of course. And like I said before, we are live. Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the esports arena, and our next match is right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Man, when I tell you,
I had to hit him with the stick.
Yo, I heard it crack a little bit. I'm sorry, guys.
I heard. My fault.
It's cool. It's all right. I feel like it was the added pressure of the Steve high tone. But as you can see, it looks like we have a Wesker Urian on the screen.
Excuse me. That is Wesker. It's been a while. This is to me, this looks like the debut. For sure. I've never seen it in action. I've only seen it in action, of course, in combo videos and setups. Okay. But in the actual match, this is the first time. And gosh darn it, Steve. That is Wesker.
That is actually sick.
Do you understand me?
That's actually pretty sick.
That is ridiculous. And I respect the fact
that there's a sale on the way on some of these outfits. I'm telling you right now, Bearded Ryu, the multiple Chun-Li outfits, the Urian outfit can all be yours.
This man got the... he got the... oh, chuck at the plasma. Oh, and he already turned into a different race.
Bro, that is actually...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's a different race.
That two-hit sweep actually gets through the the V-skill power-up, and now he's stuck in the corner.
Definitely, once No Respect gets his space, Metallic Aura is definitely in play right now because Fang actually does have the capability to get his small on Urian due to the fact that he doesn't have a 3-frame normal and he doesn't have the fastest of the reversals on Wake Up. So he's going to have to be careful and get this lead. No Respect already established in the lead, so he's already doing good. He's trying to check the headbutt, a little too late on the button press. No anti-air, but we out of there with the spirit fingers to get out of the corner. And we get him mauled in this corner. Wesker, he's like, no, you're not from Stars, but I'm going to finish the job. That's not a good sign.
Low. That dual shock low, bro, and I can tell you, Mercy, it's you. I'm telling you right now, if I was No Respect, I'd take the longest time in the world. I hope you got a charge cable, bro, because I'm finna lame it out.
Actually, it's Mercy right now that needs a little bit of that battery pack. But you know what? This should work in Respect's favor because in the middle of the match, if he dies out due to the battery life not being there, that is a free win for No Respect. So just for the dramatic effect, I want to see it happen. Because you got to be prepared when it comes to the last chance qualifier. It's in the name, Steve. It's
the last chance.
Oh, we're trying to open them up? Okay, immediately. Into the Batista bomb. We looking for the shimmy. I like to check there for Mercy.
Low profile to EX headbutt. Crouching medium kick. Oh, No Respect backing up. Gets the crush counter sweep.
Turn it into crazy leg right there. You want to talk about the essence of hip-hop? Fang is all about it. Oh, we're going for the legs. All right, so
close. No, close. Okay, now it's a sandwich.
Definitely it's a sandwich.
Yo, the reflex. Urian in trouble. Anything is going to do it right now. And I can tell you right now, Fong is one of those characters who's really good at just getting a straight hit to close out these rounds.
Like the patience here for No Respect. Oh, but he got a little too thirsty there with the metallic spear, which is okay. But he definitely should have advanced. You know, one of the things that you can't use against Fang, so of course Fang's actually just like throwing the poison to reach him on the end of the screen, right? If the Urian actually knows that it's coming that way, he can actually pierce headbutt to get in faster. It's actually a good option to have, for sure. But that is Wesker. Why I keep saying that's Urian? That is Wesker.
Alright, puts himself in the corner. Nice jump over to get over the fireball.
Yeah, No Respect is a little too weary of just wearing them down when he can just be a little more offensive, especially if it's that close to Fang. There it is. And still your will. Press those buttons. Yeah, pardon my back.
EX.
Punishment. I love it. He had ages though, but it's all right.
Close. There you go. Don't let him feel free to jump out. He has that floaty jump too. Tries to go for the charge over here. No.
The dash, he wasn't ready. I'm pretty sure Mercy was looking for either a crouching short or a standing fierce, but nonetheless, though, No Respect. That's Wesker. Wesker wins.
Yo, bro. Okay, he put his charge cable in.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah,
mid-ages combo. He plugged it in. Okay, No Mercy just got that look on his face. Do I have to answer? He does look concerned. I'll respect the pop, though.
All right, okay. All right. I definitely respect the pop. We don't see that many Pac shirts, man. We see a lot of Biggie shirts, man. I feel like we don't see that many Pac shirts.
Tupac lives. You always was a black queen, mama. Lazito, represent. Okay, we going. All right.
He's thinking
Outfit
about
change.
it.
Put the ads. Why not? Let's chill a little. My man got the Darkwing Ducks on. Okay, let's get it. On December 14, 2018, I am trying to not go to the losers bracket.
Right? Stardate 2018. I don't want to go to the losers bracket.
And this mix-up has been brought to you by the new custom bundles.
Bro, why does this dude... Oh, man, that is too sick. All right, the Urian outfit is actually pretty powerful. Knees.
Yo, my man Fang looks like he's from Sf5 Filter, though. Oh, the overhead, I like that immediately.
The classic.
Yeah, the classic.
Yo,
the
that
night
game was
vision.
gone. Like, anyways, all right, let me stop.
He's trying to see the metallic aura with the night vision goggles. Oh, my man took off the cape. Yo, he looking extra fast now. We out of there. Yeah. I like that. The knee drop just get out of the corner. Very smart. Oh, that's punish.
Oh, punish, yep. Crouch and medium punch, EX, tackle, hold that. This is going to be set point for No Respect right now.
Man, I cannot wait till I actually look like Urian and rock carbon fiber.
Oh, you trying to...
That is carbon fiber, yes.
You gonna have the glasses on, too?
No glasses.
Oh, man, come on, man. You look, man, you can't go halfway, bro.
You got it.
Right? I'm just saying,
You got it. It's true. We out of there with the knee chop. So smart. And it's at that angle, too, to avoid the poison. Very smart. There we go. You'll savor this, all right. You're going to save it for later.
I like the usage of V-skill. Looking really good. That neutral jump. That would have been good had he not hit a button on the way up. But now, Mercy gets a chance right now. Still poison, gets the crush counter. No confirm and the punish. This is not good.
50-50. Let me see what you got here, Respect.
Oh, so you thought what was going to happen, bro?
It wasn't a mix. I'm going to just have to say Mercy was blocking with his face there. And it worked out. And oh, not like this. It's your last chance. I see you. What?
Oh, no.
That was poo-poo.
Uh-oh.
That was
And he got triggered. And, okay, all right. See, he messed up. He definitely should have just did sweep, activate. That would have worked out in his favor.
Did you see the professional dismount there from respect? He put the stick down. He immediately removed the glasses, folded the glasses. Now he goes for the handshake.
There you go.
The fist pound. Okay, no respect.
And it's germ conducive, and you don't want to worry about those. You don't have to worry about those germs after that coming from the stick and none of that. Hit it with the hand pound. No respect. I just saw him on the clip with my boy Julio Fuentes when he tried to activate mirror, and he hit him with 3 EX.
Oh, you saw that? Right? It was on no respect too.
That was on no respect, but no respect. Getting the W this time around to move further in this LCQ bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. This is Capcom Cup 2018. I'm with my brother from another mother. Yipes.
100%.
The IFC Persuasion. We're live from Vegas, man. Like it has been a long, treacherous year for a lot of these people playing in the Capcom Cup tour, right? Like there's a lot of people playing in the Pro Tour that have actually seen the ups and downs. They've been to multiple countries just to get to this point, and some of them didn't make it. Hence that last spot that's going on the line here today, and they still have to go up against Phenom, and that little dude is a monster.
Listen, man, I just came from Justin's house yesterday. You know what I mean? Obviously, I chilled there because I had to check in. Check-in was today, but that's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is this. These guys was playing, and Phenom is just looking phenomenal. That's bars. He is literally looking phenomenal, dude. I did not know. You know, in the Cali, you always reach that ceiling where you're like, what more can you actually learn with this character? He's pretty dry, straight down the middle, but he gets the job done. Phenom is actually reached that next level with Cali, and it's just amazing to actually see the character level up, especially in this stage of the game. So, everybody knows that they're going to go up against the Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
With whoever it is that qualifies. But Pugera from Japan was known for playing Ibuki in Street Fighter 4. I don't know exactly who he plays in Street Fighter 5. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually plays Ibuki. But it's just so cool to see that these guys know what's on the line and what's at stake. They're trying to cement their name in history, Steve. That's why they're out here. All the way from the land of the rising sun is Pugera. So this is going to be great.
And of course, he's going to be going up against Turbo Pascal. I am not familiar. I can tell you that right now. I know he's a USA representative, but I can tell you right now he definitely has his work cut out for him. Because if you've been around fighting games in the last, 5-6 years, you know who Pugera is. That dude is actually ridiculous. Trouble is afoot, if I do say so myself. However, man, we don't know what Turbo Pascal is bringing to the table right now. He could be OD. I'm not familiar with this man, but he might actually be a problem.
Listen, I'm all about the new name and new faces. You already know what time it is. Every time we're on the mic, we are always encouraging some new faces to come in here, especially in this stage of the game where we're in the last chance qualifier. Let's see what my man brings to the table up against Pugera.
Yeah, but like I said before, man, one of those guys who's been around for quite some time. When it comes to like the newer versions of Street Fighter, it's always good to see those guys that carried over, right? There's people who will carry it over, and you still have those people who do extremely well. You got your Justins, you got your Daigos who do really well, like almost seemingly no matter what. But it's rare that we get those players that aren't trained by a specific person. They come up and still want to try their hand at that LCQ. Not saying that, that's Turbo Pascal or anything like that, but that's like the whole premise of the LCQ, right? This is your last chance, and it might very well be an unknown that wins this tournament. You know what I'm saying? And Turbo Pascal might be that person.
I would love that fairy tale story, man. Look, I'm all up, like I said, I stressed it just now. I love the new faces because it brings up the new story and the storylines. Because now you're going to have to be worried about a new guy that steps to the plate. Of course, that is the best case scenario. I would love somebody to win against Phenom in the top 32 tomorrow. And again, guys, this is just the side order.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the appetizer.
These are the appetizers.
Tomorrow is the main shindig, which is going to be crazy, man. Steve, all right, let me ask you this. Now that you're here, who do you have winning Capcom Cup? I could pick the top 8, but who do you have winning? I already got my pick, but let's see what you bring. Yeah, I already have my pick. I mean, you should know me. You should know me, and you already know who I picked. You should know me.
So real talk, this is hard for me, right? Because I've legitimately been having this discussion, like, for the past 2 weeks. People like, Steve, man, who's going to win Capcom Cup? And I'm like, real talk, I honestly, I legit do not. I don't know. Like, I'm not, and I'm typically one of those guys, if you say, Steve, pick a horse and take it, I'm like, yo, I got it. I mean, I'll give you 2, possibly 3. But, like, in this bracket, like, the way this is going right now, I feel like it's up for grabs. Real talk, I feel like it's up for grabs. I'm not even joking. I feel like it's up for grabs.
I look at it like this, man. I'm a plátano eating bandit, and I'm all about de lo mío. I am 100% putting all the chips on Cabo. Men already had his rise to fame. That's balls because his sponsor is Rise. I'm just throwing it out there. But I'm going to have to put my chips on Cabo. We'll see what happens, though. Let me not jinx the man. So we got Pugera, of course, rocking that Ibuki. All right, we was correct. Going up against Turbo Pascal, a.k.a. Blue Streaks, Speed by Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, no. That's for the karaoke. That's for the karaoke.
Later on.
Oh, do not reach. Pugera will be teaching. That is shimmy, shooty, stunt 101, class 101.
Hold these bananas in the high top.
You put the bananas in the flying. Good God. This man Pugera's not playing no games. Already sniped out the EX Sonic Boom. All right. He's ahead of the game. Oh, the cross-up.
Yeah, and he waited on it, too. That was a really good timing right there. Let him stay down a little bit. Goes for the cross-up. Nice EX flash kick to stop that pressure. There's the boomage. The boomage.
I respect that. Bodega at his finest. This man had that move for 32 plus strong. 2 moves.
Finally gets the expansion, and now this dude's a problem. That's why you don't need to give him new stuff. Gets the target and the knockdown, takes the hop back instead. Make him use a little bit of those kunai. Not going to work out. Gets the crush counter on the whip flash kick.
Oh, no. That's a mix, and he does not have no EX. Oh, wow. Nice B reversal right on time. That setup looked very, very sneaky. That was going to be a meaty shuriken right there.
Uh-oh, Turbo Pascal giving himself another chance. Spins his last EX bar. Probably not going to get, like, triggered before this round ends out. And Pugera knows it. Goes a little more offensive. Turbo Pascal holding his ground. And the slide to close out.
Yo, my man means business. My man Turbo got the stick on the table. Stop playing with me.
Oh, yeah.
This man looks like he is at the day job writing some things off.
That boy like he on a typewriter right now. And that's a big Kwamba dragon, too. That bad boy got some weight to him. That's actually smart, because he throwing out Pugera, too, right? Because the minute he hit a combo, the whole table shaking. There's no way he's going to be able to hold his ground doing that.
He's hitting up with the AKA.
The arcade cam class.
Throw that out there. All right, the throw. That's all I see. I see the guy in the back. All right, we're trying to open them up right now. Good stuff. This we're gonna walking them down little by little. The Sonic Boom for the check. Turbo is actually looking solid, but the EX-9, even though it missed its mark, he's still in there. Oh, hold that! The 5-knuckle shuffle, the All-American. Yes, Sonic Boom plus range. Hold it for me.
I like that soul bot. Yeah, I like the soul bot just to like close the distance, stay on the ground. Make him spin some of those kunai. Still fully stocked with 5. Goes down to 2 bars on that trigger because he spins a V reversal right now. 50 seconds left on the clock. I love the huge control by Turbo Pascal.
Yeah, he's not moving himself down to the corner. That's beautiful when you're going up. But that's a good thing going up against the boom. Wow, excuse me.
Yo, he just whiff punished that.
Dead.
He whiff punished the standing hard kick, bro.
That's all you have to say is dead. And right now, Turbo Pascal still living his life like it's golden. The Saran wrap. It's looking good on the old man. Oh, my goodness, the crush counter. I'm pretty sure that was a Soba kicking crush counter.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely about to say. He needs to be careful at that range, man. He's trying to close that range and trying to move forward as well because he knows he does not want to deal with the corner, as well as, deal with that crush counter. It definitely goes through projectiles. There's the activation of trigger 2.
I thought it was a cross-up too, Turbo. It's all right. You can't type that fast. The back throw for the instant stun. Signed, sealed, delivered. The L is handed to you, Turbo. Pugera advances on the winner side of things.
Ooh, this next.
Turbo, I see you, though. I see you. It took a while. I see you, though. I see you. Keep going, baby. That was winners, right? That was winners? Winners. Yeah. No, but you're still a winner.
You did win. You're still in this bad boy.
Bring it in. Just bring it in.
Hit it with the...
Bring it in.
Come on, man. You're showing a little bias, man. You can't be hugging the competitors, man. This is official Capcom business, bro.
I just realized he don't speak English.
Yeah, because he definitely hit you with the okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, winner? He said, winner? He said, okay. Damn.
He hit you with the okay like he could barely hear you. And you can definitely hear if you're using the Victrix Pro AF. If you're sitting on that stage, you never have to worry about the ears being in danger because I guarantee you're going to hear every word, every Hadoken, every Shoryuken if you're rocking the Victrix Pro AF. You can see my boy Problem X. That's the Evo champ, ladies and gentlemen. Take it from anybody, take it from him. And take these deals from Razor. Finals 2018, rtr.to/final 2018. If you guys want to get one, get yourselves one of those V2 spinners as well. I mean, I just got that new Evo Razor Pantera, and that boy is sexy. Pretty cute. I definitely like
now,
it.
if you want to go back in time and be in the laundromats and bodegas, hell, all that's missing on this cabinet, it's a cat on top of the cabinet. Go on over to arcade1up.com, one of the official supporters of the Capcom Cup. The tour in general. Go on over and get yourself a vintage classic. Absolutely.
So, I'm a little torn right now.
Are you?
I'm super
not.
torn. I know, obviously you're not, but I rocks with Guilty. That's the hometown homie. We grew up together. But Kami is my little bro too, man. Like,
man, you're a really nice guy.
I am.
You are really a nice guy.
I try to be. I wanna cut it down the middle. I wanna split that hot dog.
Nah, never change. But you know what? On some realness though, Kami, of course, representative of the NOPC movement. He's in a bit. I'm not even gonna say that he's in a character crisis. I think he's comfortable where he's at. However, though, Guilty. Rocking that Menat. I don't know if she still rocks that Dawson.
It's definitely still rocking the Dawson. When I talk about like that's what I mean about like, so she splits her time, right? Like I know for a fact she's been going hard playing like a lot of Menat. I've been seeing her like post videos, do some amazing stuff. But I'm gonna tell you who else I've been watching, and I always watch. It's Kami. That's why I say, man, I'm split down the middle, man. Like, in all honesty, like I saw Kami do some crazy stuff at the UYU like training ground house or whatever it's called. Shout outs to UYU when he hit the most godlike parry demon combo with Akuma. And we all know he's new to the Akuma train, still relatively new, but my boy got swag. Not only in clothes, not only in the fashion. My boy got swag. But Guilty, man, she been doing this for a long time.
Absolutely. I will give it to her. Definitely no stranger to danger when it comes to just being on the stage, period. Definitely visible when it comes to the competitive scene. We always see Guilty on the rise, of course. Having the fun as always. You saw it on, what is that, the Challenger? That's what it's called?
Yeah, TBS is the E-League's the Challenger.
The Challenger, okay.
One of those people, I can tell you right now, when we went to that house, there's a lot of people who did not know who Guilty was.
Okay.
There were so many people, like, I mean, one of them being like Rob TV. Like, I used to hear him talk like, yo, man, I'm going to beat Guilty up. This is that and other.
And he was like, I don't know about that guy.
I mean, but, like, he changed his tune later. Because, like I said, I remember. If you guys have not seen it, please go back and watch it. It's really good when it comes to, like, you know, seeing the mindset of top players when it comes to, like, Street Fighter 5. On top of that, some of these newer players approaching older players. That's something that you got a lot of coming into the Challenger. Because there was some, like, classics on it. You had your Commander Jesse. You had your JBs. Guilty, one of those players. One of the people who made it to the end nonetheless. However, still, the trouble is Kami. UIU's very own.
This boss ass has been brought to you by the Capcom Legends Pack. Please, if you wanna be in style, Santa-like, go on over and get yourself all 11 bundles. All of them.
Bust ass in a multitude of costumes. Holidays, Christmas,
Halloween, Thanksgiving, July 4th.
School time. It's all there.
Right,
Pool B6, we're continuing. Let's go.
All right, you know, but no. But no, listen, Kami definitely has a lot of practice against this character due to the fact that he has been staying at Justin's crib for about 3 days now. So definitely has been on the grind going up against Menat. But this is Guilty, though. Look, at the end of the day, you can have all the practice in the world, but at the end of the day, you have to play the player, not necessarily the character.
That's definitely true.
Okay.
And I mean, you talked about like having like the training versus like Justin, right? Like that definitely plays a part, especially when it comes to the Menat game. Nice slot, like I said before, man. Guilty has definitely been in the lab.
Oh, drops it though. Drops it some nice DP.
Yeah, she's prone to go for like resets in a lot of these situations as well. So.
Oh, I like that. The aggressive nature there from Guilty. Always known to be a little aggressive from time to time, especially with the lane character. When I mean lane, I mean by the defensive. Okay, the hard knockdown. Now it's time to make a decision. The hypothesis is it gonna be checked? Oh, that is plus frames. Oh, there's too much to look forward to. And I keep thinking myself that is a palm, but he does have access to a command throw in that demon flip. Very cheap.
Yeah.
Kami round 1.
And it was pretty touch and go. I like how close it was for the most part, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Checking on the leg still.
It's 5 ball just to knock it down. gain some ground. Now we next to him. I like that though. Guilty's trying to get that zone on right now, trying to fish out those crush counters to get that E-trigger immediately though. But Kami is on him. White on rice. Peanut butter and jelly on bread. He's looking good to jump in. All right, the max distance on the drill. Gets the knockdown immediately. Sets the orb.
That was really smart. Using that EX Demon Flip to get out, goes for the slide, crouch your medium punch, gets to confirm into the corner. And that orb is still out. One of the things that I can tell you right now that Justin never does is like he very rarely throws out that orb, and it's for good reason. Because of this situation right here. Trigger is active, still fighting to get through. Almost finds a way, goes for the drill, actually dissipates some of the fireballs. Anything is going to do it for Kami right now, goes for the jump in.
He's going to hit. Is that that? I think that might be it. No. Wait a minute. No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know if you should be talking to your master right now.
Right? Oh, that was a dangerous slide. That was a super dangerous slide. Red fireball.
I like the slide right under there. That was so smart there, Guilty. Staying alive, and we're going for the open up good block. That could have been a throw right there. That's a dangerous situation on a free jumping, especially when you got a picture of help. Oh, we're going to finish the job. Look at these guys. Oh! Got a little too thirsty.
Oh, man.
Call me now. Call me now.
Master, I need your help.
I need more defense. Oh, let's count it.
Tatu spins the meter and gets the carry with the EX Demon slide on the end of that combo. Gets the trade.
Really? What a challenge there.
Oh, crush. That jump Guilty was looking for.
Beautiful. And we in the corner. And that stun meter is high. Oh, hold that though. Demon flip it to the slide. That's plus range, but we get the hit anyway. Are we going to go for the throw? No, we are getting greedy for the crush counter. Kami retreats. Wants no parts of those orbs. Guilty right now trying to find that opener.
Oh, crush counter. That's what she was looking for last time. Confirm. Dunk him. Tries to go for the instant overhead a little late on the button. This is going to give Kami another chance. And you are dead. Don't look at me. Kami looked right at me.
The do-rag king, a.k.a. we esports now, so we don't wear do-rags. It's only at NLBC exclusive. Buy the costume pack. Supported by NLBC.
Costume pack, do-rags. Yo, that'd actually be OD. If they gave Balrog a do-rag,
I'll be playing the character. Of course you would. Listen, man, at the end of the day, we represent the hood, all right?
Right, exactly.
That's
people don't know that. I told people all the time, like, yo, Steve, what you want your fighter look like? I want him to have a loose do-rag on his head.
If Street Fighter would ever make a character, like where you can make a custom character, I would just straight have a do-rag, Timberland boots on, no laces.
Yo, basketball shorts,
yeah,
and a jersey.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. With the do-rag down. All right, let's get back to it. I'm sorry. Let's get back to it.
We talk. The people love us, man.
All right.
Shout out to all the Warriors and Monsters watching right now. Please check it out. Twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. We got the last chance qualifier action. Kami right now. It is up a game up against Guilty. Nice slide right under the fireball and gets the counter hit. I'm pretty sure Kami tried to break the throw right there. That's why he got blessed with that counter hit standing short. Beautiful work there from Guilty. Showing signs of life there, Steve.
This is a pretty even match, actually, when it comes to, like, the skill, I feel like it's looking really good on both sides. They can go either way at this point, man. And that's why I said, man, I was 50-50, man, split right down the middle, man. Both these guys are really good players. And it's like, I would be surprised if either one of them took it. Nice back throw there. Tries to go for the reset. Like I said, man, Guilty's one of those players. If she feels like you're not blocking the reset or you just feel like you've already trapped in the combo, she'll check you with the reset and still take that pressure right after. Gets the jump in with a jump hard kick. Not going to work out the dash up. That's a lot of confidence on the side of Guilty. We talked about how aggressive she likes to play. Stays on the same side. Kami double Tatsu combo really close to that corner. There's the back hit. Neutral jumps. Trying to call it out. Yeah, it's in motion right now.
Yeah, no. It's like I'm bobbing and weaving myself. I'm shadow boxing. Okay,
that's how you know.
Oh, okay. We in there. Kami though still looking great, but Guilty is almost home with that V trigger. Look at already he's trying to snipe out. Oh!
Tried to go for the throw, and I actually thought that was like critical art. I'm gonna be 100% real. I thought that was critical. I thought that was like delayed wait for critical art.
Yeah, and I like that Guilty adjusts her seat, knowing that she potentially will be going to the losing side of things here. Full B6 and lands the dive kick immediately is Kami, and we pressure them. We trying to put him to sleep. Make him count those sheep.
Four hard punch to try to find an opening. Sends out the orb, and that's what I was talking about, man. That's actually one of those things that Guilty does that not a lot of Monots do. She sends out that orb, lets you mess around with that offense just to see how you react. That's why she's so, like, drill heavy, because she wants to see how you're going to react. Oh, nice air throw, yep.
Nice to free some time. That was so smart there from Guilty. You know what? This is actually a win-win here for Guilty. She actually got the V trigger off early on, and she still has about 55% of that help. And about to finish the job.
Like I said, what did I say? Down the middle. back and forth. These are two players. Like I said, I've been watching both of these players. Like, people think I'm joking when I tell them. I'm like, look, man, well, I get to travel a lot, but when I do, like, I always keep track of certain players. These are two of the players I always look at. Kami, he's such a good player, an up-and-coming player that's constantly riding to a lot of these situations. And Guilty has been around for quite some time, coming from St. Louis, Missouri, playing with a lot of the OGs in the game. And one of my best friends, man, one of those people I keep real close. And like I said, man, this is a 50-50 matchup right here. Standing hard kick combos. Look at the damage that was on Akun's life bar right there.
I think the problem right here with Kami is a little too stationary. I think it's just he's looking for something specific. I don't know what exactly he's looking for. Maybe a standing fist so he can get a free jump in. Not too sure. But he definitely needs to be on the move. Nice. I thought he was going to cross him too. I would have spent that cash for that stunt.
Oh, most definitely.
Going for the throw. Nice break there for Guilty. Stays alive. And I like.
Oh, wow. Sent out two of the orbs, though. That could have been a lot worse for Kami. Still alive. Slides to keep the offense going. We're really good V-reversal right there. Sends out the last orb. And you can tell how, like, kind of impatient Guilty is, because she called back and like sent out those orbs almost immediately.
Oh, nice reflect early on.
Got to be careful with the fireball game here.
Nice DP. Waited for his whole life for that jump in right there. Good awareness there from Kami.
We got a bunch of the DR crew watching this match right now.
Yeah, they got to snipe out the composition, man. There's so many DR players here to that last chance qualifier spot. Okay, Kami puts himself on the
The activate after the W?
Yeah, you would just in case if I ain't finished the job. You ain't think so? All right, here we go.
Set point for Kami right now. And I was talking about those drills being a factor. Jumping back at that range is actually pretty good because Kuma's fireballs don't go full screen. But that's why the drills are a lot more called out, because now Kami knows that you're going to go for those drills. And that's why those fireballs have been clipping a lot, working out. Nice side switch to get the Tatsu back into the corner. Tries to go for the meaty setup, goes for the target, not going to work. Guilty still away. Neutral jump to try to find it out, but gets the slide. Walk under. Kami in control right now. Air throw. Nice makes some spin, some bar on top of it. This is looking really good for Guilty. Still has that trigger active and 2 bars on top of it. There's the reset. Kami's defense holding up really good. There's the seasoning on the bar. Activate. There's the DP. Gets the hard knockdown because of the trigger. What's going to happen next? Demon flip. Hold that, goes for the crouching medium punch. What a read. What did I say? That dude has been making some tech. Young Kami, I see you. I know we ain't talked in a minute, but I see you. Guilty, I know it's hard out here on these streets.
That was so smart on the demon flip. He just let it rock. No matter what side he was going to be on, it was just going to... It was pretty much a homie missile at that point. So it was pretty, a good decision right there to punish the V reversal. Very smart there from the do-rag King Kami.
So oddly enough, the setup that I was talking about, it was a V reversal parry demon setup on some craziness that Kami did. Man, that boy Kami... You got you guys a winner. That boy Kami. Don't say it. Now you son.
You know what? I wasn't going for you for real. I wasn't going for none of y'all, to be honest with you. But you know what? I respect that.
See?
Get the hell out of here. Smell like old do-rag.
Yo, old do-rags are the best smelling do-rags.
Not for him.
Not for him. I know you know because you got braids. You got braids.
I know.
It's all about the seasoned do-rag. It's like that old pan that got the grease embedded in it that you use. That's how do-rags work. You just got some black history right there. Don't
First
tell
of all,
everybody
when
about it.
are we gonna get the return of Tasty Steve? See, this is Steve.
Yeah.
You don't know who Tasty Steve
Oh,
is.
y'all don't know, bro. I used that. Look, I was one of the dudes. I got 2 do-rags on backup right now.
Just in case.
At the crib, somebody's like, yo, Steve, you ain't got that. I'm like, bro, if I put a comb to the naps, I swear to God, everybody vomiting from the sickness. Everybody. Rob TV, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Rob TV.
Shout out to
Waves
Rob
ain't
TV.
busting that hard. Yes, they are.
Yeah,
They pretty sick.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a godlike match. Let's go. Shut up, jammers. Get out of here. These are the kinds of matches that I watch Street Fighter for. This right here. So look, I know a lot of people do not think that I play a lot, right? But I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no, you play. I can give you the seal. I give you the seal of approval.
I'm gonna tell you who busts my ass on the regular. Comes to the crib with the tickets. Mirror. When I tell you, it be hit me with the light. He's like, yo, Steve, you just gotta. And I'm like, don't talk to me like that. You just whoop my ass. Don't do that to me. That's who Mirror is. She is ridiculous. The Ibuki is powerful. Plays with Eli the Curry.
Of course.
I'm telling you right now, move to SoCal. Eli Curry moved to SoCal, and that's when I started saying Mirror a lot. Man, a beast.
The growth,
A
yeah.
beast. When I'm telling you, has the whole system sorted out. I'm telling you, you block once the wrong way, and Mira's going to take you out. But not to be outdone.
Of course. You already know what time it is.
Tell
This
him, man.
is DRA. Look, at one point, I
Tell
didn't even
them.
know. Obviously, DRA stands for Dominican Republic, but not in this case. He is an actual doctor, my friend.
Hey,
He's an actual doctor.
you know how I
Come
know
on over
you're
here.
doctor? Because he took off the jacket before he played.
He's like,
That's
scalpel.
some doctor-like ability right there.
He's like scalpel.
Doctor-
He's like scalpel.
Turnip.
Sponge. Towel. Yo, but that is DRA, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best players in Dominican Republic. If you want to talk about early representation of Dominican Republic when it comes to Street Fighter, it was definitely DRA. First time I seen this man was in EVO 2011, taking out the likes of Justin Wong, Ricky Ortiz, all in smooth fashion. He made it all the way to the top 16. But then, of course, it balances out with him exploding with Deadpool against Mike Braun. Shout out to my beloved Mike Braun. But all jokes aside, this is what I was going to call right here, that this is going to be an Ibuki mirror. This is interesting because I didn't think DRA was with the mirror matches. I figured he would go with Vega in this sense, due to the fact that Ibuki does get outpoked by Vega in terms of the footy department. But you know what? We're gonna go blow for blow when it comes to the damage because this is the last chance qualifier. We are not leaving no damage out on the table. We are going for the mix. And you already know Dominican Republic is hype. Kaba, the DLC is on the side. Speaking of DLC, limited time only. Sale underway. Yeah, save up to 70% of this bus ass in the main game.
Hey, speaking of dripping, my boy Kaba dripping hard, and he is about to drip some words all over this matchup.
This is my jam
This
right
song
here.
actually
Yo,
goes.
look at the Dominican flag, though. Fire.
Easy
I'm
there,
sorry,
champ. I'm messing around.
I'm sorry. No,
you gotta pump that. You pump that.
Yeah. I love it. De Lo Mio is in the... Oh, but Mira, though. Whoa.
Okay,
All right, wait, come on.
activate.
Oh, we got a mix. Where we going? 50-50? Nice. Into the neutral jump.
the
That's big
reset.
damage. Look at how high the stun meter is. We got another mix.
Oh,
That was the bait.
no.
And you know what's so beautiful about that bait? You can always press a button as long as you delay. If you delay, you'll actually block automatically. So that is... Wow, that was filthy. Clean
That
up
was
your hands.
dirtbag. That was dirtbag.
Clean your hands. Is she all right?
That's what happens, man. That doctor just left some tools in you once he was done operating. That's messed up, man.
Left the scalpel and ass.
All right.
All right, Mira already going for the plus race. I like the approach of Mira, trying to put him in the corner immediately.
All right, what an air to air. And now Mira, you can tell. Mira's looking at this a little different now, playing the ground game a little more confidently. Nice anti-air right there. Somebody else's cable. That's the doctor. You should know better. You're always supposed to be prepared.
Smart stuff there from Mira, though, taking the throw instead of pressing the buttons. A lot of people in that situation actually press buttons and actually lose more health and actually take the throw. So smart stuff there from Mira. Good awareness. And the bust out there from DRA. And that's the thing about this last chance qualifier. We're going to see a lot. But before I even speak on it, we got mix-up. Where are we going? We're going to the other side. No, we stay on the same side. That was a mix-up. Mix, 50-50. Hypothesis.
Mix.
Mix. And one.
Hot
sauce.
Escalade.
Hey, yo. Oh, Escalade, rest in peace.
Right.
Rest in peace. My man, Steve, you getting points for me, boy. Every time we on the mic. Hold on, but speaking of points, though.
Mira, in control. And this is what I was talking about. She's a very evolving player. She's one of those players that you give her a round and she can pick up on what you're getting into. And you can tell by the way this match is going right now. Wake up target combo. This is the exact way that first round went. The neutral reset. But the last time it was on the other side.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. It's a run. Is that done? Yes, it is. It's that big damage, and we got all the cool knives in the world. It's going to finish the job. Yes, he's done. DRA, so clutch, left his hands on the steering wheel, and he parked the car. Did you see the Tiger Woods?
Bro,
Did you see the vintage Alex Valle?
Why is the entire DR is standing in front of the setup right now? They came out of nowhere. Eli the Curry coming out to support his baby. Look at him. Look at him.
Yo, De Lo Mio, I swear.
He's standing in front of the DR people, hyping up his baby.
Yo, I swear to God. Listen,
the Boo Thang support. That's what I'm talking about.
Steve, let me tell you something, man. Every time I see this flag, I want to shed a tear, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Yo,
this is
somebody draw that for me. So I can put that as my banner on Facebook. Somebody draw Yipes looking at the flag and crying. And I want to put that. I'm telling you, it's staying there for a month. Free.
You have no idea how proud I am to see my country do the damn thing, man. You have no idea. Oh my goodness. De Lo Mio is in the building, but this is not to put Mira down. Mira did an excellent job in the neutral that whole time. It's just that one situation. A mid-time meeting is what got Mira in that situation to begin with. And look at this. DRA. Oh, he got all the momentum in the world. Oh, and a stun.
I'm going to tell you what's happening right now. You know how in the NBA, when they make you shoot free throws, but the entire home crowd is behind you on the other side. Look at this. Mira is looking right at.
When they trying to throw you off?
That's actually what's happening right now. If you can see the setup, that's what's happening right now.
Oh my goodness, Delo Mio, Ray is at match point already, and what a way to answer on the second game with a perfect. Look at that, walks under with ease. He wasn't even worried about the crosser. Wow, whip punish there with the B skill. We going to Stunt City? Oh, I like that. You gotta bust out. You gotta keep in mind.
You got the tools. You got to use it. Still got a little bar left, and Trigger is right there. So Mira is not out of this. Trying to find that hit, that standing medium punch. That's going to be a counter hit, but nothing big coming from Ray. Wake up button this time and drop. Those are the nerves kicking in. Trying to use that V trigger to get some momentum back, and Ray stand calm, and that should be the round. And Mira goes down. I can tell you right now, that was very uncharacteristic of Mira. Yeah, she's not happy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah, missed that combo opportunity there into the V trigger. That definitely would have got the party started for Mira, but you know what? She's still in the game, so it's not a bad look. That is the beautiful part about these tournaments, man. Not only is there can only be one, but you have two chances to become that one person.
That's definitely true.
At the end of the game.
That's definitely true. I mean, and we talked about Eli the Curry a little bit, right? He's actually coming up on our next match, and he's going to be going up against none other than another E-League, the Challenger House representative, my boy Commander Jesse. Commander Jesse, another one of those SoCal players, man. I've been talking about him, I think, for like a year now, right?
Okay.
One of those guys that I saw destroy people. Shout outs to the UCI crew. Destroy people in some Ultra Street Fighter 4. This dude had Sakura.
Yep.
He had every character was under his control. But now in a brand new game, Street Fighter 5, his Dawson is still something. You know what I'm saying? You write home to mom about. I guarantee you, he has one of those. He has one of the Dawsons that has kind of shaped the Dawson meta coming into Street Fighter 5 overall. You can see Commander Jesse right there talking to Mira. Like I said, they've actually started playing a lot against each other because Mira is also one of those SoCal representatives. Commander Jesse coming up as well, being one of the stronger Dawsons in the country. Easily free. Had an amazing showing on E-Leagues, the Challenger. I mean, what else can I say about this little dude? He's actually ridiculous. I say little, but he's tall and he's got a beard. That is a grown-ass man.
No, for
I
sure.
apologize.
No, but yeah, actually, first time that I seen him was in those UCI streams for sure, playing Sakura, right? When I really seen his big splash is when he double perfected Mago. At Brooklyn Beatdown. That was so sick. That was the actual first time that I actually seen the true awakening form of Commander Jesse. So that's going to be pretty good. He's going up against Eli Curry, of course. Known on the Marvel side of things.
Oh, yeah.
But he brings that special mix-up ability with Laura into this game. So it's right up his alley. So the guy's pretty much comfortable with the gameplay that he's going with right now.
So speaking of the fact that he's a Marvel player, man, he goes back to one of those guys. You know he knows the mix-ups. You know he knows the setups. He's all about making you guess wrong on the blocks. That's where that Marvel fits into his gameplay. On top of that, this dude is a commentator and a tech monster. One of those people I also play with. If you play with Mira, you definitely play with Eli the Curry.
Yes.
And he is one of those people. He's a great mind behind the game, a very tech-heavy person, a frame-knowledgeable person, but even more so, Commander Jesse, man. This dude has had the chops. He's been around the world in some of these instances, playing some of the best players. You talked about Mago, the 2D god
himself. He's here in the building.
You know what I'm saying? And he's here, and he's already in. You know what I'm saying? But this is just let you know the caliber of players that you guys are getting here. Eli the Curry, Commander Jesse, and that is the tale of the tape.
That is, that's Boy Steve. This show now, baby. I like that.
I'm just saying, man, you gotta let people know.
I'm glued to the screen, and there is no screen. I'm just looking at Steve.
You just gotta let people know.
4D,
you know what I'm
4D.
saying? And also, I want you guys to tweet it out, man. It's a very rare opportunity that I get to bless the mic and I get to talk to the people at home with IFC. Guys, tweet it out. Twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Capcom Cup Tour 2018. And this is the, you said this is the entree. This is the Brussels sprouts, bro. This is the flatbread entree.
Don't get me started on the Brussels sprouts.
Who changed your life, though? Who changed your life, though?
Steve Scott did.
I'm just saying, man.
Steve Scott did. Listen, man, we're going to talk about that on a separate occasion. But I actually hated Brussels sprouts, but because of Steve, I actually love Brussels sprouts. They got to be fried, though.
All right,
anyway,
you already know this. We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Oh, I like that. Letting the intros rock. Yes, it's so fitting, especially here at the last chance to qualify. Oh, we got the Mummies Alive, Dawson.
Hey.
We got the
Yo, the
Mummies
intro
Alive.
song was hitting, though.
How does it go again?
I can't remember, but I know it was hitting.
Nah, I got it confused with Defenders of the Earth. Eye of the sky.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm done. Lord of the jungle.
Oh,
All right,
you just said you was done. Don't do that.
I'm done. Oh, okay, the Gale action. That is plus frames, and I like that. The delay to walk up to fake the throw and got that cross fit, but he didn't finish the job though. But that stunned me this high, and Commander just said no.
Yo, you can tell there's a lot of history in this matchup. Commander Jesse actually confirming 2 hits and still not believing that he can take that offense on top of her because Trigger was there. You don't want to get crush counter when she has Trigger because that's what starts her momentum. We talked about the comeback factor properties of V-Trigger. Laura is one of the main people that gets away with that V-Trigger comeback. Nice block on the overhead there that's going to give him some offense. Actually went to the other side and the throw. I'm going to tell you another thing. Commander Jesse, the master of backdash in the corner and get thrown. It's actually crazy. My man, when you'll be in the corner, he'll be like, yeah, I got him. He's going to like backdash, twirly arm, throw back into the corner. Hit you with the Twizzler, back into the corner.
I like the approach Eli Curry's taking. I was just about to say that he did not sneak in a command throw not one time that first round, just to test Commander Jesse's hypothesis, but now he's sneaking it in. That's when the mix-up becomes even more potent. Seasoned. Did you see the Kool-Aid health eviscerate, evaporate?
Damage. 35-40% for no reason.
Oh, that's
Same
a mix.
side.
Oh, with the meaty standing short, stays on the side. It's no command throw, and I like the patience there from Commander Jesse. With good defense, gets you that reward to survive even more. Nice helicopter proper with that V reversal, but we still in there. Eli the Curry being the aggressor, but I'm liking the snipers there on the Thunderbolts.
Nice jumps
With
back
the slide.
out, gets the drill. And you see, and this is one of the things Commander Jesse's really good at. He's really good about picking his spots, but you got to be careful, man. Eli the Curry's all about the numbers. You give him a chance where he's got an advantage, he's definitely going to hit a button. There's a V reversal just to start it off. He wants that momentum, could read the teleport. Nice block and punish. V reversal on the side of Commander Jesse. They're fighting in the middle of the screen. 56 seconds left on the clock. No EX, only on the side of Eli the Curry. And this is getting tough. This is definitely getting tough for Commander Jesse. Still playing that poke game, though.
Yeah, and he got that lead too, so it's good. Oh, as soon as I speak, it goes to the email and wake up button. That could have been a command throw right there from Eli the Curry, and he tried to do it right there. That's why Commander Jesse hit him with that check, with that stand short. All right, the sniper. Oh, we're trying to shave it off.
Standing kick.
Watch it. Don't get too thirsty. Eli's waiting for it.
The jump. V reversal. Teleport. Same side. He tried to fake him out, thinking he was going to go. Gets the slide. Holds back. Gets the jab. Reset. Sunset wheel.
On the first date.
On the first date. I want you to see the sights. I'm trying to put a ring on it. You don't let him see the sunset, or let you trying to put a ring on it, man.
That was a little scrambly there. You know what? I don't blame Commander Jesse for just holding up in those situations of flow. It's just too much to guess when they got the command throw, and especially when Eli got the command throw. Especially the fact that Dowson doesn't have the best of backdashes, so that standing fierce will connect at all times. If Eli the Curry snipes it out from Commander Jesse. Let's see the adjustments here from Jesse. Should be a little more aggressive, I feel like, with those limbs.
Oh, yeah.
That standing meter kick should definitely be in play a little more.
Oh, most definitely. But you got to be careful, man. That buffer on staying light kick in the elbow. You got to be careful about that as well. It definitely has some range, especially at the range Eli the Curry's playing, and I think he's aware of it too. Nice check, that stand jab.
The overhead finally connects. Eli is just being the aggressor, and he put his hands on him. Sunset wheel.
Again.
Oh my goodness, that is Stunt City. Dancing with the boyos is Commander Jesse. That's optimal match point for Eli the Curry. The Curry of life.
Set point for Eli the Curry versus Commander Jesse. Don't sleep on my boy Eli the Curry. He is definitely taking a few top threes.
He's always a threat. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I remember Eli the Curry coming back from Wizard World. He's been in the trenches. He's seen it all.
Won that tournament, actually. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, Stunt City. All right. What an answer back there from Commander Jesse. Misses the combo.
That's whack. And she has trigger. Sunset wheel. Look at the stun. It's definitely a factor activated on the forward hard punch. What a backdash. I told you before. Let him cook.
Cook up, man. He's cook up, man.
Sunset wheel.
Dance. Oh, my goodness. Meaty elbow. Yes.
The check. Double counter hit. The boy Pinoy.
The boy Pinoy. I see you.
Vicious out in the crowd. Team Dank out there. Giving them the support.
What a whip punish right there from Eli. He could have reached with the elbow, though. I think he would have spent cash with the EX elbow. He actually could have reached on that whip punish in the crouching pin.
Big jump in with the hard punch. Look at the damage.
Another one.
Give me another. I want two.
That's done. Into the max.
That is the set. Done and done. Eli the Curry is the one to knock Commander Jesse. And that's like, look, that's hometown
That's respect.
love
That's
now,
love.
right?
That's respect.
That's like, I'm telling you right now, Eli the Curry is a transplant. But when I tell you, man, Cali adopt you fast, bro. They drop off gift baskets. They give you cookies at the crib. But regardless, I tell you, these guys have played each other a lot. And Eli the Curry has definitely taken a few top threes at Wednesday night fights. So like you said, always a threat. But I'm pretty sure that was winner's side. So Commander Jesse is definitely still in it. And if you want to be on the winner's side, at least get some of the Champion's Choice outfits. You can see them right there, $5.99, $9.99, and $19.99 if you want to get that premier pass. CPT, all proceeds go to. It's the reason we're here, the reason these LCQ people are here. And if you want to help out and look cool at the same time, buy some of those outfits. And if you haven't gotten it just yet, if you haven't taken the elevator to the Skylift, the deluxe edition is on sale. 50% off. That includes seasons 1, 2, 3 characters. All there, 50% off. And if you want to just get the regular arcade edition, it's 50% off. And you get season 1 and 2 characters. Do yourself a favor. If you haven't gotten it yet, get it now. Thank me later. And of course, I talked about season 1 and 2. This is 3. Sakura, Blanca, Bulk, Cody G, and the King is back. Checks his reaction, and then he goes for either throw, another fireball, maybe a low forward, just to check.
Man, it's such a crazy game plan from Daigo. Like, the plan is to do almost nothing.
Yeah.
It's such a hard game plan to execute, right? Like, you naturally, when you play games, you just want to do something. But to do absolutely nothing is so impressive.
Solar plexus. Nice.
Oh, got it.
God, that big roundhouse right there.
Oh, missed the jump. The murder jump setup.
Nice dash up behind the EX fireball. Sako gets the sweep.
Daigo down a lot now. This round, I think nothing cannot be the plan. Yeah, gotta be a little bit more active.
Needs to be careful. Sako getting really close to that E trigger right now. There's the trigger from Daigo. Solar plexus. Jab, fireball. Not a combo. Nice activation off of that standing fierce.
The jump out, yeah.
Nice. First time we see him use that Tatsu to get out. Still gets split by the EX legs.
Patience.
Oh,
okay.
Just out of range. Here comes Daigo. He does have critical art available. No trigger, though.
Oh, yeah, nice. Float. Good work from Sako.
Oop,
the tech.
That off for me.
You gotta be so wary.
Oh, my God. Look, this is so dangerous, and now he's in kill range.
Yeah, one critical art to kill. 30 seconds, a long time for Daigo. Oh, he thought he had it. Unsafe. Yeah, and there's the roundhouse after. That would have killed.
That definitely would have killed.
So Sako had to be careful about that. Had he walked into it, it would have been dead.
Sako hitting back at just the exact moment. There's that slide under the fireball. Right in the range of that fireball game again.
It's so crazy to throw so many close range fireballs. And Sako, the patience to walk and block the whole way.
And you see Sako still not committing to that slide to try to get under him this time. Tries to go for the overhead. Nice forward medium punch. And they're just kind of slugging it out in the middle of the screen right now. Life's pretty even. Nice block on that cross under.
Tatsu out of there from Daigo. Punish. Yeah. Sako was in range.
Nice. Go for it. EX fireball. Here comes the push. Nice tech.
Daigo fighting back with the normals. He's got V trigger on deck, which means he can go for that sweep.
Wow. Suddenly really close to trigger. There it is.
Yeah, Daigo with the late V reversal. Tatsu again.
Oh,
it's time to throw.
Oh, there it is. Not going to kill, but it's going to hurt.
Throw Tech OS and no chase.
Oh, my God. I thought he was going to throw. Oh,
hit him. He's one.
Oh, wow. Tries to get the sweep. Oh, the crush. To the crush counter sweep. And you see Sako look to the heavens like, what just happened?
Could be the last round here. Daigo on match point.
Nice slide. And now you see Sako going back to that range where he can kind of react and then walk forward. Try to make Daigo react to something. That way he can crush, counter, punish. And right now it's looking good for Sako.
Yes, maximizes.
Oh, wake up.
The patient man, Daigo. So patient.
Oh, man. Needs to be really careful. Daigo getting really close to critical art. And we know what happens. If you give him a chance.
Spent. Yeah, no full resources now for Daigo. Couple of bars, but no V trigger.
Be really careful right now. Oh my God. Go for a fireball. There's the EX. Back roundhouse. Small trade.
Gets
There's
through.
another EX fireball.
Oh, he could have uppercut, but no.
Wow.
Tatsu, it should be unsafe. Punish. There it is. Big, big bet from Daigo there. Very Street Fighter-y match. Over, yeah. Daigo ready. There's only been a few times the air approach. That staggered low. Get the stun he's built. Now Daigo's turning on the offense.
He's being really careful with range. We've seen Daigo control the games that he's won strictly by this fireball range that he's playing at. You see Sako try to push to the corner.
Staggered low again. Man, Daigo really much more active, and there's that low again, and keeps connecting.
This is going to be too good. Lots of life lost there by Daigo. Needs to be really careful. Anything is going to kill right now.
In the front, one more. He's so close to stun. Stun.
Oh, wow.
And there it is, just like that.
No
Sako
pixel
brings it back.
win. The disappointment that's happening right now. I'm looking at people in the crowd shaking their heads like, no.
Big
nice jump in. Oh,
Stop.
wow.
Confirmed from Sako.
For a medium punch confirmed. And look at this pressure. We saw this in the first two games that Sako took pretty convincingly. An exact same way to get out. There's Tatsu, and there's the punish. Things not looking too good for Daigo right now. Down one game, or 2 games in a round. He's gonna need it to stay alive. Walk up EX legs. Oh, really close lucky there with the EX fireball.
Another from Daigo just to check. Big jump.
Back throw. What's gonna happen? Trigger is available. Oh.
EX legs, yes.
What's gonna happen right now?
Just one mix up.
Get off of me. Press counter. Activate trigger. Oh
Got her.
my God! Why would you dash up?
Because he's Daigo, Steve, and it's final round.
What?
Daigo versus Sako. No meter left for Sako. It was all committed in the last round. No uppercut either.
Wow.
Oh, the Tatsu. What a block from Daigo. The Tatsu. Overhead good block from Sako.
Sako gets to confirm off a 4 medium punch. Let's see what's going to happen.
Huge, huge swing.
Nice re-reversal, and it's blocked by Sako. He keeps the pressure up.
He's out of there. Daigo with the patience. The escape. V-reversal. Now Daigo has space, but he goes in.
Yeah, that V-reversal knocks out the rest of that trigger. Oh,
Surprise bird.
oh my God, no trigger though.
Gotta be careful. Daigo with full critical art now. Oh, he walks up.
God. Gets the throw. Oh.
Spend some bar. Another. It was whiffed. It whiffed at the last second.
Look at Daigo. He's like, yeah, man, what happened?
You're watching Capcom Cup 2018, of course, Arcade 1-Up, the official arcade cabinet of the Capcom Pro Tour. Victrix, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour. Vertigear, the official gaming chair of the Capcom Pro Tour. And, of course, Razer, the official fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. What up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a good one for you guys. Snake Eyes versus MOV.
That's right. Yeah, for those of you following along at home, that is Pool B4. And man, there was a couple heavy hitters on the way over. I was actually very surprised to see one familiar name, Nasser, from San Francisco, who fell to MOV 2-1. He's been making a mess in loser side. So obviously there's going to be a lot going down on that. But in the meantime, we have the winners finals. We got Sajam on the mic, myself, Vicious.
We got a good one. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying Capcom Cup so far. If you forgot, it was on the Capcom Pro Tour. It's on every single monitor in the background, in case you were curious. So it's been a good time so far. There's been good matches. In case you guys are curious, you're following along in the bracket, top 48 is starting in about 20 minutes or so, right? We're going to be jumping into top 48 for those of you guys curious. This is the last chance qualifier. One person today will qualify for the top 32 tomorrow. And we're going to find out who that is. A lot of people, I think, have been betting on the man on the left side of the screen, MOV's Chun-Li.
Yeah, you can never ever sleep on a guy like MOV because, you know, although it's using Chun-Li, not really talked about as much in Season 3, MOV's just always been that guy to pull out all the surprises here.
Yeah, I mean, the character, you know, in Season 1, everybody remembers her being extremely strong. You guys saw that match, Sako versus Daigo. That was a back fierce anti-air that got turned into a red fireball. That happens with Akuma sometimes. But yeah, she was so strong in Season 1, and now in this version of the game, obviously not nearly as strong. She's kind of like just an alright character. And so we see people like MOV still kind of trying to use her, the pioneers of Chun-Li from, like, you know, back in the 3S days. And
standing lightning legs with one button.
With one button. Yeah, you were telling me about how he used to do it with like one hand.
It was the first time I've seen it at Tenjin Arcade. I remember those days, man. He did the one-legged, or the one-button lightning leg. You know what? MOV has a very, very hefty life lead right now. He's really putting a stop to Snake Eyes so far. A lot of his approaches have been airborne, and Snake Eyes still hasn't found an answer. MOV getting the first round of Game 1.
Yeah, and you saw him try to hit confirm the crouching medium kick, got the Tatsu off the hit, but the hit was not anything clean. It was a backdash. Sometimes that happens. Snake Eyes' zone reactions working against him. Yeah, throw after the air legs, you gotta challenge it.
Oh, I like that conversion too. Kind of beating him up mid-air. Nice check with the stand jab too.
Dude, MOV's ground game is wild, right? He's so good at like really controlling the ground. Obviously, that's Chun-Li's strength. Thought he had the counter hit there, but it was just that standing medium punch regular hit, catching Snake Eyes trying to jump out.
There it is. Yeah, the anti-air he needed to maintain this momentum. But still, MOV fires away. Either that was a hit or miss position, he was still going to get the advantage and move over Snake Eyes towards the middle.
Yeah, he's going to activate VT2 also, right? So it didn't matter. Sweet.
That is the sneaky stuff right there. Again, he's been able to cancel that, Season 3 for a while now?
Yeah.
Ever since V-Trigger 2 came out, been in one of the sneaky ways to get that V-Trigger 2 out there.
Because obviously, naturally, everybody in the chat room knows. If you try to, like, you block a sweep, you're like, oh, let me just hit sweep back? Yeah, I'm going to just hit my sweep or my standing medium kick. And just sort of out of habit, you try to do it. Right there, Snake Eyes trying to go for the punish, gets clipped. What am I talking? I said the chat room like the chat room plays fighting games. You guys are all here to just watch Capcom Cup 2018. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you've been enjoying it so far.
I wonder how many of them have been right on their predictions successfully for the LCQ.
You can make a fantasy bracket, yeah. Double down jab into the bird.
And he does it again. MOV is just so
uppercut.
No. Forward throw. Keep him locked down. Nice check with the jab. No conversions, though. He's still stuck in this corner.
Yeah, that challenge was perfect. You know, I really thought he was going to do the air legs right into EX spinning bird. You know that sometimes Chun-Li players have to take risks like that, or they feel the need to try to do stuff like that.
And again, firing away after that light, crouch short into EX legs, activation, good amount of damage as well.
That down medium kick cancel, and then, yeah, he went for the sweep with the crush counter from Snake Eyes. Hard knocked out. Is there a wake up or not? Goes for the back throw.
That extra damage doing just enough to take that round over MOV in Game 2.
That's like the guess you have to make, right? Like, is he going to just wake up crouching line kick again into EX legs? He's been doing that so much, and Snake Eyes just has to sit there and guess. But he was willing and able to commit to that, gets the job done. Counter hit confirmed from MOV into the medium bird.
And the check, catching with a low forward afterwards, close to stun, and he pushed himself just far away to bait that. Nice and easy, MOV.
Optimized. Double hit on that jumping fierce. Back fierce EX fireball gets the crouching medium kick after. So that series was really well played. You mentioned the back medium punch that MOV used. It pulls you away so that if your opponent throws, then you're out of the range of their throw. And if they go for, you know, an uppercut or something, he can block. So, but we see that early offense from Snake Eyes here. I think he's really recognized he needs to up the tempo a bit. Backing him up with that red fireball.
Checking in with the fierce, that max distance. MOV very comfortable with that. Snake Eyes still needs to close it in. If he does so, gets the jump in. And here comes this corner carry along with the damage. Going for the Shoryuken for more damage instead. The jump back roundhouse catches him.
Yeah, that was a huge read on that. Gets out of there. It's not a V-trigger one, so you can't get a juggle or anything on the airborne, but look at the dizzy already.
No longer a factor, though. That's going to run out. As soon as he sees that trigger activate, he's backing away. He doesn't want to take any unnecessary risks.
Where was the hit confirm from Snake Eyes? He had full bar. MOV going to spend it. He gets a mix-up after this. V-skill. No dash up.
Dash up instead. Could have clipped his legs. Snake Eyes playing it nice and cool. Still full critical art as well for Snake Eyes. He could EX Demon inside.
Yeah, he has 3 EX Demon flips. He's got full meter.
Caught him with the startup with the fireball. MOV taking it over Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that was like the cleanest end of that round. MLB waited out till the perfect moment, snuck in that far range standing fierce. Snapped it out of his back pockets. Bam! Hit him with it. Stuffed the fireball. Nice work, the MLB. He's moving on. That was winners. So, winner side, top 48 now of the bracket. If you guys don't know how the bracket looks, essentially it's top 48. So think about it like a top 32 normally on the winner side, right? 2 games you make it into the top 8. On the loser side, there is an extra person because we're doing 2 make it out of loser side on the bracket here. So
3-man out.
Exactly. If you're used to 3-man tournaments like Combo Breaker does 3-man, I think CEO usually does 3-man out as well. It's very typical to that kind of a bracket, and we have it pulled up here. If you guys go to smash.gg on the feature tournament page, you can see Capcom Cup, follow along, and keep up to date with everything that's going on.
Yeah, and for those of you that are tuning in, that was pool B4. And we still have plenty more pools in that B section to go. Again, we are still narrowing it down to the top 48. We do have a good handful of matches, at least before we even touch that area.
Yeah, so top 48 is going to be coming up soon. As we brought up very early on this, the next match, it's a barn burner. It's another good match. We have the Cool Kid, I believe, coming up to the stage, from what I understand. He is, as you guys probably watched Evo this year, top 8 at Evo. He, I think, burst onto the scene mostly with his Red Bull performance, right? The very first year, Proving Grounds and Battlegrounds. He had that really impressive run with Abigail back then. A lot of people probably familiar with Cool Kid. He's coming up to the stage. He's playing up against Onmon. Now, there's a player earlier you guys probably saw. There's a few players from Japan that came out, and they are
a great handful of them.
Yeah, there's an extremely strong contingent of online players, like players that a lot of people, if you follow like CFN, are familiar with, like Grandmaster, Ultimate Grandmaster, like super high-ranked players. This is one of them. This is Onmon out of Japan, a very, very strong Urian player. So I'm really excited to watch this match.
So Urian versus Abigail.
Abigail, probably, yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Kind of talking about Cool Kid's history as well. Not only has he had a really great showing throughout multiple Red Bull tours, but he's also he had a Rashid under his belt as well for a while. He does resort to that character if so needed.
Yeah.
I know he was in the struggle with Alex for a while as well.
You know, everybody tries it out. Man, I was watching, it cracked me up. I was watching Capcom Cup 2017 matches back, and there was a part where they showed the crowd. And there was a guy who was holding up a sign that said Alex Buff Season 3, right? And I was like, if we could go back in time and talk to that poor godforsaken man, I was like, no, put the sign away. In 2017, he didn't know. He didn't realize that Cammy buffs were coming. They were coming in hot. They didn't even know.
That's how it happens, right? You ask a buff for one character, instead he'll give it to someone else. It's like, you know what, you had your chance. If you just stayed quiet, you would have been just fine. But you know what, you asked for it, we're not going to give it.
It's like the commentator curse, but in reverse, right? Like, that's how it works for the patch notes. Like, you ask about one character, you're like, oh yeah, let me just see some buffs for, my boy Ryu. And they're like, what was that, Akuma?
Oh, God. They look similar, right?
Yeah, they throw fireballs and stuff. It's like the same kind of thing. Like, it'll be fine. So
Ken is completely out of that conversation.
No, Ken is a separate entity. Ken players are always different from Ryu and Akuma players, in my mind. They're always different people. I feel like Ryu and Akuma have more, like, it's a Satsui no Hado thing, like, evil Ryu.
Yeah, they're the only ones that embrace the Dark Hado, right?
Like, I don't care that much about the lore, but even I know that, right? Like, it's just how it works.
It's enough to stand out, and to make sure that it's going to be Ryu and Akuma only.
Looks like we're set up here. They look like they're figuring things out. They're at the handy-dandy button check thing in the menu, the battle settings.
Let's talk about Urian versus Abigail on paper.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen Urian kind of struggle in the later end of the season, trying to close the gap most of the time.
You know what's interesting about that is, like, I feel like when you remember back to Season 2, it feels like Urian was running amok everywhere, right? Like, Urian was just tearing it up, but Season 3...
You know how good low-medium kick was? You definitely know how good low-medium kick was.
Yeah, I mean, when it was plus on block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty wild time. But That's the thing, right? Is that like there was that while where even after he got nerfed in the season 2.5 patch, where we saw Urian have a lot of success. Obviously, Nemo was at the forefront of a lot of that, but we had Dogra doing very well.
With an very, very explosive season for himself.
Yeah, this year I feel like we really haven't seen Urian nearly as much as last year. I mean, we had Ryusei make it very far at Evolution this year. Who we saw lose earlier to Naked Diaz, right? But yeah, we haven't seen that. Yeah, that was a wild match. But yeah, if you guys keep track of CFN at home, maybe look up Onmon. You guys might be familiar with him. There's a lot of players like that, I feel like, where people don't quite know who they are unless they follow like CFN leaderboards. And you're like, who is this guy that just showed up and put in work? So this is going to be a landmine of a matchup, right? We have Abigail versus Urian. Urian has a lot of multi-hit moves to deal with the armor of Abigail. Stuff like Crouching Fears. If he gets V-Skill on, he has like, armored headbutts and stuff to go through a lot of the like kind of running mix-ups that Abigail
mix-ups that happen,
Yeah, he has good answers to a lot of Abigail's approach options, but obviously when Abigail gets in against any character in the game, it can be tough times.
Then his range is all right. His fierce buttons are definitely scary. When he catches you with the crush counter, that's where all the huge threat happens.
Yeah.
When he gets up close, it's just a slaughterhouse.
I like the dash forward. That's one thing about Urian players. You always have to watch for their dash, right? Yep, I think that's what he was looking for, the big jump in.
Has to keep him grounded first. Power bomb in the corner, the forward throw.
Went for a second one, yes.
That's so ambiguous. His hurt box on the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's automatic. You try to do the throw, and then you go for the Crouching Fears after. Oh, boy, activates. He's dizzy. The Gale. There's the dizzy. The flip, extended, round one, cool kid. That's what we just said. Urian can do all this offense. He can, keep him out the whole time. One time Abigail gets in and you just explode.
And it was off of a jump in. It was a cross up. He missed the anti-air off that option select whiff throw. But that's the thing to do with Urian. I don't blame him.
That was really good. Onmon knows the match.
Oh.
Yeah, punish on the V-Scale startup, trying to anti-air it.
So difficult to anti-air. The knee drop. Moving back and forth in the and now.
I like the way he's playing, man. He's moving around on the screen and he's making it tough. Yeah, look at that, the double dash. He's like bringing out stuff that it's making it tough for Cool Kid to just sit there and kind of go with the standard style in the matchup. But here we go. V-Trigger available. Yeah, goes for the setup.
Side switch instead. I like that, yeah. Moving his opponent towards the corner is exactly where Abigail wants to work. He lives here, man.
Oh, boy, bad spot to be. Wake up. And he's got V-Trigger on deck, activates, throws him off the mirror. All right, set up here. What does he got? Charge the fireball, knee drop. Oh, he missed the 50-50 side switch.
He's out of there, though. It's fine. Cool Kid just a couple touches away.
Okay.
Onmon getting that V-Skill up, trying to get that armor as well.
This is where it gets scary, the giant flip. Wake up option, he got him.
Again, you saw the reversal. There was definitely a reversal on Urian's side, but Cool Kid got the command grab.
So Onmon went for a wake-up tackle.
Yeah.
And the reason he went for wake-up tackle is he had full bar to chip, right? Like, that's probably what he was thinking in his mind. He's like, oh, he's going to respect my wake-up or something like that, right? Wake up, chariot tackle, walk up, command, throw it out of it. First game, Cool Kid.
Now I'm excited to see what Onmon's going to do on defense this time around. What he's going to do to try to avoid these command grabs from Cool Kid and how Cool Kid's going to respond.
Yeah, he hasn't had an answer so far for the media wake-up jump, right? And Urian used to have crouching medium punch as a cross-up anti-air that was really good. He doesn't have it anymore, so he's sort of struggling to deal with that as an option that Cool Kid's bringing out whip punish after the dash up. Takes the throw after the charge, heavy kick, and Onmon, he's had this corner position, but hasn't been able to kind of like seal the deal.
It was a lot different this time. He backed off just a little bit, and Cool Kid used that as an escape. Command grab, going to be a lot of damage, and the carry as well.
We'll miss the second back fierce now. V-Trigger available.
That's going to hit, but it's fine. It's a crush counter for the Cool Kid. No, he got that a mile away. Command, no, okay.
Oh,
I thought he was going to do it.
This is when it gets scary. Second mirror available, counter hit combo. Mirror.
He got the no, and he went for the overhead. This guy is a sneaky Urian.
The double reset. He was so sure that crouching line kick wasn't going to hit, so he just committed to it. But round for Onmon on the board, and yeah, all this dashing throws him off with the EX tackle, regular hit standing medium punch, and he's kind of throwing off his momentum. The charge fireballs, the tackles. This round is all Onmon off this like kind of weird tempo that he's thrown Cool Kid's way.
And he's so smart to back off just a little bit, but still, Cool Kid gets the opening.
The damage is huge off at the wake up headbutt. Goes for the throw. Was maybe looking for that run on wake up or something, like an armored option.
Oh, okay, whipping both ways.
I thought he was dead. I thought that was the end. I was like, not like this. All right, catches him airborne. Probably trying to jump out of a command throw or something. Brings out the snap kick. Oh, the punish.
Yeah, huge punish here. Lots of damage on the board. Bring him closer.
Oh, the guard break. And the giant flip for the plus frames, the
I like
headbutt.
it. You saw command grab coming too. Onmon wasn't having any of that business. He tried to bait the throw, still blocking. He's dead.
And he got him, clipped him, Onmon up in this game. And Onmon, you know when he did that full screen heavy tackle? He tried to do down forward heavy kick. And when you're walking back and you do down forward heavy, you get tackle, and he almost died because of it, right? Like that one moment where you get like an accidental charge move, and you're just like, bro, I might be dead. I might be dead. Like that one mistake.
It happens to everybody. Like, let it be known. For those of you right now that have like some sort of input error, it's happening right now before your very eyes.
Yeah.
Last chance qualifier, the nerves are definitely real.
It'll happen at Capcom Cup tomorrow, right? Like that's just how it is. Anti, clean pops him, and this is an early start for Onmon, but I feel like every time he gets pressure, it always turns around somehow where Cool Kid jumps out or makes it out, baited the throw, but he didn't really have like a big combo.
And I like that response. Air to air instead of waiting for the anti-air. Onmon all about this corner coverage and backing off very, very smart of him because majority of the time, if he does it, Cool Kid finds a way out, deals a ton of damage, and then it goes towards Cool Kid's favor. But now Onmon so much more patient once he gets into the corner. Look at this lockdown.
Yeah, I like him not going. That was a much better option. Yeah, the jump back, the armor to beat the V-trigger activation. Instant overhead on the big guy. Look at Onmon bringing it back against Cool Kid.
Huge adaptations made, and it all starts with that corner. He saw what he needed to do right at the very start. Now he's backing off and making sure Cool Kid hangs himself instead.
That headbutt was plus because of the spacing. Missed the combo, but Onmon is all in. He knows that he's going for those command throws.
Oh,
that should have been the jump back strong again, but he wasn't ready for it.
That was stand strong instead. Cool Kid slapped him across the face.
This is when it gets scary. Working on
Stun.
Dizzy.
Yes, sir. I like that defensive option. Onmon taking the risk because he was close to stun. That would have been game over.
Yeah, dash up, no anti-air, but he got that standing medium punch, gets the V skill out. And Onmon, his timing and the way he's playing this has been so much different than before that I think Cool Kid's really trying to find the adjustment here. Dash up. He's almost on V-trigger.
Oh, he definitely has it now. It's still Cool Kid. Okay.
Yeah, he kills with one V-trigger activation. Trying to get the pop. Oh, and he's got the mirror for the offense here. Second mirror for the mix-up plus frames.
Once again,
the counter hit combo. This should kill.
That's enough. Onmon over Cool Kid with the great adaptations, 2-1.
That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of player you have to keep your eyes on in the LCQ, right? The kind of player where you're like, you know, I've never really heard the name. All I know is he's from Japan. You got to study the tapes, the CFN monsters, right? The guys that you have to pay attention for. Onmon moving on, winner side out of the pool with an extremely impressive performance with that Urian.
Man, that was a story in itself. It's like seeing the adaptations made from game one, how much of a bully the Cool Kid was with Abigail. I mean, that's how it goes. You see a big man on the screen, it's like, all right, I need to play extra defense.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case. You definitely have to get out of there as soon as possible for Onmon. And that was cool because he saw all these command grabs coming from the Cool Kid, and it played off way towards the end, too. He jumped, he called the right stuff. He jumped back just in time because a couple of those throws could have led to a stun and death. So very great adaptations.
Even stuff like in the corner, he was going for meaty throw, and he tried crouching fierce after. That works against a lot of characters.
Yes.
But if Abigail's jumping forward, you have to do like a jump back button, or you have to like, just hold it sometimes, right? Like it just depends on the scenario. But yeah, if it's a meaty throw, like that's a good option for him to represent. It was like obviously an adaptation he had to make mid-match, just in terms of the matchup. So I like that a lot. Looks like maybe we have Mojo coming up to the stage here.
Versus
Yanoob from Southern California. You know, you probably don't see him at many locals and stuff like that, but if you've ever watched any of the online tournaments or you're familiar with like many of the online events that are put on, even like the offline, I guess he was at BCF as well, right?
That's right, yeah.
He's been at a few things this year.
Showcased at BCF a couple times. He has made his way over to Wednesday Night Fights a handful of times, and when he does, he makes his mark with top 8.
Yeah, he's a really, really strong Manat player. And that's the one thing about Manat. Like, I feel like when you think about Manat players, there's a few things you check off. Like, can he do the mix-ups and the combos? Like, is he good at the orbs? And does he survive on defense? And if you can check both of those boxes, you have a Manat player that can make top 32 at this event, right? Like, if they're good enough to do both of those things, they can beat the best of the best, right? So that's why in this particular, like, kind of situation, you got to watch out for a guy like Yanoob. But he's going up against Mojo. He had a great year, right? One of the, like, really successful, solid year. Mika player that you got to watch out for. And I can't wait to see how this goes down.
He's definitely one of the ones to talk about when it comes to top Mika players in the country, right? Alongside the likes of, Knuckle Dude still has a very, very strong Mika overall. Just secondary. Anyways.
You know what it is? I think Callisto's eating something and he left the mic on, so we just hear this rapper noise.
It was throwing me off a little
bit. I was like, what in the world
As much as I wanted to keep my cool, I couldn't figure out.
Jeremy, sometimes you gotta say what's happening, all right? You gotta let them know.
Okay, so anyways, I almost lost my train of thought, but Chakotay also one of the premier Mikas as well. Again, the top two to talk about right now, Mojo and Chakotay.
Yeah, in the U.S. for sure, right? And he runs VT2 a lot of the times. You see it here.
The chair. He's got so much tech on his social media with the chair.
Yeah, the chair's solid. The thing about it is, it's a lot like, I was talking to Jammers about this, it's a lot like Urian's Mirror, where if the first mix-up doesn't work out, the second mix-up tends to also not be as strong, right? So if the first part of this mix-up goes well, then he's going to be like in a really great position. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing here. Mojo really, really, really strong, but a lot of people probably familiar with him. Yanuba, I think, on the other hand, maybe less known.
Just to let you guys know, Mojo actually beat Pugera to make it to this part of the bracket. Beat 2. Mojo took it over Pugera 2-1.
Okay.
And then Yanoob had to beat Shine.
Shine, gotcha. Dang, that's a tough path to try to deal with, right? Obviously, if you guys watch NLBC, you're familiar with a lot of the East Coast matches or East Coast tournaments. You're familiar with Shine. If you're a table, you're probably familiar with Shine. You know.
If you've ever been to a barber, you definitely know Shine.
Yeah, you're like, all right, just make sure that my hair doesn't look like
So this is gonna be very interesting. Mojo versus Yanoob. Yanoob is very much so on the patient kind of defensive side. For a West Coast guy, he's a very, very patient player.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like West Coast players, it's funny because they're kind of known for that RTSD, but we always have like 5 Minot players and a billion Dawson players and like Guile players up in the Northeast. Like it's just, or Northwest. It's like, one of those things you gotta watch out for. V-skill to observe that. Yeah, early on, like you have to bring out stuff like that against a character like Minot. The dash, Brimstone.
And the extra damage from that V-skill as well.
And the orb is far away. This is one of those positions where if your noob doesn't, you know, kind of like survive this real quick, plus frames.
I think he's done. Yeah, he's done. He's definitely done. Again, not having that orb available is a huge deal. Mojo understands the matchup. He knows that the longer he sits back and waits, the more Minot gets to take advantage.
Yeah, and that was perfect because he did a walk back to bait a throw and then punish with the X-Giant swing, right? Like it was the big damage, like big stun option. That was a really good choice. Mojo looking really comfortable, and I think a lot of Minot players tend to not love this matchup. Yeah, he's just absorbing it, and he's got the powered up version.
The microphone still clipped Yanoob's legs. Oh, he's going to get that corner carry and the damage.
Yeah, look for that strong after trying to find the hit. That was a really well-spaced dive, but Yanoob not quite on V-trigger the punish.
And all the normals that keep it really ambiguous. The Lady Mika taking off.
Oh, and the giant swing.
You're dead.
Mojo game 1, very convincing. He really knows how to play the matchup well. You saw with using the microphone, and then once he gets in there, he makes a count. This is one of those matchups where Minot, like, as good of a character as she is, when she gets knocked down, it's rough.
Without orb as well, even worse. And I like the idea too, just using that V-skill and playing it out very patient to have Yanoob approach. It's like, you know, you're doing the work for me. You're bringing the game closer to me. It's exactly how I want to play. Good luck trying to contest me.
Yeah.
My brawler type character.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you going to do? You just get knocked down as you're going to wake up 3-frame? This is the character he played back in the day. Before Minot was the terror she is. We talked a lot about how Urian, maybe you don't see him as much these days, but Onmon put on a great show, and looks like that's going to be the switch up for Yanoob here.
Now, I got to admit, I've never actually seen him consistently play Urian. I've only seen him do it like a handful of times, but
yeah. You know, the time I saw him play Urian was the mirror match. Instead of playing Minot, like, he switched over to Urian. Which I think makes a lot of sense, right? People tend to not enjoy mirror matches, so and I think Urian's fine against Minot as well.
Here we go. Yanoob changing up Urian.
Yeah, this can be a match where I think Urian, again, he kind of struggles to deal with the air approach options, and every time you block a jump in, you lose your reversal because you don't have down charge for the headbutt, right?
Yeah, not a lot of times you're going to be able to retain that charge. You're going to have to block that because, again, once Mika's in, it's a whole different story. Counter hit conversion.
Yeah, he's got it. Nice. I mean, that's a real Urian player, right? Someone who's got the counter hit confirms ready. Knee drop.
Not clear for takeoff. Brimstone, keep him in the corner.
Ooh, reversal jab there is a scary thing to do against the plus frames, but he was willing to take the risk. The chair. Clapped up. Side switch. Oh, and the EX beats to get the kill.
So beautifully executed. Mojo, what side was he on? You can't catch this man.
Yeah, neutral jumps, and then you see Nadeshko push the character forward, gets the mix up after. Steel chair is a beast. It's a really, really solid V-trigger if you're ready for armor. Standing light kick into the headbutt.
Fancy stuff, yeah. Getting that stand short into the headbutt, not an easy feat. Brimstone.
Yeah, Yanoob has the execution right. It's very obvious when you watch him play Minot. Reversal giant swing. No tech, he takes full damage. Whoa, out of range on the fear.
Plus frames, yes, I like that, especially after that drop kick. He wants to dodge part of any of it. Keep him in the corner.
Another one.
Do it again.
I thought he was going for the cross-up knee drop and the jump low, and he was standing, so he got the headbutt. That was really, really well played.
Getting himself on the board.
Yeah, his name just feels good to say.
Oh, just about as good as that Fierce buffered into the critical art. Steve could barely contain himself.
Yeah, he just missed. Sometimes you just miss, that's life. I like the jump in so that he didn't have down charge. It's going down. Throw again, jump over, cornered himself, but that's going to be a punish. One more for Dizzy here. Raw mirror, and there goes the mix-up, but
can't convert off that.
Overhead, and he didn't get the combo he wanted.
Knee drop doesn't matter, Mojo, with the reaction. Second time.
You just felt it all fall apart, right? Like, as soon as that start of the round, just...
swinging for the fences?
Yeah. That was like the home run swing, right? Like, you just felt it, got swatted out of the air, or off the ground, and it was cleaned up after that. Mojo, very convincingly moving on.
That's a lot of psychological damage, especially when it's the potential, final round for you. It's like,
because if you're a Urian player, you're like, this is the perfect spacing. Let me just do my tackle so that I'm going to be, in this, right distance and everything. Does it, just gets smacked. It's like,
If only you had a camera up on
I was
feed. I pushed him so far away. I actually almost fell off the stage with the chair. It was actually a bad idea.
It was a bit rough.
It was funny.
You know what's not rough is the audio quality on the Victrix Pro AF headset. They are fantastic. Check them out, of course, the official headset sponsor of the Capcom Pro Tour. Always making things happen here and making sure that you guys get to watch these amazing events all the time. So thanks to them for supporting the Capcom Pro Tour. They do amazing stuff. As amazing as the Razor Panther, the official fight stick. You can use code FINALS2018 at rtr.tl/finals2018. If you guys want to pick one up, you get these Team Razor V2 spinner. Of course, they have the new Evo fight stick coming out as well. If you guys haven't picked it up from Razer, all these different colors. If you haven't picked one up already, right? They just have all these really great options. And if you want the option to play some of the older Street Fighter titles, of course, Arcade 1-Up has them all on there. You want to play Championship Edition or Super Turbo, any of those old man games, check it out, arcade1up.com. Yeah, I said old man games, Jeremy. Don't give me that look like they're not old man. They're 20 years old, 30 years old by this time, man.
I mean, I'm surprised you even know what those games are.
I'm a little familiar. I've done my homework.
Are you sure? Because I've played Street Fighter 2. I don't think you have.
You suck at Street Fighter. You think you're so good. Yeah, everybody gets one match, and they think they're that sick. All right, whatever, bro.
I don't know, man. You still haven't found an answer to my ball.
Try that on my old Sagan.
That's something nobody wants to see.
Yeah.
To be fair, nobody wants to see old Sagan.
Ooh, speaking of some old Sagan, we got some young players now, actually. Some solid fireball game, and one of those players that I think coming into the LCQ, a lot of people were expecting to make it far. Right side of your screen, we have Chris CCH. He's going to be player 2 of the Guile. Player 1, if you watched a lot of Street Fighter 4, you might remember him playing Rose. It's Flaquito from Southern California. Yeah.
He used to be in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he move?
I can't recall. I know he's definitely within Vegas or this area, the Valley.
Sure. Makes sense. Obviously, in this game, playing Sakura instead, since that character is...
Go on.
She's all right this season, yeah. Sakura? I mean, obviously, there's no Rose.
She's definitely slept through.
Yeah, there's no Rose. He's got to play a new character. I saw him for a while. I feel like playing Minot very briefly,
Yeah,
but then,
I thought that was going to be a great adaptation for her, a great, transition for her.
Yeah, the thing about Chris CCH as well, you can see is brought out here by Almakashi or Nasser. Chris CCH plays a lot of soccer as well, actually. He plays soccer in some matches. Standing light kick, crouching strong. No, he goes for the throw instead. Yup, the buffer.
Flaquito all over it right now. Stun is effective for Chris CCH. Sweep, V-trigger, the classic.
Ooh, trying for the counter hit confirm, actually. Didn't get it, but you can see Flaquito's good about hit confirming with Sakura here. Activates V-trigger 1 to clash with those fireballs. Juggle.
The conversion, yes, sir.
And the throw, that'll do it. A lot of people count Sakura out, but she's actually a fine character. She's really good on the ground. Her corner pressure is very solid. Her big weakness, I think, is that her mid-screen Oki is very bad. Baits the throw after the Tatsu.
Oh, I like that. Tried to get past Sonic Boom and clipped him just a little bit, but that trade was definitely benefiting Guile all the way. Getting the damage and the knockback. Flaquito still trying to work his way through.
Yeah, using her fireballs. They're not excellent, but yeah, when you charge them up like that, you can kind of contest with Guile a little bit.
And you use the meter as well to kind of get that extra hit to close the gap further against the CCH. Nice check and the serve off of that.
The thing about Sakura too is that she walks like a gazelle. She's so fast, right? She's got those long dancer's legs. she just goes super, super fast. So she's one of those characters where she's just moving over and over and over. She's hard to deal with in that sense that she can walk you down and use her standing light kick to just really kind of harass you.
That's all she does. She walks around the arcade, makes sure everything's good.
Yeah, she's the arcade girl. For when us foreigners go to Japan, she's like, all right, let me make it really easy to get on the claw machine.
You know, she supervises the claw games, for sure.
Thanks to all those people that make it easy, because I suck at claw games.
I can't do it.
Stand light kick buffer beats the boom. This is where Chris CCH tries to, he has to try to find that spot to jump out. EX.
Risk. The climb. Okay.
Plus frames. Up that down forward heavy kick. EX Tatsu. And Chris CCH, he's going to use this opportunity to activate, create some space for himself.
This is very smart from CCH. He's not going to really press the issue. He's going to use the V-skill boom, close the gap. Oh, my.
The back throw after that. Flaquito game 1. And that's the thing is, we talked about this earlier. There's so many good players here that you might not even be thinking about some of them, right? You're like, man, I looked at my bracket, I got MOV, and I got Smug, and I got Denka Diaz, all these really good players, and then like, oh, Flaquito, I think that sounds a little familiar. You know, like maybe?
I'm not too sure. Maybe I shouldn't really research up on him, because if you do, you'll get a bunch of Street Fighter 4 videos instead.
Yeah. It's hard, man. There's so many good players at this LCQ. If you guys are chewing through the brackets, right, like, there's so many good players. So it's one of those things where it's really hard to kind of be prepared for everybody. And even if he did do some studying on Flaquito, he's just a solid Sakura player. And I mean, like, he's just going to show up and play on his best. That's what you got to watch out for.
And again, for those of you following along, as you may or may not have noticed, you saw it on the top of your screen, this is the mark of top 48. This is the first match into it. Both of these guys were on the winner's side of their pools, and you see them before you right now. Flaquito, Chris CCH. Flaquito does have the game advantage 1.
Yeah, Chris CCH up from Seattle. A lot of the, I mean, the PNW scene like really pumps this guy up, right? They talk about how good he is.
He's only 16.
He's super good. Yeah, a 16-year-old player. First of all, if you start playing Guile at 16, you're gonna have a long life. Like that's already, you've already made good life decisions. And also, like, I feel like Guile's kind of an old man character, right? Like you don't just want to sit there and throw sonic booms until you're like kind of sick of life. You're like old, whatever. EX uppercut. It beat a boom that was just about to come
startup,
out.
That's right. Yeah. Being able to pass through those projectiles is a very good read and execution from Flaquito. Being able to notice that's the right distance to get the whole thing.
That was an EX Soul Spiral if I've ever seen one. Dashes into it. He's going to eat this V-Trigger 1 now. Switch up from Chris CCH in the match.
Man, that covered so much ground, too. The blocks on that was ridiculous.
That's the one thing about Guile V-Trigger 1. A lot of times it's just used for space. EX through again.
The fireball again. Flaquito with the spacing got the meaty counter hit. One more touch, and the bait from Flaquito. Nice and patient. Big sigh of relief from him.
Yeah, after you get that knockdown in the corner, you whiff standing light kick, and crush medium punches the meaty. So he whiffed the standing light kick and blocked, right? Because he knows that, you know, Chris CCH plays this character. He knows the meaty setup, and he just baited him.
You know, it comes to no surprise, though. When you go up against a Sakura, especially if you've played that character, like, all right, no big deal, right? I don't think any Sakuras can match up to my Sakura. I don't know if that's the case here, but CCH stressing just a little bit.
Goes low, clips him, double dash. He delays a little bit so that the Oki is a little bit more consistent, a little bit better. Seen a lot of Guile players do that.
Oh, he hit it! That looked like a crosser. That's nasty.
I can't believe that hit in the front. You see that walk speed, right? She's so fast. Really good at like kind of walking back, baiting people in that situation.
Speaking of, yeah, that was a nice play there from Chris CCH. Just walking back and forth the test, like you're not gonna press the button, I'm gonna throw.
Yeah, that was a command throw. It was like a 250 damage throw because of the gray life, right? So.
Is that still a thing? Take the throw?
That's what people say, man. I'm telling you, in 2019, I'm teching, dude. I don't care what these Cammy players say. I'm teching the throw.
Every single time. We're both pressing buttons. So getting caught with the upside down kick, counter hit as well. Great convert for CCH.
Yeah, on counter hit you get crouching medium punch after, which is exactly what he did. He looks solid, man. Chris CCH has really made a nice adjustment to be patient. Neutral jump punish. Only got the sweep because of the range on that standing fierce.
Yeah.
A lot of range for that crouching heavy punch, but this is going to be tough. Flaquito walks him down. He has that fireball too, and you know it's the enhanced fireball because of V-Trigger 1, which means
what a reaction from Chris CCH.
It means he wants to throw it. That's the thing, right? Wanted to throw that enhanced V-Trigger 1 fireball to try to get in, and Chris CCH, solid read.
Especially towards the end too, he had such a hefty life lead that he was willing to just sit there and block. Most of the time, look, personally, if I had that much life, I'd be pressing buttons to kind of test, like check here and there, but of course I'm not a pro. But at the same time, it's great patience from Chris CCH, being able to read Flaquito, knowing that he wanted to go for these frame trips rather than the throw.
And unless he has meter or something, I was going to say, you only have to watch for the Tatsu, which is pretty slow. He has to do it very preemptively to get through booms, and we saw earlier that Chris CCH waited for it and then flash kicked it. Right there, he just waited it out. Yeah, she can use that heavy kick Tatsu. It's pretty slow on startup, but it's safe on block, and it'll go through the fireballs if she times it right.
Again, a little bit more midway through, getting these Sonic moves, not too far away.
I like that choice a lot. I got the side switch.
That's so good looking, by the way. That air throw.
And she says sorry. Fireball for the knockdown. Plus frames, and walks back to try to beat a throw, but the challenge from Chris CCH. Look how much life he got.
Jumps out. Yes, Chris CCH.
Walks back,
really
boom.
that issue.
The combo, and he got the sweep. One more. Tried to bait the throw. Flaquito.
Oh, and he baited him again. You saw the startup of that throw and low medium kick puts her through the bathroom.
That was a great choice. Chris CCH was just like, I'm not going to walk up the floor. I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to shoot crouching medium kick, nice and safe. The Guile player alive. Jump over the fireball to try to, kind of maybe look for forward movement or whatever. Chris CCH has made a good adjustment about waiting until, something's out on the screen and then handling that after.
Chris CCH hasn't thrown a single boom, by the way. Just to let you know, he's really trying to test Flaquito's patience and reactions. He's throwing out a bunch of normals, a lot of fake out normals to see what he's going to do, how he's going to react. Check him.
And I like more jumping against Sakura, too. Unless she's close, she's not going to get, crouching heavy punch or something as an anti-air. Those crouching medium punch, she's trying to buffer the uppercut into it just in case he dashes forward or hits a button. Activates.
He got clipped.
Yeah, didn't get a confirm or anything, right? Or didn't go for pressure. He didn't know it was going to hit, but Chris CCH, look at him. Chilling on this life lead.
Again with that jump, and Flaquito needs to make it happen now.
Yeah, V-Trigger 1's almost out.
Double dash, no check from Chris CCH.
She's such a fast character. Fast dash, fast walk speed. But this big, he actually get that extra corner carry.
Try to check him again with that roundhouse, taking the throw once.
Wow, he woke up with it, and that's the kill off the counter hit. Last round between Flaquito and Chris CCH.
The only time he got really antsy was that last hurrah. He went for the EX flash kick, put it all on the line. I understand it's Vegas, but you don't have to gamble too early.
He was all in, man. He thought he was going to walk up and throw or go for a meteor or something fierce. Backdash, I like that choice. He was expecting a throw. All right. That forward throw I think is okay because you get yourself out of the corner. And, yeah, Chris CCH has got room to walk now. Heavy Tatsu, the backdash. You can tell he didn't want to go for the flash kick after it hasn't worked out a few times. Look at the leap for Flaquito here.
Backs away from danger. Yeah, she is so fast.
She's fast.
Back walk speed. Ugh. Wow. And she closed the gap so well, too. She doesn't have to do anything but walk.
That standing line kick buffer to Flaquito with a huge lead.
Man.
This is where it starts, though, right? That jump in.
Huge amount of damage. Chris CCH needs to do a lot more. He does have full critical art as well. Yo, traversing underneath.
Oh, he could have got it. He didn't have the trigger. He got clipped. If he canceled into V-trigger, he might have killed baited.
Oh, he got it. And the fist pump from Flaquito. Chris CCH in disbelief. But, man. That was way too close.
Yeah, Flaquito Sakura, he's in top 16 winners now, right? He's moving on in the tournament over Chris CCH. That's a huge win.
Ooh.
And as we mentioned, this is top 48, right? Think of the winner side as a normal top 32. So if you win in the winner side of top 32, you're in top 16. The loser side is where it gets a little bit hairy, right? It's like kind of this weird bracket down there that people have to traverse through. What are you looking at me for?
You said hairy, that's all.
You know a lot about hair. Look, Jeremy has a...
Keep it together.
There's a disparity in follicles here, all right? We have different life experiences when it comes to this. You used to have hair. You know what's is this true, chat room?
Here we go.
When Street Fighter 5 came out, you had hair. But I believe the stresses of this game really caused a lot of it to sort of leave. It vacated the top of your head.
And I can tell you right now, it's a lot colder when you're bald.
Yeah.
It is cold here at the esports arena in Las Vegas at the Luxor.
When you were a young player, you had follicles because you were putting people through all the awful things. 5 buttons, you still get a command throw after.
I wasn't stressing out at all. I was living the dream. I could do whatever I felt like.
Can I just say, for the record stream, young players are bad people.
That's fair.
They're bad people. They always have been.
I will co-sign that with all the authority I have in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
If any.
Top 48 here.
Yeah.
Smug. This is NLBC versus WNF. We got Smug. A lot of people in the chat, big Smug fans out there, right? Obviously, people watch his stream with the greatest of ease. They turn in on twitch.tv. And he has an excellent stream, right? Everybody loves it. Very entertaining. Of course, if you guys watch WNF every week, you know Denka Diaz, right? They're very consistently in the top 3. Really, really solid player. Smug is trying to figure out what he's going to do to the camera right now. Look at him. He's like, what do I do?
He knew already.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it. He looked up at... Smug is one of the only players that always looks up the projector to see if he's on screen, to see if he should start acting.
That's the biggest tell.
Yeah.
That is the biggest tell. And when he does, he delivers it. He understands.
His hair looks clean.
Oh, yeah.
He looks ready.
Nice shape up.
Denka Diaz just giggling to us.
He knows the tech.
Yeah.
I miss the days when people wouldn't give each other handshakes against Smug. Like
Against-
Smug would
yeah,
always,
'cause-
Smug would always give him the mix-up with the handshakes, and people would always try to guess. My favorite ones are Smug versus Marn.
Yeah, Smug versus
Those
Marn.
are
Smug
easily
versus,
the best handshake matches.
Smug versus Marn and Smug versus Knuckle Dude. Those are always like
Knuckle
the...
Dude is the most ruthless handshaker when it comes to him versus Smug.
It's because he's
Look
very
it up.
disrespectful.
Just look it up. I promise you. It's very entertaining.
Yeah. So Dengue Diaz versus Smug here. WNF versus NLBC, of course, the local events we watch each and every week. If you guys are familiar, there's local events all over the world. So if you're not already playing at your local events, if you're not already supporting it, yell from the highest mountains about how much you love your favorite local, whatever games they play, whatever times they happen. Support your local events and always attend them and show up to them, because that's how you get, world-class players like we have here on the stage playing in the Capcom Cup LCQ.
And after you do that, make sure to tweet at James Chen so that he can rest easy at night, knowing that you are supporting the locals.
Support your
most vocal man when it comes to supporting the locals.
Support your local. That's what I got to ask for. We might actually see Blanca here from Dengue Diaz. I'm not sure if that's what he'll pick, but, he's a Dalsum player. Dalsum versus Balrog is kind of one of those
Timeless matchup. We've seen it a lot in
Season 2, I feel like. We saw all the Dalsum players just get exploded by Balrog.
And you think about it, right? Dengue Diaz is definitely, he learned from the likes of Commander Jesse and made a name for himself as his own kind of Dalsum style.
Yeah.
But he's seen the history of this matchup before, right? He's got plenty of studying from the likes of Smug and Commander Jesse how the matchup actually plays out. So he has a good understanding of what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, and the thing about this matchup is that when you think about Dalsum players, most of them are very feel-based, and they just play very as the match goes. But Dengue Diaz is very young, and he's very technical. He has lots of setups, and he plays V-Trigger too. He's a very different style of Dalsum. You think about Jesse, you think about Arturo, they're very traditional style sims, right? But Dengue Diaz is very a new school style. So if you guys are out there, maybe new school players, or you're very technical players, and you want to see that style of Dalsum, that's what you see in Dengue Diaz. On the other hand, I think Smug is a very feel-based Balrog player. He's not as technical. Brian F is someone I would cite as very technical, very... Oh boy, there's nothing technical about this. He just got slugged to death.
Rocky Balboa right now. Oh, Apollo Creed, I lied. The third roundhouse makes him Apollo Creed.
Yeah. I gotta see Creed 2, you just reminded me.
It's so
Anyway,
good.
that was
It's
a
so
beatdown.
good.
That was 4 or 5 crush counter heavy kicks from Dengue Diaz. I'm talking about technical over here, and there's no technical term for just getting whooped. Try to bait a throw. Smug's not having it.
Most frames after that. Nice anti-air from Dengue Diaz. Again, using that throw tech where he has the option select and the Yoga Gale.
Yeah, throw tech Gale. And that's the thing about this is,
I
interrupt.
like that. Check. No fear from Dengue Diaz. Stun is a factor. Not quite there yet. Nice check there. Here comes the side switch. Bad news. Don't press the button. Nice V reversal.
Yeah, that was a throw bait attempt. Gotta watch the snipe. He doesn't go for it.
It's not over yet. He's still got a lot of life to work with, but Balrog can't do it. That's the second one. Throw in the towel.
Throw in the towel.
Oh, he's stunned. Just throw in the damn towel.
It was supposed to be an exhibition. Reset. That was a great read.
He dies.
That was such a good read. He was like, there's no way I'm gonna die.
Oh, these guys are having such a great time.
Yeah, Smug
was
had a smile on his
laughing.
face.
He was sitting in his chair. He's like, all right, I respect it.
Just the music comes on in the background.
You know this is more than just a game for these guys, man. These guys are having the time of their life.
Close to Dizzy.
Again.
He got it on the way down. Punish. Yeah,
What?
punish on the jump back. Dengue Diaz ready for it. 2 bars. And he gets the setup here. Oh, we went for the end. This could be the end.
That was Didi Mokofa when he hit.
Yeah, it would have. This
Yoga
could be the
Anvil
end.
is like 100%. Oh, nice blocks.
Teleport. He used the Gale to stay in the air. Oh,
What side?
my God.
Oh,
and he
checked
went
him on the
low.
low. And Smuggles, he gave him the nod. He's like, all right, that was good.
He could have done the sniper. That's why, right? It's like a real 50. That's like the top player stuff. If a player is good, that's when you go for the low because you know they're going to block the sniper. First game, Dengue Diaz, after getting... He got destroyed for like a good, 90 seconds. First round, second round.
He doesn't want to be another stat.
Yeah.
He's rewriting the pages of history. This is how the match is supposed to go.
You know, when you watch Smug stream, when he beats someone, he has the duft on there. He doesn't want to be duft. He wants to be charity.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's 2 different ones. Yeah, he doesn't want to be a resident of Duff City at all. He doesn't want to shake hands with the mayor.
All right, that's then like kick check punish. But when you don't have bar, Dalsum's punish against dash punch sucks. He gets standing leg. That's his punish.
That's it.
Standing jab, standing leg kick, that's it, right? When you have bar, you can do the EX flame. So that's a little better.
There it is.
Meaty slide.
Oh, and a counter hit as well, getting the conversion.
That's a tech. Like when you think about Dengue Diaz, that's a tech he has, right? Out of the air. Gets the dash straight.
man, the patience from Dangan Diaz. He got hit with enough roundhouses in his day to not press it the rest of the match.
The
trade-off.
And he gets the combo. Crush counters the back dash.
I lied to you about the roundhouse.
Yeah, you did. It's
All
out.
his life.
Teleports in the front. He got the mix-up.
He didn't
Puts
let
it out
another one
again.
rip.
He just waited the chip. And the low
my.
slide. Dangan Diaz delayed it so long. Match point over Smug.
This is definitely history in the making. I have yet to see any Dolphin player take over Smug right now the way Dangan Diaz is doing.
It's
He's
hard,
looking
man.
in his prime form here at the LCQ.
Teleports out. That was a great read, but it was so high up in the air. Smug had a chance to challenge.
Getting the punching bag out, he put Dangan Diaz's face all over it, just punching away.
Back medium kick trying to check him. Got the dash in. Fake out.
Forward throw, keep him in the corner.
He's got V-trigger on deck.
Anti-air, yes sir.
Yeah, the anti-air jab from Dalton is so good. More pressure. The throw again. This is what I'm talking about. His offense is so good. Counter hit.
Then he gets the stun. Is he gonna? It's not gonna be enough.
Big jump in combo. No extra meter, but he activates the V-trigger. Teleports. But that was a great choice. Get some space.
Anytime
Light it
ball
up.
is live.
Sniper.
Oh, he's
Resends it.
keeping
Oh, the throw from Dangan Diaz. That was so clean. The last mix-up you expect there. Is it high? Is it low? It was a throw. Dangan Diaz.
Let's go. That was sick. I've never seen anybody get locked up like that with V-Trigger 2 from full screen first and not be able to do anything.
That was so good, man. Dangan Diaz over Smug. After the start of that match, it was all Dangan Diaz, right? It was all Smug. We were like, this is Smug.
That's it.
19 crush counters in a row, you know, like, we'll see you next season, buddy boy. Like, it was looking rough.
It's the first time we've actually used Rocky IV references and it still didn't go the boxer's way.
Yeah, that was the only time, right? Like, it was, we were about to throw in the towel. We were like, oh.
Almost did it.
It might be over. But you know what's not over? The amazing sale on the Capcom Pro Tour outfits. Of course, 2018 and the CBC stage and the Premier Pass. If you, of course, want to support the Capcom Cup prize pool as well as the CBT, they're on sale. $5.99 each for those costumes if you want to pick them up. You want to become a Sakura player. Maybe you were inspired by Flaquito's amazing performance. You want to try that character out now, of course. Go ahead and pick them up. Thanks to Capcom for having this lovely sale. An amazing deal for you guys to pick up. Just like the deal, 50% off Season 1 and 2 characters as well as the Season 3 characters with the deluxe edition of Arcade Edition. There's a sale this weekend on Street Fighter in general, as well as the costumes. If you guys want, a certain costume you haven't picked up, or you want to pick up the game, it's also a free weekend, of course. Which I mean, you can't go wrong with free, right? Free is as good as it's gonna get.
$3.99, I'm all about it.
Yeah, $3.99 is quite the steal. It's very good, almost as good as the third season of Street Fighter 5, of course. 35% off all the characters you see on the screen. You're going to become a budding Sakura player, or maybe you figure out, maybe you're like a Blanca guy. You're like, yeah, I want to try that character out, or you're a big Bonchan fan and you want to play some Sagat. Of course, pick up these characters now. There's a big sale on everything: costumes, character passes, seasons, all the different things that you guys want to check out. If your wallet's feeling a little bit uncomfortable with all the Black Friday sales you've been spending on, you might want to be a little bit more comfortable sitting in one of these Vertigear chairs. Take that wallet out of your pocket. It's bad for your spine to have a back wallet. Take that bad boy out. Get 10% off with code Capcom18, of course, over on Vertigear chairs that you and I are sitting very happily in, of course, as we speak. So, now that we've got that out of the way, I dust my hands off. Hopefully you've been enjoying the Capcom Cup LCQ so far. Reminder for the schedule this weekend: tomorrow will be the top 32. Sunday we'll have that top 8. We're getting into the top 48 now. We're going to run all the way through this top 48 into the top 8. Finish that tournament today. Find out who's in the top 32 tomorrow. Before we do that, we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back with more Street Fighter 5 in just a little bit.
All right, back into it. 1-1.
Oh, damn, just with the crazy jump like he had on Nemo.
It's a giant jump to start it off. Trying to cage Tokido, but Tokido fighting very well.
Again, just can never really get a jump on Mena RD.
No.
Oh, there we go. And that back heavy punch is so good because he hits him out of the air because he waits on the crumple, but it still gets him the full combo again.
Yep, that spacing and that timing on that button, they just have been so important.
Again, Mena RD has defended against that so well.
Yeah, and I love that Mena doesn't always do the anti-air when triggers on deck. He's looking for the air fireballs. But now he's still very dangerous. Same with Tokido. Comes in with forward fierce at that range. Roundhouse, not whip punish, still alive, Mena.
That was like a fake. He's done towards heavy punch in a row so many times. I feel like that jump was a fake that time.
Almost super, and once that, super's there now, and so Tokido has to be very cognizant of that. Can't get hit. Look at him walking up into a range. Nothing. Tokido patient.
Oh my God, and he did bring out the fireball in Zonk range as well. round number 2, game number 3, all important. Who's going to go up 2-1? Again, Tokido not discouraged from throwing those fireballs.
Right. No, he's still done it. He's taking up that space right there. If he can shut that down. The whiff.
He thought it was going to be a fireball.
Yes, it was a bait.
Oh, that time again. Oh, and he's going to spend it. Okay, he wants the big damage. He knows that he's got 2 more rounds to build a lot more meter back. Here we go. There's one.
Tokido now with the resource of V-Trigger. Yes, sweep activate.
Oh, we got the counter hit 2 times. But nothing else.
And just patient right there. Just patient. Just blocking it out. Willing to take the grab. No big deal.
And found the exact right time to counter poke. Oh, that...
Anti-air this time. Yes. Overhead didn't matter. TP.
One hit in the critical art.
Is it enough? No. Birdie the big boy stays alive. He's got the EX song for sure. The trigger's there.
He went for overhead, but it was too far. He just missed it.
Amazing to see Tokido of all people miss that range.
All right, round three. Here we go. Again, getting that cross up, jump medium punch. Spent all that resources on that critical art, and now coming into round 3 with barely anything. He's only got 1 bar, and he's got to be careful with that regular fireball.
Oh no, he had just decided on Fort Fierce in advance. Tough for Tokido, now caught.
Oh!
It was too far for anything else. I like this activation from Tokido. Just get out of there, if nothing else.
He was also maybe trying to bait the Zonk or perhaps the critical art itself.
Or threatening with Chain. He wants the back. No, he saved it this time.
Yeah.
Smart man, he remembered.
Yeah, he saw that Tokido had a bar. Oh, the counter hit was back. There it is. Mena RD has taken the lead over Tokido. He's 2 games to 1. He's 1 game away from becoming the Capcom Cup champion.
And he's made some adaptations on the fly. He's made some changes. I really like how he's been playing, but he needs more right now.
Going back to this fireball a little bit, just trying to make sure he's spacing it out. Probably didn't have the whip punish that time. Oh, what? That actually was a punish on a Tatsu from about half screen away.
Okay, activating. Well, okay, I guess.
To take that trade.
Right. Much less damage for the Canos.
Oh, that second hit missed. Oops.
Funky situation. Menardi comes out on top of it. Now Tokido's in the corner. Needs to fight out.
You can't get it. Oh, but you know what? That was so fortunate for Tokido.
It really was. But then I love his backdash to escape, reset the situation. But wait, here's the can. And defense there from Tokido. You see him trying to move.
Oh, and the surprise hits headbutt. On the cross counter, and 1 more.
Oh, it was a fun idea. It didn't work out. The whip was the intention.
And the counter hit pushback. Yeah, Tokido's aware of it this time, though.
Sure, it's been huge. Startup of Zonk really moves him backwards. Now Tokido needs something. He can play patiently. He's a lot of time on the clock. No need to move immediately. But he can't afford anything. He loses the round. Mena RD is that tournament point.
He is 1 round away from taking Capcom Cup.
And Mena, do it. The DR boys are moving.
That's the first time I think that has missed. That's the first time someone has gotten away from that. Oh, perfect distance right there from Tokido.
Yes, and resetting it a little bit as well. At a good spot for him. That spot right there has been where he's fought really well. I like the fierceness from that range, just outside of it. Yeah, walking in and out of that perfect spot. But Mena already didn't take the bait.
Oh, and finally the jump actually pays off for Tokido. Oh, what a jump on wake up. He's going to be able to confirm off of that. EX, no, okay.
Maybe in trouble.
Oh, multiple hits. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
He didn't get hit by the can.
And no big deal on the can.
Oh, he went up for the command throw, but Tokido takes that round. He survives 1 more round, but it's still tournament point for Mena RD.
Capcom Cup on the line.
Oh, what a whip punish.
What an anti-air there for Tokido.
But it only hit once. Oh no, bad range.
Right, only because he was too close. He had still kept Tokido frozen.
Oh God, just challenging. Oh, beautiful. Wait.
Tokido's definitely getting guts here. Okay, settles a bit. Looking for the air approach. And the sweep at that range, yes. A little bit of pressure.
Command throw.
Maybe a lot of pressure. A couple more. Oh, boys!
Yes,
One more!
That's gonna do it!
One more!
No, not quite.
Mena is on the verge of doing it!
Tokido has to stay alive. He can't get touched. If that big boy, he goes in.
There it is, RT is your Capcom Cup 2017 champion, coming from the losers bracket. The TR boys are out there celebrating their main man right now, Meta RT.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Capcom Cup.
You couldn't keep
Both
it
of them
together.
were like, oh, that's
geez.
us. They were like, what match is this? They're like, was this last year too? They were like, oh man. So we got Dogra versus Mojo. This is top 48, yes?
That is correct. Yeah, this is still winners round one for those of you tuning along. We did have a couple of matches. We saw Danka Diaz versus Smug. We saw Fakito versus Chris CCH. And we're moving on nice and steady with Dogra versus Mojo.
We got Wesker for Dogra here up against Armika. It's funny that we always see this outfit from Mojo. Like the kind of
bunny
the
outfit,
fancy bunny, yeah.
What part of that? What costume package was that a part of? I gotta look
I
through this
don't
whole
know,
thing.
dude. Alright,
There's a lot. You see it right there. 11 bundles total.
that's too many.
I don't think I'll be able to use that in an entire season.
No. I want this Wesker outfit though. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Coat off or on?
Probably on.
The coat off.
I own a coat like this though. That's why.
He has the speed boost.
Oh yeah, all right. Oh, that's true actually. You got to take off the glasses for that.
Ooh.
That forward strong challenge. That's a really great button from Urian. It's tough to buffer things into it because of the input, but
Yeah, forward strong. You can get a potential headbutt off of that.
yeah, good anti-air. You know, we talked about this earlier, right, when we saw Yanoob against Mojo, but I tend to like this matchup for
You
Mika.
thought it was going to be a command grab. I don't know what it was, but any sort of movement, it was going to get flipped, and Mojo off to a great start.
Yeah, the thing about this matchup is that Urian's anti-airs against Mika can be a little suspect. They're okay at some angles and not good at others. It just depends on when she jumps. And once she gets in, she really mauls this character, right? As you would expect, right? She does that to almost everybody, but
If you don't have a lot of defensive options, not a three-famer either, it's going to be a tough time.
yeah. And so for that reason, when she gets in, it's tough, right? Yeah. I mean, that forward medium kick is really good, and then all of a sudden, like, she just does jumping heavy kick or jumping fierce, and then Urian's not ready for an anti-air. He can't reversal because he needs down charge.
Oh, and I was just thinking about that body splash. I honestly knew that was going to be the way to close the gap against Dogra. He was going to try to anti-air him as early as possible.
Yeah.
Mojo thought 2 steps ahead, and now look at this predicament. All corner for Mojo, getting the command grab. On the way out, the knee drop still got him.
Yeah, maybe reading a command throw or whatever it was. All right, side switch here if he wants it, but he's just going to take some damage. Second mirror is still available.
Power bomb. Yeah, let's it rip.
Yeah,
Chair
just try
comes
to
out.
chase. This chair was just kind of like a countermeasure, right? Sandwich between the mirror and the chair.
And he's still brimstone right through it. Perfect spacing for Mojo.
Oh, the wake
Bear
up.
witness.
And she's doing a crouching jab, the jam session to get the kill. That'll do it. Dogra was willing and able. He was like, I'm committing to this wake up super no matter what.
It was either EX headbutt or it was going to be a critical. And I like the latter. That was a great choice. Dogra tying it up here in game 1. Getting the clothesline. Here comes Mojo. Trying to get...
Dogra got counter hit. He was still hitting that button, and then he still hit it after he got reset. Didn't matter. And Mojo almost had that early dizzy. Brimstone.
Missed it. Yeah, one normal just too far. And here comes Dogra.
Yeah, if you reversal,
Out.
you get some distance on that, even if someone blocks it, which is pretty nice. Takes the V skill.
Yeah, you wanted to get the V skill instead.
Spent it real quick, which would have been nice for something like that or that headbutt that we just saw on the drop kick maybe, but instead, Dogra has to guess. Yeah, he tried to get airborne. The throw not going to be enough to kill. He's got Aegis available.
The chair's coming out.
Aegis,
deflector.
but the chair eats it up in the anti-air.
God.
Aegis.
The look on Dokuru's face, he's like, oh, I can't believe it. He was actually very surprised he got that.
He was like a few frames from losing that mirror. Sometimes the mirror, you try to do the second mirror, and it doesn't start up in time. It just gets eaten alive, but
Yeah.
he was just in time to get it out before Mojo clipped him.
Significantly longer startup on the second one. Not
Yeah.
the same as the time-stopping first activation.
Yeah, the first activation is real good.
Another Brimstone. Mojo on point with those command grabs thus far.
Man, Dogra does not want to sit still
Ooh,
on
what a
defense.
fight.
And neither does Mojo. Wake up buttons. Yeah, you see that? Dogra's constantly like doing buttons or reversals or knee
jumping
dropping.
up.
Yeah, like he does not want to sit still against Mika. His strategy is to try to scramble and make it as hard as possible for Mojo to get the hit.
He clipped him. Yeah, he saw that coming. Mojo understands that he wants to get out of the corner as much as possible by jumping or even a reversal. Boom, into the mirror, other side.
Back throw onto the mirror to get the bounce. Crouching heavy punch. Another reset. Side switch, but Nadeshko's coming.
Not in time.
The
The chair
mirror.
doesn't matter what your name is.
It didn't matter. She just came out of nowhere. I thought he was going to do like crouching heavy punch into like the knee drop or something to get away from it, but he just shot the fireball and the trade happened too late. Mojo still died. Match point now for Doger to move on into top 16 winners. All right, here, Russell. Look how much space that gives you.
He's been so on point with that anti-air. Caught him jumping again. That Lady Mika always going to stop that option.
It's so good. If it doesn't get the crush counter on whatever button you do, it'll catch the jump out.
And put you in a float state, too.
Yeah, so you get the juggle. Doger with a walk back. No challenge on the drop kick, but he goes to the back dash.
Oh, and he clipped that crouch short on the way over.
Juggle
him up.
And there's the reset. This is big.
Side switch for Mojo. The chair's coming.
The setup. The wake up ages. He's trying to
He
command
tried to grab, but he got the mirror instead, and he got the tackle on the whiff punish. Dogura taking out Mojo. 2 games, and the look on Dogura's face is like,
he always makes that face. This guy, Dogra. And you can see the strategy even there was no matter what happens, like when I'm on defense, panic. But panic in a way that's hard for him to like kind of lock down, right? If you just throw so many different options out there, eventually your opponent's going to struggle to kind of deal with everything, right?
Sure,
Like if I jump and I backdash, I hit a button this time, I get hit by this. Like sometimes you saw Mojo do down jab, and he thought like, oh, he'll block this and I'll throw him. So he does down jab, it counter hits, and then he tried to throw, and then like, yeah, he just gets eaten up for it. And it's like, well, there it is. That was Dogra's plan. Just try to like be as unpredictable on defense as you can so your opponent can't run the offense that usually is very strong in a matchup like that.
and it's very difficult because majority of the times that Mika players do that, you kind of get tamed a little bit. It's like, all right, I don't want to eat that much damage again. But did you see how many times he went airborne regardless of that matter?
He's like, whatever,
Every
dude.
time. Didn't even matter. Even if Mojo did crouch jab and just waited, did another normal, he still lost pressure immediately after that. Because as soon as that happened, Dogra backdash and reset the situation, which is all the momentum he needed to make a change.
And looks like we have another player from Japan against another one of the U.S.'s finest. We're going to have Samurai up against Little John Taguchi, Little J-Tac.
Little J-Taction.
He's coming up on the stage here representing Liquid. Obviously, his teammate Nemo is already in Capcom Cup, right? He's qualified for the top 32. So this is now on John to try to get the other spot for Team Liquid. Of course, thanks to them for supporting the fighting game community forever, right? Used to be Knuckle Dew that they were sporting as a team, and now they have 2 of the stronger players in Japan. We have John and Nemo wearing the white and blue.
A lot of strong names under that organization, and you could definitely see them continuing in 2019 with the likes of these guys. These guys have been doing so well this season, and I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be even better in 2019.
And John was one of the players that was very close to qualifying in terms of points, right? Like, he almost didn't have to play in this tournament. He was very close to being in that top 31 that we already have qualified in terms of points. He's probably one of the first 4 players outside of it, I'd guess.
Right. And now let's talk about the other guy.
Samurai.
XSK Samurai.
The person that everybody walks up to and, wow.
Don't do it.
I love your commentary, Samurai.
I knew it.
Big fan. Oh, vicious.
You know, I legit get that when it's like, hey, man, your Akuma is really good. I'm like, I'm not going to take that for sure. I would definitely be like, that's definitely Samurai. Not him, ever.
I don't really know how they get you guys confused either, to be honest with you.
I don't have glasses on.
Yeah, you don't wear glasses. You also keep your hair shorter, and you guys, your facial structure is
Mikey
very different.
Definitely has hair. He could grow it if he wanted to.
You guys
He's
have
got a good head of hair.
You guys have different facial structure. You dress different. It's like, I don't know. But
he's such a soft-spoken individual. But let's talk about Samurai. He's been doing a ton of work in the online circuits.
Yeah.
As well as at his Wednesday night fights. His locals up in Oakland.
Man, when you say Wednesday night fights, I'm like, I haven't seen him. But then I remember that there's Oakland, right?
That's right.
One of the other esports arenas where one of them currently. And
when we talk about top 3, he is always in that conversation. Either first or second, never third.
Yeah.
As much as I've been following with them, it's like I always see Mikey out on top. Unless he doesn't show up or something.
Yeah, he's an extremely solid player. I think this year alone, in terms of results, right, when he goes up offline, we see he's had a lot of success. Even at big tournaments, he's, almost always that guy that you see in every top 32, top 16, trying to make it into the top 8. We saw him do really well at Rebel Conquest. Obviously, in the main event, as well as the Street Fighter part of the portion that he was playing in. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I was really impressed with his play there. And you mentioned online. I think he has made... In all the online circuits he's played in so far, I feel like he's earned at least like 10,000 or 15,000 in prize money alone from these online events. Like, he has performed so well.
You can expect nothing less. Honestly, XSK Samurai has really taken his game to the next level, not only from the physical, studious aspect of it, but he's really taking the psychology behind it and really making it work for him. Really, he always takes the time to meditate. We're watching him right now. He'll take the time to meditate, assess what's going to go down, what the game plan is, and really take his time and really emphasize his breathing. Man, this guy looks like a real professional.
Yeah, he's very serious about it. What cracks me up is that he doesn't use the headsets here. You see John with it on. He always brings this little portable speaker everywhere he goes. And, like, that's what he always uses. And, like, it's one of those things where, as a player, if you guys play in tournaments, you're probably familiar. You always want it to, like, replicate the same kind of environment every time. That way you feel, the way, like, you know, the sound is, all these little things, like, you're playing on your, you know, controller or arcade stick, all these little things add up, right? And that's what Samurai tries to do. Minimalize the differences between all the competitive, like, environments. Whip punish. Man, that was right on point. Caught him jumping out.
Already off to a great start is Samurai, really locking down J-Tac here in this corner.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Rashid players this year have had success against a lot of strong Akumas. We've seen a lot of the Rashid players do pretty well against Tokido this year. He's kind of had like a very 50-50 record with, you know, Rashid players, and I think that this is a matchup where Rashid fights really well. Particularly, it's tough for Akuma to always whip punish this character, and also deal with the jumps.
On the offside, you have John Takeuchi. He tried to anti-air Samurai way earlier, but being able to change your trajectory at a moment's notice is really beneficial for the likes of Akuma. Even having meter as well, having Demon Flip as a tool to get in against majority of the cast is very, very much so.
EX Demon Flip is one of the best moves in the game. It's so good, right? It just does so. It solves so many different things for this character who already has tons of tools, you know, really strong tools in his tool set. EX Air Fireball, and the jump
out of there. Oh, and he clipped him with a fierce mix.
Yeah, but didn't pull him back to the front. That's like one of the only times I've seen Heavy Mixer not do that. He was so high up in the air that it didn't get that suction in the beginning.
Anti-air always ready. Samurai on the offensive, backs off just a little bit.
Yeah, played very safe. Whip punish on that standing medium hit. Caught him, but didn't expect it. It was a regular hit. All right, no interrupt from Samurai.
Oh,
walk under.
Other side.
Didn't get a big punish though. The jump back air fireball. Samurai. Slight deficit here.
Ooh, that was close.
He's got the lead now. Not enough time, and John just runs into it.
The sense of urgency from John Takeuchi had him fall into the fireball, the V-trigger fireball from Samurai, getting this first round. Samurai again, trying to figure out what the next move is to close the gap. John Takeuchi firing first.
That forward medium punch is kind of underrated from Rashid, actually. It's good as like a far anti-air, works as a poke gap.
Again, that's exactly how Samurai closed the gap the first round. Does so again with John Takeuchi with the follow-up and the jump in from J-Tag.
Important part about this matchup, at max range, crouching medium kick, if Akuma cancels into a fireball, close to dizzy. And that's going to be the round. So at max range, crouching medium kick, if you cancel into a fireball, Rashid can actually jump and do fierce early and punish it. He's one of the few characters that has a jump button that's low enough that allows you to do that against Akuma.
John Takeuchi already dashing up to Samurai's face, putting him in the corner, getting this combo.
Yeah, cornered early.
Locked down. EX Demon Flip, he has an answer for it, and I like that. Still moving way past the leeway part of the screen to kind of push Samurai again towards his corner.
Throws the V reversal. A lot of dizzy here. John was looking for the throw. The challenge. Yeah, he does jab DP to get out of there. And this is a big lead for John, although loses a little bit of life and positioning on that knockdown.
Slight hesitation there from Samurai. Got thrown into the corner. Mixer again, keeping him in this corner. Activation from the fireball. No button press from John Takeuchi. All defense right now.
Air fireball to try to get in from Samurai. He's almost out of V-trigger now.
I never get used to that drop from the Akuma song. Oh, the medium could just tax Samurai getting the first game.
That was a good adjustment from John. He really kind of slowed down, and when he pressed his offense, he was very careful about it. Like, he didn't overcommit on offense, but he still got the job done, right? He still made his mix-ups count. Saw that Samurai was trying to demon flip or jump out a lot, so he was like, all right, I'll just back up, heavy mixer, you know, I don't want to take any crazy risks. I don't want to get back thrown. It was really kind of like, you know, part of the procedure, right? It was like he checked every box on the way down and was like, yeah, this is exactly what I need to do to win this matchup.
I gotta say, out of all the times I've seen EX Demon Flip come out, I've never seen anybody combat it just as well as J-Tac just did.
That was good.
He understood and reacted to those options, right? There was the first one where Samurai tried to use it to get out of the corner and just go for that +1 scenario off of the slide, but instead he caught him midway through with that fierce and then exited out immediately after spinning that bar. I thought that was very slick.
Yeah.
The second time around, he saw the Demon Flip kick all the way, and he just sat there and blocked it. I was like, man, he still gets to keep the corner positioning, doesn't take that much damage off the mix-ups, he's just sitting there blocking. That's a lot of patience from the young man.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like, when you think about John, like, obviously, you know, beginning of the year, you think about Evo Japan. He was in winners finals of the tournament. He made it very, very far into the top 8 of that tournament, right? So he's like one of those young players who's had a lot of success on big stages, but obviously he still has some young player nerves and stuff that kind of add in. So yeah, this is an important match. Top 8 qualifier for the LCQ that we're currently playing here with Samurai up against John. This is a big match.
This is already into the top 16.
Yeah. And you guys following along in the brackets at home, obviously, Smash.gg in case you're curious. But John backed up into the corner early.
Oh,
Wow,
and
he got
flipped him?
sniped.
That's so nasty because he lost the meter, got nothing off of that. John Takeuchi now on the offensive.
Yeah, and one of the players we mentioned that was so close to qualifying automatically for Capcom Cup.
Ooh, and he keeps him in the corner. I love it.
Yeah, backdash from Samurai. Was expecting maybe a throw and
Get
a heavy
out of
mixer.
here. And it's such a good anti-air for all the options. Again, you see this match being played right before your eyes. Big time punish. Slam him down.
Yup, and he lost all that dizzy, so not a threat anymore. Goes median.
Out of there.
Yeah, it looked like Samurai tried to throw it, actually, but he had just already slipped by him. Waited this time for the dive kick. Intercepted. Hard knockdown.
Stray hits here and there. John Takeuchi still very reluctant. Got the back throw instead. Here comes J-Tac with the activation. And Zifa getting that fireball through.
Yeah, doesn't get it.
And
Clipped
it got him on the recovery there. That was sick.
And that was a lot of damage. Samurai absorbed that fireball. It was very risky. He thought he was going to roll in behind it, so he wanted to get the punish. But, you know, he lost a lot of life for that. It just didn't end up, you know, biting. Goes for the low there. That would have been a crouching medium punch if that's what John tried. Counter hit.
Again, pushing further and further into the corner. John Takeuchi, 2 throws in a row. Got the back throw instead.
Yeah, he was defensively throwing, right? He was thinking maybe Samurai would check the dash with a button, so he lost positioning, but, you know, John's still looking fine in this round. All the different air approach options for Samurai have kind of been throwing him off, but there's an answer.
1 out of 4 times he tried to attempt that. He did get the anti-air, and again, it pays tenfold. John Takeuchi in full control right now against Samurai. Lock him down with EX Tornado.
Yeah, whirlwind shots all over the place. Samurai in trouble here. He's got V-Trigger on deck.
Oh, the anti-air side switch.
No, it just takes the
Okay,
damage.
we're just going to take the damage instead. All right.
Yeah, goes for the meaty. John blocking it out, and Samurai, he's got meter to do this. Jump in. That's a punish. Does not spend any of the V-Trigger gauge. He's got Demon. Yep.
No way.
And he made the read. John Takeuchi with the punish, and all that meter gone for Samurai.
As soon as he let it rip, too, Samurai saw what happened, reeled back in the seat. He was like, damn it. Damn it, he jumped.
How did he know? That was a good read. I mean, he has full meter. You know, he chose not to spend the bar.
What if it just did raw Kuretsuha? That would have been insane.
As a read, yeah.
Yeah, just dash up and Kuretsuha.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
Now
EX
we'll never
whirlwind shot. This is a bad spot for Samurai. I feel like he bet it all on that demon. And
he
Sierra's
definitely
clean. Working on Dizzy here. If that throw had landed, that would have been Dizzy for John.
Activation.
Chance for Samurai. Hard knockdown here. Back throw.
The back row. Now he gets to get started. Close to stun, by the way. Out of there. Eagle Spike stun no longer a factor.
Yeah, John trying to bait him. EX loses. And the down jab challenge. He gets the knockdown off the mixer. Samurai wake up buttons again. Trade.
He was ready for it. Both players. The trade, but it's going to be John Takeuchi.
And the juggle. He was in that V-Trigger 2 extra damage. Top 8 winners for John Takeuchi representing Team Liquid.
Oh, man. That was a pretty hefty combo.
Yeah, Samurai, he thought that he had the counter hit confirm on the jab medium kick, right? That's what he was looking for there, but it was regular hit. And the punish from John was perfect. It was exactly what it needed to be. Killed on the last hit, so that was good recognition from him. And as we mentioned, top 8 qualifier match that we just had there. If you guys are not following along in the bracket, we also have the top part of the bracket is Nari-kun versus Denki Diaz.
Who we can expect to see very, very soon.
Yeah, and then the Flaquito versus Diddy Mokov, right? Diddy Mokov now been chilling in Vegas, so, I mean, he was real close with this event.
I love watching him play, especially how he played last year. He was explosive.
He was
popping up in his seat. He was just like, yeah, every anvil he landed, he would be like, yes.
He was doing it in real life.
Yeah,
he was in Capcom Cup last year. For those of you guys who don't remember, he was the Latin America Regional final qualifier, right? So he made it in on that one. And Flaquito, we just saw earlier, beat Chris CCH, who I think a lot of people expected to make it far in this tournament, right? Like he's still in, I believe, but I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. And also, we do have Dogura versus Otani.
Yes.
To make up the rest of the 16-man bracket here for the winners quarterfinals.
Yeah, but first we're going to start with this Denki Diaz match, right, that we have right here. I know, Jeremy, I know.
Oh, stretching.
Yeah, you were stretching?
No, I wasn't.
Don't worry about it. The security guard here has a flashlight pointed right at our faces.
It was definitely towards my head. You know how much more dangerous that is when it reflects off my head.
Yeah,
we understand.
That's true. I feel like we're suspects in a questioning.
Yeah,
Where were you on the night?
I was definitely nervous.
Where were you on December 13th?
I was at Capcom Cup.
I was in Vegas.
It's the truth. I saw the whole thing.
Yep, Denki Diaz here. up against Narikun. CFN Ibuki player. I think a lot of people are familiar with him because of that. You know, you look, especially when new characters come out, you always look at the top of the CFN leaderboards to see what players are playing them. You know, who's having a lot of success and stuff like that. And Narikun's interesting. He's just really, really good, right? He has been for the entirety he's playing that character, but he's jumped around to a few other characters. I've seen him try other stuff, but he's really solid.
I gotta admit, somebody over in the crowd when we saw him play earlier on stream, he was here a couple of times. Somebody asked if that was a little evil.
They asked if Narikun was a little evil?
I was just like, what are you talking about?
No.
Not even close.
Yeah, not similar. Oh, he's got the tape measure too?
No.
It's not the murder measure, but he does have a tape measure. Man, would somebody get Dank Diaz's
see,
tape measure stat?
I don't know, man. He has to have his chin upward.
Oh, that's true.
You can't have it measured looking down. That's a whole different measurement. You have to make sure it's the right spacing from how you're looking at the screen, not down at the stick.
He doesn't have the murder measure. It's true. I see what you mean. So Narikun Ibuki, it's going to be Dank Diaz on the Dalsum. We saw him defeat Smug earlier in a tough matchup. I think in this matchup, Dalsum has a lot of good ways to pick the angles that Ibuki wants to approach at, right? Like even her jump kunai and like her different jump approach options, I think Dalsum is okay at kind of handling that. Obviously the 50-50s and stuff after the V-Trigger 2, that's always tough to deal with. But I think a player like Dank Diaz is very good at, you know, finding answers and solutions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's on an absolute roll right now. He's on fire. He 2-0'd Yusei, and we saw him right before we took a break into top 48. He took out Smug in the Balrog matchup, which is famed. It's infamous towards Balrog's favor.
Yeah, for being tough, right? I mean, it's one of those matchups that's easy to get steamrolled in. And he was getting steamrolled, to be fair, at the very beginning of the match.
Yeah, he ate 3 roundhouses in a row, and that was it.
That was rough.
That was literally it. But you see here, Dank Diaz defying all the odds right now, and he's going up against Narikun.
Well, yeah, one of the stronger players to watch out for in the CFN out of Japan, of course. And, yeah, I'm really interested to see how he deals with Dank Diaz, right? Like, Dank Diaz is a wall, and, you know, Narikun is really the one forced to move in. And so it's like, what kind of, like, option? Yeah, early.
He was ready. Did you see that? He jumped back and jumped strong. Met him air to air. Dank Diaz is never scared.
That's what we had to see, right? Like, I wanted to see at the very beginning of the match how Narikun was planning to get in. And that was like an early sign from Dank Diaz, like, yeah, look, buddy, I'm ready. I've got an answer prepared. And that jump back medium punch will beat jump kunai as well. So that's why, you know, he's looking for that specifically to snipe the jump EX kunai, to snipe the jump option.
Oh, and you can expect him to go airborne as soon as Ibuki decides to, now that she's got meter.
Look, man, this guy, Dank Diaz, had a setup for quick rise, and then when he had that delayed rise, he was on the ground. He had something ready for that too.
And that was very good that the kunai didn't clip on the ground. It was very good. But the mix-up, he's still going to take a lot of damage here. He got caught midway through the Gale.
Yeah.
The reversal out, excellent choice from Dank Diaz.
But I like that he put himself airborne so that, you know, he didn't have to deal with it too much. The Gale and the counter hit combo. Dank Diaz round 1.
Let's go. Dank Diaz playing as solid as ever, starting out the first round of game 1.
Yeah, as we mentioned, top 8 winners qualifier, right? So a lot on the line here. I think that check on the dash.
I definitely flinched. Anytime the command dash happens, you're so reluctant to press the button because sometimes it can lead to a counter hit combo.
Yeah, and for Ibuki, that could be the end of the round.